Going live. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Jay the Great here. Welcome back to another weekly stream. We have returned. This is the second to last stream of 2023, by the way, folks. It's been a pretty memorable year, I'd say, overall. Next week though, we'll talk about the year in review. We'll do like a 2023 review, but we're getting close,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It's a memorable year in many aspects. Anime, of course. This is what primarily we talk about. Just in general, it's been a very memorable year. But before we even begin, though, of course, hit the like button if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated. There's a couple things to discuss. I'm gonna start. I know you guys enjoy when I talk about the new chapter of each chapter that comes out of Boruto. So I'm gonna do that first. Feel free to ask questions while I do that. I took some interesting extrapolations from the narrative. Some that are pretty surprising, some that aren't. Power scaling wise, narratively. So I'm gonna start that. Feel free to ask questions though. Let me read what you guys said first though before I get there. Jay, there's one thing I always dislike about Boruto, and that is Kishimoto and these rip-off DBZ aliens shitting on Naruto and Sasuke years of training and jutsu development. Yeah, that's one of the critiques from OG fans. They don't like how Naruto and Sasuke's hard work has been essentially erased by godlike figures. So I kind of get what you're saying. I get it. The Otsutsuki are basically God-given talent entities that didn't have to earn a single ounce of their power, and they shat on Naruto and Sasuke for especially
Yeah,
Ishiki. So.
yeah, part one and Shippuden, they were grinding for that
Yeah,
shit,
they're
bro.
grinded for years, in real time too.
Years,
Years
bro.
worth
Yeah.
of volumes. Like they were on the grind. So,
Even
uh,
even Itachi and Minato had to work to some level and capacity, even though they were pure geniuses. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like,
literally. Jay, what's your opinion on Sasuke being restrained by the tree? I'll say this: the way I look at it symbolically, I think Kishimoto didn't want to kill Sasuke. He wanted to have him in a similar sort of confinement as Naruto. Naruto isn't dead either. He's just sealed. So in a way, this is like somewhat synonymous with that. He's restrained and disabled, so he's also not physically dead, but just removed from the equation. In my opinion, they probably will come back both. I don't think they'd be relevant power scaling wise, but I think they will return somehow or in some fashion.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's probably the main reason why they decided that. My opinion on that is it makes sense. It's better than killing the guy, in my opinion. So at least to the majority of the fandom, they would have been very upset if he died. So
Yeah, you really
um,
can't erase those two characters completely like
yeah,
that. There is no
literally,
right way to
uh,
do that, to be
that would be worse
honest. Yeah.
than when Gojo died. Literally, that'd be worse than Gojo's death, to be
Oh,
honest.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, some people are saying that Sasuke is Jigen from that recent chapter, which is just not true. That is either an off-guard feat of Code or Code's underestimating them. Yeah, that's not Jigen. You mean the Sasuke clone? That's not Jigen. That's a Shinju. But yeah, getting to the review, folks. Spoiler alert if you haven't read it or not aware, which I think most of you guys are. So, chapter 5, many notes that I took here, but this is basically the encapsulation and me recapitulating what happened. What's going on, Isaiah, by the way? So, with this chapter, we get an implicit explanation of what these newly appearing Shinjus, what they call themselves, are and what their purpose is, and we also get some enlightenment, obviously, on how Sasuke got into the current situation he is. Right, so finally got an explanation of that. So the chapter commences with a flashback approximately a year after the events of the plot twist, based off Sasuke's statement where he iterates that. And this is essentially where Boruto and Sasuke are having a discussion about Boruto's progression as a shinobi, with Sasuke iterating that within that time span, right, a year time span, Boruto has already learned the majority of Sasuke's techniques and style, which which just further illuminates the high caliber of this individual and the very fact that the guy is a blatant prodigy. I mean, to be able to learn the skills that someone as masterful and skillful as Sasuke has in just a year's time, approximately, extremely impressive. And even Sasuke iterates this. Even he says, "You're a genius," and you basically have my arsenal is now yours. He basically says, "Your only work now is to refine my techniques. Now just add on top of them even and surpass myself." So that's basically all he had for him. He said, "You learned everything, kid. Like I don't have anything new to teach you." Boruto is even shocked. Like he's not even aware how much of a prodigal figure he is individually. He was like, "You're joking, right?" He's like, "No, I'm not joking." He's like, "Oh, yeah, you don't look like you're joking. You're serious." So that just further illustrates the immensely talented Shinobi Boruto is. Makes sense. He is his father's son. He's his grandfather's grandson. Makes perfect sense. Now, following this, though, we then get to observe the event that resulted in Sasuke's entrapment, right, with him being in the tree. With that being an altercation with Code, being one in which he clearly was defeated by Code. So it starts out with Sasuke telling Boruto, "There's no way in hell we're defeating this guy," which also indicates only 1 year into the plot twist, Boruto was still far inferior to Code, and so was Sasuke. He said, "We have no chance. Run away. I'll be the sacrificial lamb." So it only shows Sasuke attempting to blitz Code. Obviously, he utterly fails and gets entrapped by the tree, so he's far inferior to Code at this point in time, and so is Boruto in that point in time, which allows you to indicate from that point in time to current point in time, which is 3 years later from the plot twist, Boruto's progression has been, I would say, radical. If the guy couldn't even touch Code, and then goes 2 years later to absolutely fold Code in base with just a Rasengan Uzuhiko, Boruto has immensely progressed. And I would say his rate of progression is comparable to like KCM Naruto or like Six Path Naruto and Sasuke. It's that extreme, his progression. It really is. That's insane. To surpass Jigen level, the same level that folded his father and his mentor at their best, by the way, is extremely impressive. Obviously excluding Baryon mode, of course. So continuing on though, after this, we start to see more insight into the Shinju. We learn that the Shinju not only have probably the similar chakra properties that the original entities they are cloning have, but they could also feel the emotions that the original entities have. So for example, the Sasuke clone is targeting Sarada because Sasuke, the original entity being cloned, has an emotional bond to Sarada, hence causing the clone to have a fixation on her, and now apparently she's his next target, right? So he wants to go after her. Another example is Moegi's clone, who was one of the Chunin, like fodder-ass, like kid Shinobi in Konoha. Her clone is targeting Konohamaru. Why? Because Konohamaru was a mentor to her. So these are just examples empirically to indicate that these Shinju not only have a physical synergy with the original entities that are being cloned and restrained by the Ten-Tail trees, but they have some sort of intangible, like spiritual, mental connection where they feel the emotions of the entities being cloned. And also another note is they can even feel the feelings of those within close proximity of the original entity entrapped in the tree. For example, Moegi's clone says, "I feel the despair Konohamaru has," because he was looking at Moegi trapped in the tree. He's like, "Damn, like she's trapped. This is horrible." And Moegi could feel that. She could feel the despair. So that's another adaptation that these Shinju have. They could feel the emotions of those within close proximity of the entity that has been cloned. So very, very telling. Now, the most impressive showing I've seen so far is Ida having this sort of like moment with one of the Shinju. I think his name is Bug, where it wasn't a physical altercation. They were in like this astral plane. Like they were having this mental communication moment where Ida actually looked threatened for the first time, I think, ever. She actually looked threatened. The Shinju looked at her straight in the face and basically was kind of foreshadowing his coming. Like he's going to come and probably try to have an altercation with him, with Ida rather. So that just shows the possibility that not only are they powerful, but the theoretical possibility that Ida's and Damon's abilities may not even work on these Shinju. The charm hacks that she has in Damon's intention reflection may not work either. If that is the case, Konoha is fucked. Unless Boruto uses karma and is much more powerful than we anticipate, Konoha will fall. More than likely.
I didn't hear anything you just said, Jay, because I was like trying to tune out because I don't want to be spoiled. Well,
yeah.
Bro, like all I heard was Konoha's fucked.
Yeah, these Shinju are extremely powerful. Yeah, literally they're fucked. And this is what I'll say about the Shinju. Code is scared of them. Code is a Jigen level threat, and he fears them. Boruto had to retreat, and he's above a Jigen level threat in base.
So you're talking about these motherfuckers being higher than probably a Shiki then.
Yeah, there's a possibility they might be on that level. That's a little more contentious because Baryon mode and Ishiki seem to be like the pinnacle of the verse, but it's possible that there are several guys above even that. That's theoretical. We need to see more, but it's possible. They're definitely above Jigen. That's a fact. It's blatant. So these Shinju are extremely dangerous. And now the final events we get, which honestly I think are some of the coolest, was with Amado. So Amado is talking to Sumire about the omnipotence. He's so intelligent that he's the only one that deduced that his own mind was deceiving him and that his own memories were warped by some outside power. He basically iterates his premise by saying, despite my memories having a certain depiction, physical data is to be revered more so than my own memories, as memories are just a pigment and small snippet of possible reality, and physical blatant evidence is what a scientist should follow. So he actually deduces with pure intelligence that his own mind has been warped. Right? He's the only one. Not even Shikamaru, who's a genius, could fucking deceive that. Sarada couldn't
That's
even
crazy.
convince him. And Shikamaru's a fucking genius. Not even he could do it. So Amado is probably the smartest entity on Earth. I'm about to say book smart wise. The guy's unmatched. I think even Shikamaru pairs in comparison to the guy.
He's always been the Batman of Naruto, bro.
He's literally Batman. On top of that, another piece of empirical evidence that made him come to that realization is that he knows which karmas are synthetic and which are organic. So when he looked at Kawaki's and Boruto's arm, despite his memories being warped, he came to the realization, I built that. That's not a real karma. I built that shit with my own hands, and my memories are deceiving me. That's how intelligent he is. And his explanation for that is, I'm the only. He's so confident that he's the smartest man on earth that he says he's the only one capable of reconstructing a karma. That's how intelligent this guy is. He's like, I'm the only one that could do it. There's no one else on earth that can do what I can do. So I know I created that, and my memories are deceiving me. That's extremely impressive. So I must say, Amado, he's up there with the smartest of all time in anime in general. I mean, his feats are fucking ridiculous. He went against a global-wide genjutsu with his own intelligence. That's insane. I've never seen that before, I must say. Sasuke is a different case. Don't think Sasuke did it due to intelligence. He did that due to emotion because Sarada's his daughter. He didn't intellectually deduce, oh, I'm being tricked. He only did that because Sarada told him. And then the others are just immune, right? Boruto's immune. Sarada, for some reason, is immune. Sumire, I don't know why she's immune, but she's immune. And then obviously the Sasuke are immune as well. So those guys didn't do it because of intelligence. They didn't do it because of their intellectual capacity. Amado did. That's how intelligent the guy is. Not even Shikamaru could do that. So that's how impressive that guy is.
Let's be real, Sasuke's always be doing this shit with his emotions, bro.
Yeah, literally. Especially Uchiha, that feel
That's
shit.
Uchiha for you.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's literally Uchiha for you. So the chapter concludes with Sumire and Sarada discussing, despite Amado being this outlier case and coming to this realization, everyone else trusts their own memories more than physical evidence. So despite the pictures of fucking Boruto and Naruto together and family and all this other shit that contradicts their own memories, they're going to revere their own memories and the opinions of the vast majority of people over the physical evidence. None of them are intelligent to deduce or confident enough to deduce that the physical evidence is in fact true and not a hoax. Amado's the only one intelligent enough to deduce that in the entire verse that isn't immune or swayed by emotions. So that's extremely impressive. I can't even express how impressive that is. This was some of the best shit I've ever seen. So that's basically the chapter. It ends with Boruto coming, and obviously the very famous moment that's already everyone on Twitter, him hugging Sarada hard, like Sarada missing him, and they're foreshadowing that they'll be together. I don't really care about that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see action. Not to say I don't care about like bonds and relationships, but I want to see action. I don't give a shit about fucking someone dating someone else, and especially in Boruto. But it was a cool moment, I guess. It was a feel good moment. Kishimoto knows what he's doing. Obviously, Sarada and Boruto, it's almost inevitable. They're probably gonna be together. And it is what it is. So that was a chapter, very enlightening chapter. Not a lot of action, but enlightening. It seems like Kishimoto's setting up what is to be the climax, which is probably going to be the Shinju fucking invading Konoha and fucking destroying it. That's probably going to be the climax if I had to predict. But great
Another
chapter,
wars.
man. Yeah, and I would say this. I highly recommend reading Boruto now if you haven't. Or if you're not caught up, I highly recommend it. It's very, very
I
good.
need to catch up for sure.
Yeah, so that's basically the chapter,
Absolutely.
folks. Power scaling wise, we could say this pretty safely. Boruto is above code. Kawaki is most likely below code. He couldn't even blitz a fatigue code that was being impacted by the Rasengan Uzuhiko infinitely. He couldn't even blitz him, and he got away. And the Shinju are probably above Boruto, at least in base. Boruto has not used Karma. A lot of people are theorizing when he'll use it. It'll probably be when his allies are at death's door. That's probably when he's going to use that. He hasn't yet. He didn't use it against the Shinju in that other dimension where code was hiding. The Sage Toad told him, get the hell out. Let's get the hell out of here. We're not going to win this one. Implying that, who knows, maybe even with Karma he couldn't beat him. But we'll find out. Top three in the verse, I'd say. Probably Ida, Damon, and the Shinju. And then probably Boruto after. If I had to really scale these people currently. And then Code, then Kawaki, and then the rest of the cast. It really doesn't matter at that point. They're all far inferior. But
These clones are broken though. I mean, there's
Extremely.
no telling how
It's
many
like-
there are exactly as well.
Yeah.
You know.
it's insane. Yeah, there's several of them. It's extremely impressive. My bad, I worded that wrong. People think that Sasuke is Jigen level because he gave Code a scar, which is not true because there's not a lot of context. It's either an off-guard feat or Code underestimated him. He probably used the teleportation ability, if I had to guess. Actually, never mind. He doesn't have his Rinnegan. That's right. So to explain that, yeah, it'd have to be off guard. It'd have to be off guard. There's no way he could blitz code that's Jigen level, and he's not Jigen level because we saw that fight ended. Well, we didn't see the fight in its entirety, but we saw him being caught by the Ten Tails tree. So yeah, that's not because he's Jigen level. That wouldn't have happened. I saw someone on Tumblr argue that there were no child Uchihas by the time of the massacre. You mean besides Sasuke? I don't know. I don't. That might be true. I don't know if there was other children around. I would assume so, but I don't know.
I would assume
Yeah.
probably not, to be honest. I felt like Obito and Itachi did thorough work.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's nothing in the lore that
Sasuke.
explicitly states there were Uchiha children back then. I think it's right to assume there weren't. Any thoughts? I think
Oh, of course.
prior to the massacre, I don't see why not. I don't see why the Uchiha wouldn't be reproducing. Either way, I don't see how. I see what you're saying. It's not really provable because we don't see observably. But again, that's an appeal to ignorance. It doesn't mean there weren't. I would assume so. I
Yeah.
don't see why not. Prior to the massacre, why there wouldn't be. I mean, they're
That's the most
reproducing.
rational conclusion to come
Yeah, it's the
to.
most rational conclusion. So, how many shinobi has the flee and side order? Historically, we know Minato, and we know
Nakumo.
Sakumo, and besides that,
Maybe
those are
Hanzo,
we
I
know those
think?
blatantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could assume due to the caliber of some of the individuals in the bingo book that you would assume just to run anyway. Maybe it's not an explicit run in side order, but I would assume like high tier sort of bingo book criminals, probably like Itachi and like
Itachi.
Pain,
Yeah.
and I would assume they'd run. So unless you're like a Hokage or a Kage or something, then you have to fight. I mean, that's
Facts.
I would assume so. Yeah. Chapter 5, Sasuke versus Kaguya. Honestly, dude, I think he'd lose. He's nerfed heavily. He has no Rinnegan. I don't think he's Kaguya's level anymore. He doesn't appear to have 6 pass abilities. Yeah, I don't think so. I think he would fall to Kaguya. The main reason there's no confirmation anywhere in the series that there were Uchiha children other than Sasuke is probably Kishi didn't want to bring attention to Itachi killing children. That wasn't just, yeah, it wasn't really something important to emphasize on anyway. So yeah, exactly. It's not like pivotal to the story to show other children.
Yeah, you don't have to really like go into emphasis on that. I think the point was that he eradicated the village except for Sasuke.
Yeah,
pretty much.
exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Yeah.
that was the fixation Kishimoto had to tell the story. So Obito in the novel told Itachi that he'd kill the Uchiha children, but Itachi said he'd do it instead so they were children unless you think the novels aren't canon. It's contentious whether the novels are canon or not. There's a writer herself that states they're not, but I mean, some people don't think that's true. It depends on what you presuppose.
I just didn't take note of though, at least.
Yeah,
for sure.
literally. I mean, one of the authors said so. I mean, to me, it's pretty valid. But hey, I mean, we all have our opinions on that. Do you think they're gonna claw grind Naruto? I don't know. If the Shinju could teleport interdimensionally and triangulate the specific dimension Naruto's in, possibly. Is it possible? Yes. Maybe they get a hold of Kawaki and somehow triangulate the dimension that Naruto's currently held in. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah. Boruto's basically if Otsutsuki actually trained. Basically, dude. Plus his prodigal already traits. So Momoshiki inhabiting him, plus his already prodigal traits, right? He's Naruto's son, Minato's grandson.
Yeah.
So it's like an amplification, and I would say a conjunction of both, if I had to be fair. Yeah.
Intelligence, yeah.
And intelligence, yeah. Extremely intelligent.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy mastered skills in a year of Sasuke's arsenal. That's fucking crazy. That's not a lot of time. So, Sasuke could have just got as strong as Jigen after a couple of years. No, I don't think so. I don't think without 6 pass power you should reach that level.
Oh yeah, no, definitely
doubt
not. Him and Naruto are getting whipped by Jigen.
They're getting folded at their best. Yeah, exactly. So I doubt that. Unless Kishimoto wants to wank them, which would be contradictory to a lot of things that happened. I kind of hate the fact that Jiraiya is after Naruto. Like, leave the motherfucker alone. Like, let him retire. Yeah, I know. One of the Shinjus is targeting Naruto. That allows us to deduce that whoever this, because it's hard to tell who that clone is of. Some people theorize Gaara because Gaara has a bond with Naruto. Kind of looks like Gaara a little bit, not really. Some people say Kawaki, which doesn't make sense because Kawaki's in the village. I don't know how he would be a clone of him. I doubt that. Unless it shows the next chapter that he's caught in a tree or some shit. I don't think so. But Gaara's a good theory. It's probably the most likely. I can't even think of anybody else that has bonds with Naruto like that. Like that isn't Boruto or Sasuke. So yeah, that's a tough one right there.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, exactly. Other Uchiha children were there. Yeah, I remember. What's going on, Nile? Thanks for coming in, brother. Other Uchiha children were there. Okay, I remember Swag pointing out how weird it was for Minato to get a flee inside her despite him being so fast. He'd blitz and one-shot everyone who saw him. I think the idea was to just avoid him as much as possible. That's all that you could. All you could do is run, man. There's nothing else you could do. And if you could avoid him altogether, that's even better. You know, he's just. If he sees you, if you're within his line of sight, you're fucked. During that war,
And you're an enemy.
yeah, you're an enemy.
done.
He's gonna get you. I mean, you're fucked. It's like, it's an unstoppable force. There's nothing you could do. You know, if you're like let's say you're a typical stone ninja, right? You're in the midst of war. You're going down the forest and you see Minato and he catches eyes with you. You're fucked. You pray to
Yeah,
God
it
that
is
doesn't
ironic,
catch you.
though, 'cause
Yeah.
there is no running from him.
Yeah,
If he's in your
at
line
that
of
point, I
sight,
see what you're
like,
saying. You're not running him. You're fucked. You're gonna die to his hand. I mean,
Yeah,
basically an
of course.
assassin, like a one-man assassin team. So
Hey,
yeah.
there's a guy, Wolfie God. He asked if Sasuke's Rinnegan could have resisted Ida's ability.
That's a good question, actually. That's a good question.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'd probably deduce
'Cause
no.
it's like it's a derivative of like a Shinjutsu ability, and
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that it could resist like the Infinite Tsukiyomi.
Yeah, because we
Um,
see like a pattern, right? Like Rinnegan can do what Rinnegan, Sharingan can do what Sharingan. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I would deduce not. I think you have to have
Probably
a
not, yeah.
Sasuke DNA. Yeah. Or you have to be Sarada. I don't know how the fuck Sumire is immune. That's really bizarre to me. But
Sumire isn't.
uh,
Yeah, that's just an odd one. Needs to be
it's odd.
explained.
Like the only
for sure.
the
Yeah.
only explanation is like, oh, she's friends with Ida. I'm like, okay, and how the fuck does that matter? Like, it
And
doesn't mean
Sarada is
shit.
kind of odd too. To be
Yeah,
honest,
Sarada is a little odd as
I mean,
well. Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, I don't
But
understand.
Sumire
that.
especially.
Yeah, Sumire is
Chapter
especially
was
odd.
Chapter was heat adult Sasuke greater than adult Naruto. What is he talking about?
Wait, let's see. Where's that at?
Oh,
Adult.
that was on me. On my
Oh,
side.
it was on yours. Oh, okay. What up, Jay?
What was that
What's going on
about?
now?
Did you guys say something about them fighting or
Naruto above Sasuke?
no? Sasuke above.
Oh,
Naruto.
Sasuke above
That's what
Naruto?
he's saying.
Could you make the argument? Nah, probably not. They both got
Nowadays?
folded by
'Cause
code.
he's referencing a chapter. Are you referencing a chapter? Because he said chapter was heat adult Sasuke greater than adult Naruto. What does that mean?
I don't think so. I think they're just. There's not enough for either side. I think they're pretty relative.
No.
If I had to deduce.
Yeah, like
Plus
for the
that
most
should be
part
in
we've
there.
seen, like
Yeah.
they're always were shown equal, even statements.
That's the
whatever.
dichotomy that.
And then-
yeah.
And then
Literally.
it gets really bad for Sasuke when we see the Jigen and Ishiki arc. Naruto's way more. It's like Sasuke Vegeta the whole time.
Yeah, literally.
Facts.
The dichotomy in Boruto was relativity between these guys. Like Kishimoto wanted
Yeah.
to keep that.
Yeah,
So
there
I'm
was
assuming.
relativity, but
Yeah.
Naruto is still superior.
Yeah,
at
I
least
would say he
through
would win.
Jigen and Ishiki.
Yeah. Oh, the Barramon, obviously, yeah, he's definitely superior for sure. Would it be possible for someone in real life to break free of their fake memories because they saw something that contradicted said memories? Would it be possible? That's a tough question.
Well, there's people that do go through like amnesia spells, and there are things like scents or songs, like or audio cues that can like
Yeah.
reignite memories, perhaps
Yeah.
that you thought you didn't
Yeah,
have.
that's definitely real. Like reigniting
That's why they do
memories.
psychological therapy.
That's
and
definitely
shit.
It
true.
is plausible.
Yeah, I would say it's probably possible. Yeah, probably not easy, but I would say it's possible.
I have a question though, Jay. Like, do you
Yeah.
think Sasuke's what's it called, like Chibaku Tensei hacks would be able to one shot Naruto? I don't think that would.
I
But
think his
people
AP
have
would
argued
be enough to probably destroy the center, the nucleus.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
think Naruto would be no diff like that, bro. Like,
Yeah, no,
if
no,
it was
I
that
don't.
easy. Like Sasuke would have
Bijou
been.
bomb
like,
is obliterating that fucking center, like the center gravitational pull. Easy.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
and then there was even a moment in the tuning exams where like Naruto's like where Sasuke says like I can't deal with it, but if Naruto wanted to, he could easily obliterate that blast.
Yeah, literally. The only reason he didn't
but
is
it would
because
kill
he's because
everybody.
yeah. The only reason he did it was because of collateral damage. Yeah, that's why he did
Yeah,
it.
he would have killed everyone around
Yeah.
him. So
Probably-
like, so it's like
Imagine.
Yeah,
so
with
AP and
Naruto,
power would definitely be Naruto's like
Yeah,
in
his
his
best-
favor.
Sasuke's best bet would be teleporting Naruto to some desolate wasteland dimension, leaving him
Yeah,
there. something like
it'd be
that.
like a
Yeah.
dimension or something, like a Kamui.
BFR. I think in the toe-to-toe fight, Naruto's too durable. He just would get outlasted.
Yeah, I don't think
pretty much
Genjutsu
no
would
outlast
either.
more than like
Yeah,
like
Genjutsu at this
chakra.
point. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
Well,
Like
toe-to-toe-
Sasuke, don't get me
Drama.
wrong, like Sasuke's chakra control is goated, and he does
Oh, yeah.
have a lot of chakra too, but nowhere near as the amount of Naruto. And like, yeah, his chakra control is good, but the problem is Naruto's chakra control gets just to this exact great level. So
Even
Naruto still has an advantage. Like that's the
yeah,
problem.
and there's even like a sort of implication by Jigen when he whips both of their asses and they're both on those rods. He says like, "I'm gonna kill
Yeah.
Sasuke right now." Naruto would take too long. That just implies a significant difference in
Yeah.
durability. Like Sasuke could have been
Yeah,
taken out right
Respect
there
as
and
well.
then. Yeah, and
And
then
he said that
Naruto's like,
multiple times. He's like
yeah.
the fucking QB.
He's like, that nine tail is gonna be a fucking problem, but Sasuke could take you out like literally right now. So it's a difference,
Whenever
yeah,
you
for
wanted
sure.
to.
Yeah, like whenever you
Yeah, and
wanted to.
Sasuke was a nuisance with his like portal ability as well, being able to like teleport them out if you needed to. Like he
Literally.
wanted to
Yeah.
really restrain Naruto and have him under control. So yeah.
Yeah. His hacks would be his best bet against Naruto. Toe to toe is just Naruto's too powerful.
Like,
So, yeah.
I don't, regardless of the if it being canon or not, I don't know. I don't care. But
Yeah.
even in the game, when we see Naruto and Sasuke fight, Sasuke is really only surviving because of hacks. Like he's just teleporting.
That's the way
whole
he would like
time.
equalize a playing field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's using Susanoo to try to deal with attacks and stuff, like things like that. Like he's not just like going blow for blow and shit, you know?
Yeah,
So,
no. I'd be like,
No.
yeah, exactly. He would have to use his hacks to his advantage. Just blow for blow, Naruto's AP is too high. It's insane. Is Damon number one in the verse? If you're excluding Shibai, it's a good argument. Oh shit, Alexa with $50.
Oh lord.
Oh
If
shit,
he
what did
is-
she say? The fuck? Just in case you were wondering, my ring size is 7. Holy shit. Trying to riz me live. Well, Alexa, I'm gonna give you
hilarious,
credit
bro.
and put it on the screen. And to that comment, I'll say no comment. Appreciate that.
Jay always says no comment.
He just keeping it stoic. You know?
Yeah, I gotta be stoked, for the people. Let me put it on the screen
Wolfie
real
God
quick.
said nerf Sasuke stronger than nerf Naruto since he was able to hurt Code is what I meant. Sorry for late response. Okay.
Since he was able to
I
hurt
think
Code.
I think there's a discussion to be had with the nerfed ones because I feel like
Yeah.
the hack abilities of Sasuke might be problematic without the QB there.
There's a different discussion there,
Yeah, because
yeah.
Naruto only has Sage mode, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
5 Kage summon Sasuke to like Sage mode Naruto all over again. You know?
Essentially,
Yeah.
yeah.
He loses a lot of his durability, his regeneration, while conversely, Sasuke still has a Sharingan ability. You can even assume
He's got
possibly even
Susanoo as well.
Susanoo. If he can kill the Susanoo, Naruto's fucked. That's all I gotta say.
And without
Yeah, he should
drama,
theoretically
Yeah.
he would have still used Susanoo because Madara could do it, Chishui, Itachi. So he should still have Susanoo.
Exactly. Yeah. $50
and
from
without
Alexa.
drama, I think he
Appreciate
could
Alexa.
be,
Yeah, he won't have perfect Susanoo. I'm
Oh
not saying
shit!
that.
Sir Goats is trying to do a bidding war with you,
Oh,
Alexa.
Lord, here we
Holy
go.
shit! Sir Goats is back. $50
No
from Sir Goats. I
comment.
appreciate you, brother. Alexa, you gonna take that? Are you gonna take that disrespect from Sir Goats?
Damn, bro.
Damn, man. $50 from the goat. Appreciate you,
He
brother.
said, "I am not losing."
He's like, nah, fam. Don't
I
think
am
There's
so.
really a war out here.
We got a bidding war out in these streets. Let me put this on the screen. Appreciate that, brother.
But yeah, like I was saying before, though, like I'm not saying he can use perfect Susanoo, but he can at least use the other stages of Susanoo and shit. So
Yeah,
it's
I would
fine.
assume so, because we've seen like Madara do things
Madara
blind.
does it with no eyes. And
Yeah,
Itachi.
literally no eyes. Yeah, so it's plausible, and if
Madara
that
does
is
it
the
with no
case,
eyes. Itachi does it blind.
yeah, if that is the
Chishui does it
case,
with one.
Naruto would be inferior, yeah, because he doesn't have the QB no more. So I mean, what is he gonna do?
Yeah.
The eye that he has, the MS, is that the one with Amaterasu or no? It is, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah,
And
yeah.
the
So he has Amaterasu still too.
Kurasuchi.
So
Yeah, Kurasuchi, yeah, exactly. He used it against as soon as he got his eye removed by Boroshiki, he used Amaterasu. So yeah, he does that.
Which is odd.
Which is odd, yeah.
The Rinnegan eye was just
Considering
teleportation,
that's the
right?
one that
That's
got-
all it was.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, the Rinnegan was the one that got removed. Yeah, so he got his Rene Sharingan removed, and then immediately he fought Boroshiki with Amaterasu, and then Boroshiki at that point was like, yeah, he's too much. He's a threat, even without his Rinnegan. But again, obviously Boruto's way stronger now. He's way more powerful than he was then. So, like
Boruto
I think
stomped on Code. I think that says enough.
in base, like casually, he wasn't even trying. Get the
Base,
fuck out of him.
no Sage mode, no like fucking Karma, no nothing.
Yeah, literally.
No
Sir
Jugon.
Goats, man. Sir Goats, I think, has the bidding war lead, Alexa, by the way.
Which is saying something, Jay, because like when we eventually see in the future, Boruto's over here using the Jugon and Karma. You know what I mean? Like against Kawaki. So it's like either he's holding back, kind of pulling to what Naruto did to Sasuke, but even though he's using his amps too, or Kawaki just got that strong as well and he has to. I don't know. But
yeah,
I think it might
Kawaki.
be
He just
Yeah,
doesn't seem
right,
as
right.
impressive currently right now to me in
You know,
comparison to
currently,
Boruto.
no. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, in the
currently.
future, but
In the
But he has
future,
the
yeah, I
potential,
do.
though.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, he does.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I do think
yeah,
that
Yeah.
because
even
like
just the
Kawaki
time
does.
skip, the time skip
Yeah.
scene implies relativity. I guarantee it's gonna be like a battle for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and it's interesting because I'm wondering what the dynamic's going to be. It's like, are they actually equal, or is it going to be the same shit like Naruto and Sasuke, where Boruto is holding back, but he has to use these amps to make sure he can do just enough. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Some people
So
theorize that Kawaki might actually die, and the thing is, I don't want a replica of the conclusion to Shippuden. Like, I don't want like, oh, he
no,
saves
yeah, I don't want that
Kawaki.
either. You
I
know?
wouldn't
Yeah.
mind him dying. I'm not saying, oh shit, who's this? BT? Oh, with fucking $50? What the fuck's happening right now? I appreciate you,
Damn,
brother.
who's gonna win next time
Hey,
in Dragon Ball
we
Z?
got 3 bidders. I appreciate you, BT. I really appreciate that, brother.
The goats are out today, man.
There's a lot of goats in here today. What the
Hey, they
hell?
got all that Christmas money, bro.
Hey, you're getting
It's season.
that Christmas bonus, man. Holy shit. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. It's highly appreciated.
To be fair, a lot of people do overtime or get bonuses during the
Yeah.
holidays. So
That Christmas
absolutely.
bonus, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, brother. Gotta put that on the screen. Gotta get credit where credit is due. J got Dick Riders, W Super Chats. No. They all
Right.
family, man. Sir Goats is family. BT, we barely just met, but you're family. Appreciate you, brother. Alexa. Merry
Isn't
Christmas,
D-Rise
Jay. I
supposed
appreciate
to
you,
be, like,
brother. I
bad,
really
not
appreciate
good?
that, man. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Where were we? Let me read the chat, folks.
Alexa, don't be losing, bro.
Hey, Alexa.
Equality. Come on,
Where you at?
equality.
No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to donate, but yeah. Merry Christmas, Sir Goat. Appreciate you, brother. Christmas
Merry
money.
Christmas, everybody.
Thanks, bro.
Happy
Yeah,
holidays,
Merry Christmas,
man.
everyone, folks. The year's almost ended. It's quick, man. You know, it came by real quick. Sarada MS
Absolutely,
abilities. Sarada's MS abilities has the ability to reverse any opponents, in my opinion. That'd be too convenient, man. I don't think it's gonna be that. That'd be like a magical.
How is that even possible for like
Yeah.
an Uchiha born?
That would be the most broken
child?
shit I've ever seen if that's the case. Yeah.
Like that doesn't make
Now,
sense.
all I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro, if because like I kind of called it, and if they do go this route, like, and which would be really funny, but if the next show's called Saruto, meaning like Boruto and
Yeah.
Sarada have a baby, like that kid's gonna be cracked. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be like the prodigy of all
absolutely.
prodigies, man.
Hyuga, Uchiha, and Senju blood inside of him.
Atsuki,
What do
too,
you
maybe?
do?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be. I mean, the prodigy. That'd make Boruto look like a regular person. That kind of potential.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Alexa, Merry Christmas to you. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas, Alexa. My bad. Merry Christmas.
Like imagine like fucking like that child coming along and like that man learns and trains and then like he has like just everything you could think of, like all the Uchiha shit, you know what I mean? Like what was his like would he get like a unique dojutsu too? Like if he has like 3 like bloodlines combined, like we don't know.
Oh man.
We
Yeah,
don't
even
know.
Sarada.
We
That's
don't
why
even know
Sarada
what
is so
Dragon does.
anticipated. Like, what is her shit gonna be? Is it gonna be like a mixture of her mom's ability and her dad's? Like, it's crazy what's possible.
Like if we were
yeah.
talking about a kid like that's combined with Boruto and Sarada, like the guaranteed they're gonna be having all the like the abilities, like the natural stuff, like the Hyuga, Taijutsu, all the
yeah.
Uchiha stuff. You know what I mean? With like Shuriken, yada yada. Then for like Naruto side, potentially might even learn Flying Raijin again, along with Sage Mode and shit. Like that person is just gonna be cracked. Rising Gun
Yeah.
and Shidori probably. Imagine like a Rising Gun in one hand and Shidori in the other.
Oh geez, that's cracked.
100 heals activates.
I feel like 100 heals.
Bro.
I don't know why. For some reason, I think it's gonna be incorporated somehow into Sarada's
Yeah.
arsenal. Even if it's not MS, I think she's gonna have some sort of like 100
Sarada,
heals.
for
I
sure,
hope
yeah.
she does, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that'd
I
be
feel like
cracked as
besi-
fuck, man. Yeah.
Because it's
So,
like Obito, his shit was the Hashirama cells. That was his EMS, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Sasuke, he gets it. You know what I mean? Then Sadara, I think her EMS, which is basically, but not EMS, would just be 100 heals. So it's
Imagine,
like an infinite MS. Like
yeah,
Obito.
imagine this, which I
MS
think is
as well,
possible.
yeah.
Her MS, and then her 100 heals aiding her stamina to where she could utilize MS for like extreme amounts of time. That would be cracked. That would be insane.
Sasuke's gonna know, like he obviously knows the weaknesses of the MS. He'll more than likely tell Sadara. She'll obviously realize it as well when she's using her MS abilities because she'll realize
endurance,
she'll start to go blind and shit.
blindness.
Even Kakashi could teach her that. So once she learns, she's gonna want to think like, okay, how do I overcome this weakness? And then guess what? Sakura can teach her 100 heals. There you go.
Yeah, that actually be really intelligent.
She was also like, kind of like brought out to be like a Genjutsu expert, at least from a young age, like during part 1. And it'll be interesting to see if like Sarada kind of took that route, especially with having Uchiha bloodline in her. She could be like some like genjutsu like prodigy, if you will. That's
Yeah.
more rational with the whole like being able to reverse omnipotent spell. But
Yeah,
like
that
that's
would be
like the
like too
biggest reach
convenient. Yeah, that'd
you
be too
can make for
convenient.
that. But it
And
would
like,
be cool. Like
yeah,
Sakura had
As
that
all I want,
potential.
bro. I just
yeah,
don't
she
want her
does.
having a Matarazzo. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that needs to
100 heals
go.
variation would be cool. I think that would be like the best route
Yeah,
aesthetically.
like
Yeah.
He
she
might get
needs to.
Amaterasu though, guys. To be honest,
He
it would
might,
just make
yeah,
sense.
maybe she'll have like a derivative like Sasuke did, like a like mobile Amaterasu or something like that. Like, yeah.
Mm. I just
Um,
don't want a Matarazzo because like it's technically useless as of now. It really isn't like
Yeah.
good anymore. Like and then like two fucking
oh
like
shit,
I don't know like
50
she needs
bucks
something.
again? Oh my God, Alexa's back again.
Whoa.
Holy
Bro, she
shit,
got
man.
mad.
She got a bag. She's using that Christmas bonus today. Holy shit, man.
Merry Christmas. You know how it
W
is, man.
Alexa, man. Alexco. That's what I'm gonna call
Alex go.
her.
Don't worry, guys. Jay's gonna send that all to charity.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna get a new mic probably. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get a new mic. Charity. You know, I might get bored to connections with this money. I really appreciate that, man. All of y'all for sure, man. Much love to all of y'all. Jay, I'll be home in an hour. Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
it's very it's very daring of you.
Yeah.
Well, she wants to ring in an hour. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying, Jay.
Yeah.
No, I totally forgot. Like, well, what the hell are we talking about? You're gonna have to use all that donation money for a ring, bro.
For a ring. Is that what you're doing, Alexa? You're giving me money to buy your ring?
That's hilarious.
Jay, you need to find Alexa, bro. Let's just say we've come in contact before. I would say that. Could Jay escape the back rooms? You mean the back rooms? You mean like
Backrooms.
if I was like in a Saw type shit? I'd like to think I could. Obviously, you gotta be
Oh
intelligent.
fuck.
You gotta be stoic.
That willpower, dude.
Dude, the willpower to go through some of those traps. I would say yes, but hey, man, you would never know unless you're actually in that like torture chamber. You know.
Those movies are
Uh,
insane, man. Yeah.
Jay has uninterested Riz. Hey man, appreciate that, man. Lelouch from Code Geass or Life and Death Note? I need to read Code Geass, dude. I've heard so much about Lelouch. I haven't actually read it, so I don't have an answer.
Same here, man. Yeah.
Wouldn't post nerf Sasuke just Genjutsu post nerf Naruto? That's a really good win con. Yeah, that is possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Without Kurama. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Let me read by the chat, folks. I got you. Sasuke does not hit as hard as Naruto does. Naruto's extremely potent. Yeah, and their primes are right. Even with Sage Mode, he probably hits harder currently. But obviously, Susanoo would be a huge advantage because he probably has that. Naruto doesn't have any avatar anymore. It's still
That's the
criminal.
problem. Like what's really problematic is like in the anime, at least, not in the manga, but in the anime, we see Sage Mode Naruto actually fight against Five Kage Summit Sasuke. It's in a what if scenario of like if
Yeah.
Minato was still alive, and Naruto couldn't do shit to his Susanoo. Like even with Sage Mode, like he was contesting and he could fight in a way, but he just couldn't do anything, and he was gonna lose if it kept going the same way. And so then he had to go to KCM, and then he had a chance.
Yeah, literally,
So,
it would be a huge
so, like,
advantage.
Sage Mode is just it's strong, but it's not enough against Susanoo.
Especially
if
if
you're
Sasuke.
and Amaterasu.
Oh,
Now, if
God.
it's like Hashirama
Yeah, literally.
level Sage Mode, then that's a different story.
Yeah, he's getting burnt to a crisp now. Without the Ninetales regeneration, the Amaterasu would burn him to a crisp. Yeah.
Like,
Right,
it was just consistently wise throughout the whole narrative. Naruto's problem was that he had to master the Ninetales, because if he doesn't, he's just not going to be able to fuck with the big boys. Like Sage Mode was never enough. It was enough to put him within that tier of power to be like relative or at least survive long enough, but not to be the to be victorious.
Literally, yeah. We came into contact last night and the night before. God damn, Alexa. No comment.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Not a Christmas vibes. Hey, don't
Christmas
forget the
vibes,
Santa
right?
Claus outfit, Alexa. You know, for Jay. Come on now.
She's being my Santa Claus with her Christmas bonus. Shout out to Alexa, man. Alex Goat, Sir Goats, and BT. He said, I have this is a different account. I've been watching your streams. I appreciate you, BT. Appreciate you, bud.
Hey, I think Jay has a feed over all the other YouTubers now, because none of them ever have girls.
Oh yeah, in the streams.
It's always some like gay guys like trying to like
that's a power scaling. That's a power scaling feat.
Shit, you know.
Yeah, power scaling feat. Jay is the first one to get girls. Hey.
Not gonna lie, I want a battle between.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, literally. Since Jura is after Naruto, we might get a dimension battle between Kawaki and Jura. It's very possible, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That would really test Kawaki's
lit.
ability. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sasuke has to hacks out Naruto. If he goes blow for blow with Naruto, he's getting destroyed. Yeah, at their primes, yeah, I definitely agree. If Nerf Naruto had Flying Raijin, would that even the scale? No, I think even with Susanoo, well, if he has markings on Sasuke prior,
Yeah.
it would make the fight more contentious. I would still lean towards Sasuke though, to be honest.
I just think the durability and Amaterasu hacks and
Yeah,
Genjutsu
man,
hacks. That would just be
Susanoo,
so
the
sick.
That's
Amaterasu.
the problem.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'll say this: like if Sasuke is trying to go blow for blow against Sage and Naruto, like in Taijutsu, while they're both nerfed, like I don't think Sasuke could do that. I do
Yeah,
think Naruto would have the advantage there. But when it comes to like ninjutsu hacks or especially durability, Sasuke has that all day every day.
All day,
yeah,
man. Yeah,
especially now
exactly.
post Nerf. Yeah,
Without
Even
Kurama.
Genjutsu, bro. Like
yeah,
what the
without
fuck does
Kurama.
he need
Yeah,
on
man.
Paul?
Yeah, he would need Mom Paw like Jiraiya did when he fought Pain,
Yeah,
literally.
if he gets Genjutsu, he's done. That's a
It's
win
reps.
con.
Yeah, it's
So
reps. Kawaki needs some work. He's kind of not that strong right now. I agree. His feats aren't that impressive. He couldn't even take out a fatigued, like, a fatigue. Holy shit! Another 50 from Alexa? What the fuck is happening?
damn, it's over, Soko.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's a
god,
wrap,
she really
guys.
wanted to win
That's a
that bid
wrap.
war. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay,
she
one
did
more.
to me. Remember, like back
Oh,
a
yeah,
couple months ago, me and her kept going over and over, and she eventually won it. I'm like, oh fuck you.
yeah,
Yeah, she
she.
won that.
Damn,
Yeah.
man, that Christmas bonus got put to work today. Holy shit. Appreciate that, Alexa. Put that on the screen, folks. We got five $50 donos.
Hey,
Holy
all I'm
shit, dude.
saying, Sir Greats, and the rest of you, bro, don't let a girl beat you, bro. What we doing? Come on, man the fuck up. What we doing?
Yeah, she's flexing her bag today, man. Trying like that's Riz. Too much Riz.
Hey, man, can't compete, guys. You know what I'm
Man.
saying?
She got that Riz bag. Holy shit. Um, does the JJK versus scale to Hunter x Hunter? I don't really know Hunter x Hunter. Um,
I'd say they're similar.
It's
yeah,
Sure.
really, really good. Yeah, it is similar, but the problem is I don't know the speed scaling and all that either, so I don't know.
yeah. I don't know that much about Hunter x Hunter. I hear they don't scale that high, so I don't know. Jay's catching a massive bag today. How many days of work would he have to do to get 150 bucks? Typically, besides YouTube, I have other like ventures. Typically make more than that. Not a lot more. I obviously graduated college trying to get like six-figure job. Top of that, well, that won't be much in one day, but yeah, all donations are greatly appreciated, and they all go back to the channel. I'm gonna get a new mic because I think these mics are starting to die out. I'm probably gonna get Boruto connections as well because I want to stream for you guys, stuff like that. So
Your mic sounds good though right now, Jay. So
yeah,
like it
I
doesn't
played
sound
with
that
I played
boom
with the
anymore.
settings a little bit. I might have fixed it. If it sounds
Oh.
cool, then I'll keep it. But yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
give you guys the best
But it
quality.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
no, it sounds good. Yeah, you're fine.
Are y'all reading Kagura Bleach? Kagura. Oh, Baki.
Bleach.
I don't know why I said Bleach. Kagura Bachi. I haven't heard of it.
I haven't heard of it either.
Yeah. Jay's. Oh, I just read that. Sarada's MS ability being to reserve any opponents would be the biggest ass pull. Yeah, dude. Literally, that's why they're not gonna do that because that would be like fucking insane. Jay, you need to find Alexa. She found me today. Tell you that. This man Naruto still has enemies after him, even though he's sealed. It's crazy. Such a goated MC. He has a legacy, dude. Yeah, man. His legacy. It just echoes throughout the Shinobi verse. He's one of those guys. So absolutely, man. I agree. Which set of hacks are better, Jujutsu Kaisen hacks or hacks found in Naruto? Dude, Jujutsu Kaisen is so unique. Like the domain expansions are so unique and creative. It's pretty close, man. It's pretty close. It's
It's a hard one.
That's a hard
I
one.
feel like the
Yeah.
creativity in JJK is kind of like it has realistic like implications that we can like
Yeah.
attest to, but like they're creative. And in Naruto, it's really based off a lot of things that like are from like Japanese folklore and things of that nature.
Yeah,
But
exactly. And like we always say, art is in the eye of the beholder. So there's arguments for both sides. And I think it depends on your
yeah,
subjective lens as well. If I had to choose, man,
Naruto has so many though, man.
so
That's
many.
the thing.
I think it has
Yeah.
the empirical advantage numbers. This pure amount of like hacks it has more of because it's been around longer. I'd probably still say Naruto, but I'm not gonna lie, JJK is not that far away. It really isn't. It's really, really
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I want a battle between Jura versus Sadari. Oh shit!
Oh shit.
$30 for BT. I appreciate you, brother. I'm starting to feel like Sixer in these streams where it gets like just banger after banger. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate that a
Bangers,
lot.
bro.
Here's 6. I appreciate you, man. Really appreciate that. That's definitely It's our Christmas bonus right there. Appreciate you, man.
That's awesome.
It's awesome, man. I gotta give you guys credit, man. Put this shit on the screen with great speed. Give me a second here. Let's see here. Appreciate you, BT. Much love, brother. Where's it at? There you go, man.
Big
Give you
timer.
guys credit. All right, appreciate you guys. Too much Riz, dude. A bunch of people have Riz in here. They're all like flexing their Christmas bonuses today. It's crazy. That's insane, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Really do. Let's see. Jay, you need to find. I just read that. Shame that Sasuke's the last design was never used again outside of the movie and was replaced by a generic block cloak. I agree that the last design was actually kind of cool with like
It
the
was pretty heat.
yeah, it was pretty heat,
definitely.
dude. Especially when you destroyed that meteor and saved like Konoha. That was cool. So yeah, I agree.
People playing him in the game was like that as well. Definitely
Yeah.
up the most trips.
It-
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Very drippy. I think that I agree. I like it more too. Top 5 Naruto's with characters with the most drip. Minato, Tobirama, those guys for
Itachi,
sure are
maybe?
up there. Itachi has some drip, yeah, deadass. Even Pain with the piercings, low key. But
Zabuza, low key.
Zabuza has some drip. What's another good one? Kakashi, I mean, he has drip. You know, he has some drip.
Yeah. He just wears a Jonin outfit.
Yeah.
The series.
He's just
looks like
he
hella
has so much
dope.
riz that
You
he
know.
can like he like rocks it. But yeah, it is this basically a Jonin outfit.
Definitely not my guy or Rock.
Oh hell no, they're lacking drip, man. They don't have any drip. They're goated, but they don't have drip. This is facts. What else?
What about Jiraiya? You fuck with Jiraiya?
Jiraiya's
Yeah.
it's a cool clothing. I think it's like pretty. It's decent drip.
Yeah.
Who else has drip on him? I would say. Trying to think of other
The
characters.
story, maybe.
Story got some drip. You know, I think I kind of fuck with him when he's not in his puppet like shell. Like when it's just like his puppet, his body, but the puppet version. I fuck with that.
Facts.
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
he look cool.
Fucking Pain, bro. Of course.
Pain with the piercings, dude. Is cool. Especially the Tendo. Yeah, Tendo Pen is the coldest. Like aesthetically, it shit is clean. Honestly, like KCM2 or maybe like 6-pass Naruto had drip with the True Seeking orbs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that final transformation was.
Yeah, that was final. That shit was heat. Even Black Suit Sasuke in the tuning exams, that was kind of drippy when he had like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
iconic.
That was iconic. That was drippy. So yeah, those guys would come to mind. Top 5, it's tough, but yeah, those guys I'd put up there. They all have a chance to be up there. So yeah, that's pretty clean. They're pretty clean shit. Jujutsu Kaisen stops Hunter x Hunter, but a lot of hunters would be top tier in the JJK. To be honest, it's just the top 5 in JJK way surpass the top. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if Sasuke caught Koda off guard, that just means he doesn't scale to him in speed. He still need crazy good AP to be able to hurt him in the first place. Yeah, exactly, man. That eye damage, it doesn't like observably show how that happened. It probably was like off guard or something. I don't know. I doubt he could speed blitz the guy. I mean, he couldn't even beat Jigen, let alone a guy above Jigen. So
yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
power scaling wise at all.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, 6 got loan sharks for fans. Dude, I saw a stream. I think 6 on Twitter. He made like 4K in a day. Fucking, they actually paid him to get off stream. They're like paying like $500 like in the stream. A bidding war to end the stream. That's crazy, bro. Shout out to 6,
amazing.
Yeah, shout out to 6. Naruto hacks are shinobi-esque and more applicable in shinobi combat. JJK hacks are more related to sorcery, so it looks more magnificent and grandiose. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree that Gojo specifically, his abilities are so grandiose and like just aesthetically pleasing. Purple, red, blue, hollow purple rather. Yeah, his domain expansion is just like a
his
sight
aesthetic
to see. His aesthetic in general, yeah. He's just one of those
Yeah.
guys that has that kind of drip. Naruto, the equivalent would be like Minato. Is very flashy and like cold. Minato or
Yeah,
like
it's a good
Itachi
comparison.
or guys like that. Yeah. Isn't Miriam the top of the Hunter x Hunter verse and he's barely building level? I've heard of Miriam, this character, a lot. Like I've seen people make videos on him.
Yeah, he's like the leader of the Akatsuki, if you will, in that verse, pretty much. Yeah.
The last Sasuke got drip, crazy drip, and so does 6-pass Naruto. Oh yeah, last Sasuke, yeah, actually 6-pass Sasuke had some drip too with the gray low key. It's kind of drip.
Kind of drippy.
Yeah, it was pretty cold. We might have a misconstrued outlook on Jigen's power. When he faced Naruto and Sasuke, he had a 10 tails amp. Sasuke and Naruto had gotten really close to landing more than a couple hits on Jigen. That's because the vessel was failing him though. When he fought Naruto and Sasuke, like he had to stop because his vessel started to crack. Like it wasn't even like that. Just shows like the faulty vessel that he was in, and he still beat these guys like pretty casually.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he
Yeah.
had to go in the first
Yeah.
place.
If it was Ishiki, I mean, we saw what happened. Ishiki emerged. They couldn't even fucking touch him, or they couldn't even perceive him until Baryon wrote Naruto. So, 6 tax forms must be ridiculous. W6. Yeah, facts, dude. Facts. This is a fucking super chest alone for the guy. He deserves it though, man. He's a good creator, great creator. But feel free to keep asking questions, folks. Shout out to all the donos, man. Sir Goats, BT, appreciate you, brother. Alexa, just everyone this year. The guys that I memorized, Kedrick, Steven, just everyone, all support, all the questions. W year.
It's an amazing year so far.
Yeah, hell of a year.
Yeah.
So appreciate you, folks. So you guys, I mean, we'd be talking to nobody. You know what I'm saying? It'd be us talking just random ass VC to nobody. So appreciate you guys. So, let's see. There's no Naruto character with more aura than Baryon Naruto. Oh, dude, Baryon Naruto is brilliantly done. Even in the anime, dude, they got that shit perfectly. So I agree. He has some of the most polarizing aura in Naruto history. It's very, very, very easy to deduce that him, Fifth Gates Lee, Eight Gates Guy,
Absolutely, yeah.
Those guys have like
equals.
all-time great aura. Yeah, those are some of the greats.
Yeah.
How cool would a Juro versus Bloodlust? Holy shit! Sir, go to the 100?
Oh god!
What the?
Man.
Holy shit, Sir Goats! Another bag, dude. He did this last week and now this week. I appreciate you, brother. Really do, man.
Damn.
Holy shit. That's fucking crazy.
Y'all have some goats though, man.
Dude, you got Christmas bonuses came in hot this year, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Sir Goats. Really appreciate that, brother. Put on the screen at 100 dono. Holy shit.
Damn, I think he's tied with Alexa now.
He did. That's 250s,
They're
dude.
back at it. Yeah.
Hey, Alexa, he put 250s down, one dono. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you said, but I'm working on a story idea about a character named Locky that has the right forearm that is magically wrapped in right wraps, and he has a swords that is connected to his right forearm, and he's on an adventure with a girl who's looking for ancient artifacts. Sounds like a good premise.
Kind of reminds me of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Low-key. He's looking for like the Millennium puzzle pieces.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh! That used to be my shit when I was a kid.
Love that shit growing up.
I used to love that when he would like turn into the adult version. Yu-Gi-Oh! That shit was dope, man.
Yeah, that first season was legendary.
So lit. Sure. Yeah, I had so many memories of that. I remember my dad bought me some Yu-Gi-Oh! cards. That shit was fire.
Dude, if I kept mine, man. Sheesh.
Oh man, mine are probably buried somewhere. I have like all my old shit from when I was a kid buried somewhere. It's probably all still there. Yeah, that shit was fire though. It's kind of like Pokemon. Like it kind of reminded me of Pokemon a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Even a Sasuke cut. I just read that. That's $400. Yeah, there's some fucking goats in here today. I appreciate all of you, man. That's fucking crazy. Like in a good way, obviously. It's amazing. RIP to the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, facts, bro. RIP.
Dude, that was so tragic too. Yeah, that was crazy.
We lost a couple of guys,
he went out
man.
in a noble way, bro.
Yeah, he went out very noble. We lost the main voice of Batman, Kevin Conroy. The guy's a fucking legend. I mean, he is Batman. He voiced the Arkham games. He voiced the DC animated films, the Justice League. I mean, the guy's a goat. So we lost him. We lost a lot of goats, man, this year. There's no Naruto character. I just read that. How cool a Jorah versus Bloodlusted Borushiki with Uzuhiko active would be. Now that would be a hell of a fight. I would love to see that. That would be interesting. The leader of the Shinju, who apparently seems to be, versus Bloodlusted Borushiki with Uzuhiko active. That would be insane, dude. That would be a hell of a fight. That has to be seen. We have to see. At least Boruto. I think Juro versus Boruto would make the most sense because he's going after his father and he wants to defend his father's honor. So that would make the most sense for him to combat that specific Shinju. So I do agree that would make sense for sure. Zuko or Vegeta, and it's not close in terms of writing. Dude, Zuko's very well written. Very, very well written. I don't blame you for saying he's better than Vegeta. Vegeta's all-time great too. But Zuko's very well written, man. Yeah, very well done.
Yeah, he had a really polarizing story for sure.
He kind of like was trying to appease to his father's will, and then his uncle was basically his mentor. Basically said, hey, it's not worth it. Like, your father isn't the man you think he is. He's a tyrant. You don't want to repeat his mistakes, right? And he became a more docile, good-hearted person. He started working with Aang. It was a real story, man. So yeah, he's very well written. It's the reason why Avatar in general is so well written. It's a character development.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of agree with that take, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't blame that take at all. I don't, because Avatar is all-time great. Like, writing-wise, period. It's all-time great. Like, it's up there with the best. So I agree, man. You know how much money is 400 in Jamaican dollars? a whole lot of money, Batman. Do the math. Multiply 400 by 155. That's the amount of Jamaican
Shit.
dollars you would have. Holy shit. 400 by 155. That's inflation for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like 400 times 100 is 40,000 times 50. That would be another 20,000, 60,000 times 5. That's like
You be balling
60,000
down there,
something.
bro.
That's a lot of money out there. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Just making a response to a single video tired me out immensely. It's either ignoring stupid shit, say, or low effort comebacks. I'd say pick your battles, man, because energy is finite. Like you might be tempted to like shit on someone that doesn't agree with you, but I would say pick your battles wisely to where like you get something out of it, not just like your ego getting satisfied. You know, a lot of people have that bad habit of engaging in unnecessary conflict, and it really doesn't matter in the end. So yeah, rank every
Risk
Mangekyo
reward,
Sharingan
man.
ability. Every Mangekyo Sharingan ability. So we have just to list them: Tsukuyomi, Kamui, Amaterasu,
Kodo,
Kodo,
Kuratsuchi,
Kuratsuchi.
Kamui,
Yeah, Kamui. Those are like the main ones. Right? I'm trying to think of any other ones.
Susanoo.
I guess Susanoo technically counts as one too. Number one, my opinion, my favorite is Tsukuyomi. If it's based on preference, based on like ability to make things happen.
Applicability.
Yeah,
Yeah.
applicability. Kamui would be way up there. Tsukuyomi's way up there. Susanoo, of course, gives you the ultimate defense.
Especially PS.
Yeah, literally. Those are probably top three. It's hard to rank them, but the other ones we don't see very often. Karasuchi, see that a couple times. Amaterasu. The Genjutsus are like typically the most useful, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, I would probably put like Tsukuyomi, Susanoo, and Kodo. Kodo or Conway? I'd probably put Conway. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
Kodo.
put
Yeah,
Conway top 3.
probably.
But
Yeah, I
probably
agree.
Kodo 4. Yeah,
I agree.
I'd have to.
Yeah.
But that's a top 3 for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the cool-off periods being so large. Yeah, probably that's the reason why it's not higher. So.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zuko has the advantage of actually having his development happen on screen. One of the biggest flaws of Vegeta's writing is that all of his development happens entirely off screen. I see what you're saying. I would say that Zuko definitely has more on-screen development. I'll say that. Like from a character perspective, I agree completely with that. Based on usefulness, Kamui on coolness, Susanoo, Tsukuyomi. That's fair. Yeah. But another topic, feel free to keep asking questions, if folks. You guys can literally ask anything. Literally anything. We've talked throughout this year. We've talked everything you can think of, within reason, obviously, right? We've talked anime, politics, everything. We basically talked. We try to make it versatile for you folks. Feel free to ask anything at all. And by the way, if you haven't already, please hit the like button. Let's try to get this one to 20, 30 plus likes. That usually gets us
Yes,
higher in the
sir.
algorithm, and that results in some streams hitting like 5, 6 figures. We have a few of those thanks to you guys. It's all because of you. We have streams in the 50Ks, 60, 100. We have 1.5 mil almost. That's because of you guys. So we
Wow,
really
that's
appreciate
crazy.
you guys, man. That's
Let's
insane.
go.
I haven't seen any other pod in this space hit that kind of number. You know, like 100K, 400K. Like our goal is to make that consistent, of course, but just the fact that you guys got us there is amazing. You know, so we really appreciate you guys for sure. Without you guys, again, like I said, would just be the random guys talking in a fucking VC server, you know. So you guys are literally the reason why.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you guys are goats, man. Appreciate all of you for sure.
Facts, man. Yeah. When Naruto gets out of the dimension, he's gonna be so devastated when he hears what happened. Oh, dude, he's gonna break him, dude. When he hears that his son's been
absolutely.
turned into a fucking terrorist, it's gonna be awful. I agree completely. It's gonna hurt his heart for sure. He's gonna be so disappointed in Kawaki. He's gonna be so disappointed when he finds out.
I just wonder if he's like affected by the omnipotent spell as well.
Oh man, because if it is, then omnipotence is interdimensional, which is insane. If he is affected, that would be insane. Let's see. But while you guys ask questions, someone asked me about the where is it at? Let me go down. About anime of the year. So we might as well discuss that. We're probably gonna get more in depth next week with it being the last stream of the year, but we'll talk about it a little bit here. I would say there are definitely several candidates for both best manga and anime. Attack on Titan has to be in there in the conversation. JJK, Bleach with the part 2 being as good as it was.
So good.
Even Boruto with Blue Vortex, I wouldn't put it as the best, but it's in the conversation to some extent. You can make the argument. But I think it just makes it into the conversation. So those are like the main ones. I know there's a bunch of other animes I don't even know of
It
that
does good
people
numbers
love,
wise too, surprisingly.
especially
Boruto.
now.
Like,
Yeah, like Six
yeah,
and
that's
The
stuff.
pretty
manga
dope. Like,
does.
it's always in the top 10 or top 5.
Yeah,
So
Six and Troy have been like on it. They've been posting shout out to them, and like the numbers are doing really well right now. Like
yeah.
top 5, top
So
3.
it's not even just like popular. Like popularity is the more contentious because let's be
Yeah,
real, it's a hit and miss. People either love it or they hate it.
yeah, literally.
But
Yeah.
what's it called? But numbers. I'm just saying the numbers. They're still
Yeah,
there.
people
So
read that manga for sure, dude.
Oh yeah, especially
Absolutely.
now.
and
Yeah.
let's be real, it's mainly because of the OG fans. I'm just
Oh
being
yeah,
honest.
for sure.
But
Yeah. I would say if I had to choose from my subjective lens, probably JJK. It dominated this whole year,
same.
and it had like one of the most iconic moments in anime recent history, which was Gojo's death.
Like,
It was huge.
Like, bro, everything with JJK, especially Gojo, like, come on, bro. Come on.
Manga and anime, by the way, both
Boruto's
fire.
good, but it didn't hit like that, bro.
Yeah, both manga and anime were fire. I mean, we saw
No, I
the
agree completely.
Toji Gojo animation, which is fucking fire. Jogo killing Nanami, fucking fire. We saw Yuji battle Mahito, fire.
The animation is so good. Like, the
It is,
quality,
bro.
it's
Yeah.
so good.
So good.
Compared to Boruto.
And then
It's
the
like, what?
manga, I mean, let's not even talk about the manga. Gojo versus Sukuna, Gojo's death. We have Yuji's emergence. We have Hikari, Higuruma. We have all these monsters coming to fruition. Yuta.
Like, Jay,
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
you know
Man.
damn well Gojo versus Sukuna animated is gonna be crazy.
Oh my god, that's gonna be like fucking.
Oh, I
Like, you
can't wait
saw
for
how
that.
hard they
Yeah.
went with Pain versus Naruto. You know what I mean?
That's gonna
And,
be
like,
on
all
that
the
level,
legendary
probably.
fights
To
in
be
the
honest,
manga.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be like
dude.
very on mode.
It's gonna be
Yeah, literally,
legendary.
dude.
Like, they're gonna have a fight, bro.
that's gonna be fucking like Gear 5 Luffy moment, but for JJK fans, it's gonna be fucking crazy, dude. It's gonna
Yeah.
be
Exactly, bro. Yeah.
insane. Like I can't wait for that.
Hey,
Because
One Piece did
like
great
think of it
this
this
year,
way,
to
like
be
all the
honest.
manga legendary moments in Naruto, and then when it was animated, like people lost their mind because it was just so much more better.
So good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like JJK is gonna hit the same exact way for like Naruto did. It's just
Oh
gonna
man,
be
if
so
the manga
much
was
better,
good,
dude.
just imagine the fight like anime. That's gonna be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be like
And
throwing
Boruto,
hands. You know what I mean? They're gonna be
too,
going
And
blow for
Boruto.
blow, blast. Yeah.
Yeah, Gojo versus Sukuna, dude. Like domain expansion
We also
clash.
might even see how Gojo gets cut too, Jay. Like, because
Oh,
I heard they
shit.
did like a time
Yeah.
skip, so it might show that in the anime. We actually
Yeah.
might get to actually see what happened. But
Literally,
maybe.
dude. That's gonna be so goated. Yeah, facts. When Naruto gets I just read that. Probably Itachi's character is that we don't see Itachi realizing that he made the wrong choice or dealing with the guilt of what he did to his clan.
No, he
And
did.
Sasuke.
He acknowledged
No,
it.
when
We
he
saw
was
it in the war
resurrected,
arc barely
yeah.
is where we really
Yeah.
like iterated that. But the
He
thing
said
is,
that to Naruto after
Yeah.
after helping him fight Nagato. He said that shit, and then he also said it to his brother Sasuke.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, I would say
Naruto.
this:
Yeah.
Itachi had to maintain his stoicism, especially in the Akatsuki, to not like any tripwires and expose his true like intention. So that's the reason why he didn't express it. Once he died and it was all like said and done, then he expressed that guilt, like to Sasuke when after the Kabuto fight. He's like, hey man, I tried to carry it all alone. He even expresses it to Naruto when he's in Edo. He's like, I tried to carry the boats alone, and I couldn't do it. You need help. Like even you, Naruto, don't make the mistakes I made. I know you're the guy now. You got more powerful, but you're not gonna be able to do this alone. Like I couldn't do it alone. You have to be more humble than that. So
yeah, like he told Naruto flat out, gave him talk no jutsu, and then he also told Sasuke like I should just asked for you for help. Like maybe you, even though you were a kid, maybe you would have been just enough to make things work and not be so crazy. Like you know what I mean? Like he
Well, in a
he was
way.
really humble and acknowledged his mistakes.
yeah,
And he said if he could have done differently, he would have. But it is what it is.
it is what it is. So yeah, he didn't display blatant
He was
guilt
13, bro. The guy was
Yeah.
13 or 12. Like,
yeah,
cut
all
him some
the
fucking
burdens he had to
slack.
carry at such a young age because of his status and his caliber is just a lot.
Man-childs, basically. Man-childs. Like, he was the adult.
Yeah, literally, he was already a Hokage wisdom at 7. I mean, the guy had so much on his plate
Literally.
at such a young age, man. It's like, can you blame him? He was
Itachi
just a
did
kid.
realize
Uh,
he did realize he needed help with Naruto, even when he was alive, when he gave him that crow or
the crow, yeah, exactly.
He knew he needed some assistance from a third party, if you will. So it's like Itachi was always very calculated, and if he did reveal like his intentions, that does ruin the plan with Sasuke and like enabling the
Zetsu was
hatred
watching all the time.
and frustration
He was watching,
and trying to get him more powerful as a result.
Obito's
So-
watching all the
Exactly.
time. Like, you're talking about motherfuckers that literally have transportation techniques that are always around. Like, he couldn't do, you know what I mean? Like, he couldn't do that. Otherwise, the deal's broken, and now the whole Akatsuki's going after his ass, you know? Like,
yeah, exactly. So Itachi had a very, very, very complex set of
And
events
plus, if the
happening.
hidden leaf was exposed of what actually occurred and why, oh my god, it'd be chaos. There'd be civil war. Like
Yeah.
Kakashi said it himself. He told Yamato and Naruto, even if that's true, we cannot say anything about it or whatever. We need to wait because this could cause very big problems within the hidden leaf.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
Am I bad
So
because I don't think Goku did something wrong when he allowed Gohan to fight Cell? Yeah, Gohan is a kid, but he's a Super Saiyan. What does he think he would never fight? So it's kind of like a moral dilemma, right? Because Saiyans they tap into their potential via their ferocity and like tenaciousness. So that's the argument for Goku. Like Goku's aware of his nature and aware of Gohan's nature and his potential. So the argument for it would be he did that for his own good to awaken what he knew was inside him. The argument against that would be Gohan is still a kid, is still naive, and that could have easily resulted in him dying to Cell's hand. Like he could have caused the death of his son. So it's a moral dilemma, really. I think you can argue for both sides. I don't think you're wrong for thinking he's not a bad guy for doing that. You could argue either side. I
and
don't think he's bad in
same thing
general,
like Madara.
but
It's like
yeah,
Madara. You know?
yeah,
I
it's
don't
one of
know. I feel
those.
like Gohan had a really horrible conflicting dynamic with like Chi-Chi and Goku. On one hand, he's trying to be like this pretentious student who like lives up to his grades and
Yeah,
accolades, and then with Goku, he's supposed to be like a protector of the Earth, if you will. And then
Yeah.
it's just like a conflict of ideologies. And then when Goku trained with Gohan for I don't know like years at the hyperbolic time chamber. Like he knew his nature, he knew his potential. Even when he was a baby with Raditz, like he saw his potential
exactly.
multiple
Yeah,
times throughout his like adolescence or
Yeah, Gohan
childhood
was just
development, if you will.
conflicted the whole time. Like
it's
he couldn't
like
decide whether if he would be the next protector to take the mantle or to
yeah.
be like a in between like normal life type
And
deal, you
when
know?
you talk to fathers,
Mm.
even in the real world, there's always this fine line for good fathers at least between coddling and teaching. There's always this fine line, like what's the balance between okay, I gotta take care of him in this specific situation, but here I should let him scrape himself and learn. Like what's the fine line? Obviously, this is a fictional based reality, and Gohan could have died, but it's still not analogous to some extent. Like a father might say, hey, you're getting bullied at school. Some fathers might be like, okay, I'm going to the school. I'm gonna tell the principal. I'm gonna protect you. Well,
Yeah,
other fathers might say, hey, you gotta deal with this. You gotta earn
yeah,
respect from your
yeah.
bully.
You got to be alpha. Like you got to
Yeah,
earn
and
that
you got to
shit. Yeah,
Especially if you're a
put your foot down.
Saiyan,
Yeah, exactly.
you
So
know.
it's like that moral dilemma that fathers have. Like, what's the balance I need to make sure my son doesn't become a pussy, but also not put him in danger because he's not ready
yeah.
for it. So it's like
Yeah,
that
for me,
fine line.
it's like a mixture. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
you gotta discipline your child to definitely man the fuck up and know how to take care of himself at certain moments. Because at the end of the day, your parents are not going to be there 24/7 for
exactly.
you. They're not going to be
Yeah,
able to hold your hand every fucking day or forever and ever. You never know what's going to happen. So like there is going to be a point in time where you do have to have that harsh and blunt mentality. And whether if you got to be there with them to show it how it's done, or you got to be like, oh nope, figure it out on your own, whatever, you know, and then go from there. Like you got to have a balance. You got to let them do their thing, but at the same time intervene when it is necessary because you obviously don't want shit to escalate or get much worse either,
yeah,
right? You know,
exactly. Yeah.
things like that. So it's a mixture of balance.
It's
It's
yeah, it
extremely
really is a
extremely important.
dilemma. Like
You
there's
know?
a threshold. I
Yeah,
think it varies from father to father, but I would say it tends to work when you are more on the disciplinary side as opposed to like coddling your kid. Like
yeah.
your kid won't adapt to challenge if they are never exposed to it. Like if you just simply
They
save the
have
day as a
to at
father,
some point. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Like you have these kids that grow up coddled, and when they're in the real world, they're fucking lost. They don't know how to handle it because the pressure's
Or
all.
they blow up in a crazy way,
Yeah,
shooting up, schools and yada
exactly.
yada, you
So
name it.
you
So
have to instill toughness to some extent. That was Goku's ideology here, and obviously it's a little different. It's fictional based reality, and it's like more extreme and
yeah.
radicalized. But it's the same principle applies. Like he allowed, his son to engage in this challenge because he wanted him to learn how to overcome conflict and like tap into his latent potential. It worked. I mean, in the
Hey,
end, it worked. But
yeah, it
yeah,
worked. Yeah, it worked. Yeah, because he was like, Gohan, like you're gonna have to, I'm being nice to you. I've been sugarcoating whatever, but hey, enough's enough, and it's all up to you, basically, right? He kind of pushed him to where he has to figure his shit out, and that's kind of the route he did. And I think Goku did a good job. I think he did a mixture of things. Like if it was Vegeta would have been like, "Hey, Trunks, stop being a bitch. Go out, you know
oh
what I mean?
yeah,
Whatever, yada yada, or smack him or some shit, you know."
I don't
Like
know.
that's
Yeah,
literally what he did. Like whenever he was disgusted of his son, he'd beat the fuck out of him.
yeah.
Like,
Even
oh,
Gohan,
literally.
one time when they're in the gravitational manipulation chamber, he was talking shit to Gohan. He's like, "You fall like a
yeah,
pussy. What the fuck is that?" Like, yeah, he's
yeah.
more of a disciplinary. in relation.
Yeah, so
So
Goku, he's a mixture. He's very kind-hearted. He'll try to, be patient, whatever, this and that, yada yada, or give Gohan the benefit of the doubt or whatever, tolerate. But then when it comes to it, when it really comes down to business and no more fucking around, Goku be like, hey, nah, like enough's enough. Like you need to, and
yeah,
that's
like
what happened.
Piccolo's
So
still a better father. That's just facts. But I
true.
mean,
Fact.
yeah,
Yeah.
Goku is because of negligence, not even because of discipline. He's just too negligent with Gohan. But
Yeah, he's too
Yeah,
kind.
I just feel
yeah,
like it was a dire stake with like fighting Cell. Like the whole world was about to be destroyed if like this fight didn't go the way that it needed to, right? So it's
Yeah.
like the one thing I don't agree with, like morally, is like Goku giving Cell a fucking sensu
yeah, that
bean.
was stupid
Like
as fuck. That was stupid.
that made
Yeah,
no sense to me whatsoever. Like
logically,
if
that's
you
just
need to
dumb.
push your son to that extent to save the world, okay, I get it. Like morality, it's questionable at that end because like
Yeah.
you're saving the lives of billions of people. But it's like to give your opponent a sensu bean and then do all that, that's where I
That
question the
Yeah, that's
was
morality.
that part is fucking. He was
Yeah,
fucking dumb there. That was fucking dumb. Like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that was fucking dumb
like
That,
for
come
that's
sure.
on,
like that's like
Yeah.
letting
it's not a
Hitler
game.
that's
Yeah, it's
like
not a
going up
game,
to
man.
Hitler and be like, hey, you can walk away. I'll give you a freebie, or hey, I'll give you an exosuit or a tank, and good
That would be
luck.
like giving Hitler a nuke in World War II. Like, here you go.
Yeah,
Now you got it. So
Yeah,
bomb Poland or some bullshit. So it's like dumb as fuck.
fans are trippy, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, literally, dude.
they're
So that was dumb. Goku's made some dumb mistakes when it comes to that. But yeah,
but to be fair though, like even though it's morally unacceptable, the reason why Goku does that is because he's a fucking idiot. That's
yeah,
just
he
part of
is.
his
Yeah,
character. Like
it is. So.
I'm sorry, but like it's Goku's not really doing that because he thinks that's morally the right choice. That's not even the case at all. He does it because he's so obsessed with like the fixation of
His
like, oh, I
battle.
want to have
Yeah.
challenge,
their
you
battles.
name it,
Yeah,
whatever, or fight and silly. Like that's just the lengths he's willing to go to, even if it's idiotic.
Yeah, that was idiotic, I
So
must admit. I'm late. Sasuke really died. No, he didn't really die. He's just restrained right now. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
But
Just to be
Goku's
safe.
gotten better though. He's grown as a character
He's
because
more mature
throughout he's
now, I'd
eventually
say.
realized to be
Yeah.
more serious or to not really do shit like that either.
He's matured
of
for
course,
sure.
man.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
matured
he's
since
definitely
then.
matured.
Yeah.
Like Beerus, when Beerus came down, he wasn't doing any of that fuck shit. He was actually dead ass and like trying to make sure
Oh yeah,
the
he
world's
knew that
not
if he
ending
fucks
and
with
shit,
him,
you know?
if he fucks around with him, he's gonna blow up the planet easy.
Yeah,
So yeah.
exactly. Like so it's like Goku, he did grow through time, but definitely in the beginning in Dragon Ball Z, he was like a hit and miss, bro. He was weird.
Yeah.
He was either dead ass or he was fucking up and it's like, why the fuck would you do that?
That moment was like, what the fuck? When Naruto gets out, I just read that. Gojo is definitely gonna be the best character of the year, the most impactful character. I agree. He probably is gonna wear like anime character of the year. Yeah. With
Oh,
God as my
facts,
witness, I'm
yeah.
not making a high for debunk again for a while. I still got one video series I intend on responding, but after that. Yeah, like I said, debunk what you think is actually worth debunking. What do you think is Kashimo's domain expansion? It's a lightning domain with bolts faster than light. Okay, well, he answered that.
That's
Kashimo,
sick.
Kashimo's an interesting character, yeah. Itachi acknowledged that he made the wrong choice to Sasuke, but we don't see how he got to that point. That's what I meant, the development, not the end point. He made that wrong choice, but we don't see how he got to that point.
Well, didn't he see Sasuke's like he was trying to like go against Konoha, and Itachi's
Yeah,
like
that kind of, yeah,
Naruto told him that. Naruto
yeah,
told Itachi like, "Yo, Sasuke's fucking up, low key.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he's trying to like kill Konoha." And Itachi's like, "Oh shit, I fucked up." And then
yeah,
that's when
literally, like he was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, exactly.
and
The Detroit
so that's kind of
Pistons,
development.
the
Yeah.
Detroit Pistons are on a 26 game
Because
losing streak. What an
Itachi was
embarrassment.
he was
Oh, dude.
expecting Sasuke to go the route to like be known as the hero of killing Itachi, right? And then
Yeah.
to go back to Konoha. And he wasn't expecting Obito to drop that fucking truth bomb. And I'll say this, even if like he did calculate that as well, you know what I mean? And maybe that's why he didn't even try to kill Obito before dealing with Sasuke. Because in my opinion, I think it would be more logical to kill Obito and then do what you want to do with Sasuke. That's what he should have done if I was Itachi. But either way,
Yeah.
what's it called? I think what it was is he also calculated that even if Obito did tell him, it's still the possibility that Sasuke would still like at least like bestow like his brother's values and will, right? And he would meaning still be good. And even
Yeah.
Obito like acknowledged that like he was taking a gamble telling Sasuke the truth. It was either Sasuke would go along Itachi's will and he's not going to fuck with Obito and now Obito has an enemy there, okay? Or he would go exactly how Obito wanted to, hopefully, which is now he has all this hatred and now wants to crush Konoha and help Obito get all the Biju and shit, you know?
Yeah,
So,
literally. It was a gamble
like,
for sure. But by the way, folks,
yeah.
you feel free to ask sports questions too. Someone brought out Detroit. Yeah, they're atrocious this year, man. I agree. It's pretty pathetic. 26
Oh,
games in a
dude.
row.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad.
Their record, I think we only have 2 wins,
It's
which is
fucking bad. That's like it's kind of
pathetic.
funny. The Bulls pre. Oh shit, $9, $10 from Sir Goats. Hey man,
The
appreciate that. Bud.
GOAT.
Appreciate you, brother. I got a split, but have a nice Christmas, everyone. Hey, appreciate you, Sir Goats. Been a hell of
Have a
a
great holiday, brother.
hell of a dude this year, brother. Appreciate you. Put that on the screen. But yeah, feel free to ask sports question, folks. We know football, basketball, and of course, many of you guys know we like combat sports, so boxing, UFC. Feel free to ask stuff about that. I've been keeping up with NBA here and there, NFL too, keeping up with the teams, at least my teams.
What's
And
sad
of
about the Pistons
course,
is
yeah, the Pistons,
um
man.
their lineup is just atrocious. Like they had such a good legacy with like Isaiah Thomas and like
Yeah,
Dennis Rodman and Joe Dumars. Like
so many
back in the day when
legends.
they won rings against like Jordan and shit. It's like
Yeah,
nowadays their lineup is just atrocious.
it's
Like
kind of
they
like the
could.
Bulls too, like the dynasty after it left. It just, I mean, we've
Oh
seen
yeah,
those, like those
they have
dynasties
so many
die.
picks, bro. They need to
Yeah,
do something with that, bro. Because it's
exactly. It's
just like
like what
it's sad.
happens typically, and it's not even just basketball in general. When you have a dominant dynasty, you have like this peak moment, right? Like the Bulls in the 90s, Brady and the Patriots in the mid 2000s, early 2010s. And once that's over, um, essentially they have a rut. Like you hit after that peak, it's like you plummet to like mediocrity or even below that. Like the Bulls, for example, are atrocious, or have been historically since Jordan's departure. The Patriots are pretty bad without Brady. You just see that
Well,
historically.
yeah,
Yeah,
it makes sense because like they invest so much picks and like salary cap into like the super team, right? But it's like, yeah, you've had 20 years since that to like accrue picks or just like you have more options or resources to utilize to like invest into your team. And if you're
yeah,
like in a losing record, more times than not, a lottery pick is going to be in your favor the next year. You're going to get like the
absolutely.
first pick, right? So
Yeah,
it's just like if you have 20 years since this like like peak in your dynasty, why haven't you taken the time to just like rebuild properly?
yeah.
Same with the Wizards. They're just doing horrible.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they're atrocious too. I mean, they had a decent team, but yeah, they're atrocious now. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like dominance. Usually, very dominant teams after their dynasty goes and the best, depart. They usually have a rut. That seems to be the case historically. So I guess that's just the volatility of sports, it's the competitive nature. Teams catch up. You lose your best players, they retire or whatever, and then you're back in you're back amongst the masses of other teams that are more mediocre. So basically what you see historically, honestly.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
People, yeah, it really is. Do you know how like Gohan heavily respects Vegeta and Trunks like listens to Goku a lot? Even the spoiled Trunks listen to Goku, and even when they just met, though Gohan hated him, he did respect them. Yeah, I see what you're saying. People not ready for Konohamaru to drop a master class versus the Shinju. Konohamaru. I'm sorry, he's fucking ass, dude. He's probably gonna get fucking
Yeah.
slapped around by the Shinju. Koji slapped him around. Slapped the fuck out of him. Did shit to him.
They couldn't pick a better Hokage though. Like,
Yeah,
really?
like, what is that? What five fictional characters do you guys dislike the most? Dislike? Sakura, Tenten, Kiba.
Eno,
Ino's fucking annoying as shit. Who else do I not like
Don
in
Donzo's kind of,
Danzo's a bitch, yeah. I don't really like him either.
yeah, kind of
Other
sucks.
animes that I don't like, characters I don't like. Let's see. Dragon Ball is anyone I
Hmm.
don't like. Yamcha, I don't. It's not that I don't like him. I just feel sorry for Yamcha, honestly.
Yeah,
I
in
feel.
Dragon Ball, there's not many characters I actually like dislike like that.
Yeah,
They just
not
kind of
really.
suck. It's
Yeah,
kind of the first thing. But
JJK.
yeah,
I like most people in JJK. Uh, Maybe that one bitch that was on Sukuna's nuts, fucking Yorozu. Like she's like infatuated with him. She's kind of annoying. Kind of reminds me of Sakura a
nah,
little bit. So maybe her.
classic simp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally. So that's all that comes to mind, really. So be sure to like and sub, y'all. I appreciate you, Sir Goats. Appreciate you, brother.
the
Uh,
goat.
BT, do you find yourself enjoying more morally gray or morally black villain? Morally gray. Usually those are the guys that become great, all-time great villains. Guys like
Yeah, more
Madara.
complexity. Yeah.
Yeah, guys like Madara. Who else would be? I mean, Aizen's not really gray, but he's just
I will say
complex.
Majin Buu though, legendary,
Oh yeah,
goated
and
villain.
sometimes
In my
morally black
opinion,
characters do work, like Majin Buu, just pure like he's like a force of nature, really. Or Hidan.
exactly.
Hidan was a cool villain, more just pure evil, but he was cool. Gaara in part one, Orochimaru, you know. Morally gray is
Yeah, but
probably my preference, but there's a lot of great morally black villains as well.
Aizen's interesting though, because I feel like he is kind of like morally black. He's not really like confused or on the
Right,
fence
yeah,
about
yeah.
anything
Exactly. It's
really.
not really like
You
a
know?
he's just so intricate of a character, but yet he is kind of morally gray. Like he's not really like conflicted with anything. His goals are pretty concrete. Like what he wants to do.
Exactly.
He wants to become the
Yeah,
ultimate power force in the Bleachverse. So he's a great villain though, so yeah, it
exactly.
depends, yeah. I think Morally Gray has a bigger pull when it comes to great story writing, but something about chaos and morally black villain keeps me intrigued. Like Joker, yeah. Joker's a perfect example of morally black but brilliant. The guy is a fucking pure chaos, but he's brilliant. Brilliantly like chaotic. That's why he's one of the greatest villains of all time.
His
Hot take.
upbringing too is
Yeah.
just such like a immersive experience to get into as well. So it's like you can understand like why he was morally gray, like at least as an upstart, but then like it turned very sadistic fast, and that's
Yeah.
what's interesting about his story, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Hot take, Zuka versus Azula is the most aesthetically pleasing fight in fiction. That was a great fight. Zuka versus
In fiction,
and fiction, no, I mean there's a lot of great fights in fiction, but it's a really good fight though. It's up there. Um,
yeah.
during the solar eclipse and stuff, yeah, it was pretty cool. Homelander and the Deep are worse than any Naruto character. The Deep is just a retard. Homelander's a piece of shit though, for sure.
Damn,
The Deep is
roasted.
just retarded and he's a pussy. I mean, he like, listens to everything Homelander says because he's like God compared to him. But yeah, I forgot Stormfront's a bitch too. Oh yeah, fuck that bitch too. She's a Nazi, bro. She's basically like Hitler in the
Oh
boys.
hell no.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So fuck her. Homelander's like a broken character. He's like very egotistical and has a god complex, but he's broken. Stormfront was just an evil bitch. Like it's just straight up Nazi.
Hmm.
Literally wanted to
Not much like her.
she literally wanted to re-implement the fucking Nazi regime. Like she talked about it. Like she's fucking crazy. So Homelander's just broken. Like he has selfish desires, but I wouldn't say he's like inherently evil. He is a piece of shit for the shit he's done, but he's not like a Hedon or like a Gara. Not like that.
Hmm.
He's not psychopathic, I'd say, but he's more evil than not. He's more on the black side as opposed to the gray side. I'll say that. But he's intricate character. There's a reason why he's actually a good character, like well written. I mean, so name
Just
your
weird for
top.
a Superman.
Yeah,
You know,
literally, dude. Especially his
yeah.
his weak self-esteem. It's kind of funny. Rank your 5 top superheroes in the boys. You mean by like the ones I like? I'll go by what I like first. Homelander. Oh, I like Homelander for the character. I don't think he's a good person. Homelander, Soldier Boy. Who else do I like? I like Black Noir. I actually think he's pretty dope. Who else? Not A Train actually. Starlight. I like Starlight. She's dope. Probably Butcher when he's on the temporary compound V. Now, as far as power, Homelander's number 1. Soldier Boy's number 2. Butcher enhanced with V, I think, would probably be number 3, to be honest. He did okay against Soldier Boy. He still lost, but he did all right, I guess. And then number 4 would probably be. Trying to think. I would say Victoria Newman, but I don't know if she could blow up superheroes' heads. I'm not sure if she's able to. I like of Homelander's caliber, for example. If she can, I'd have her at 4. And then number 5
Yeah, that'd be broken if
probably.
she could. Then I
Yeah,
mean,
because
what a hack
Homelander
to do
asked her like,
already.
"I dare you, bitch," and she didn't do it. You could argue she didn't want to try because if she failed, he would have slaughtered her in an instant. Or you
Mm.
could argue she can't. So it's kind of like people battle whether or not she could have or couldn't crush guys' heads. She could have done it to Starlight though, because I know Starlight. She like kind of warned Starlight when they were talking shit to each other. She's like, "Don't try it, you'd lose." Like she's implying she could destroy Starlight's head. So I think she could destroy most people's heads. I don't know if Homelander's head is one of them, but
Was it a bluff though? You think, or was it like straight up like
yeah,
deadly
that's true. It
shit?
could be a bluff because Starlight was ready to scrap with her, and she's like, "Don't try it, bitch. I'll kill you." So
Huh?
yeah, it kind of depends how you interpret those moments. You could
It's
interpret.
hard. We'll need more like
Yeah,
information to be honest.
she has popped a Soup's head though. It was what's that guy's fucking name? The guy that replaced A Train, fucking
Like I don't know. I
supersonic.
feel like there's more. I feel like there's more to the contrary that she wouldn't be able to do that to Starlight because if she could, she would have killed a bunch of soups that were there, and she didn't.
Probably, yeah. Like she
You know what I
killed
mean?
one
Like you
soup.
might as well. That's a perfect opportunity. They don't know who did
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean?
not.
Like there's no reason to not kill anyone that's a threat. You know?
Yeah, there's the moment when she's in the congressional meeting and blows up like 100 heads. There was one soup she blew up. It was supersonic,
Yeah.
but he
It's
doesn't
like
have
a
durability like
fodder.
he doesn't have, yeah,
Yeah.
he's fodder. He doesn't have like Homelander durability, but I don't know. I guess
Just
we'll probably see that in season 4 if she can do it. I would assume. We'll find
Like
out.
unless she thought like somehow, some way, Starlight could still be like, like I don't know, useful in her plans. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
know, but like I don't see what that would be. Like Starlight can't do anything to Homelander. She can't do anything to anyone
Oh, hell
else.
no.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Definitely not.
Like she doesn't even know you know what I mean? So like there's really no incentive to keep her alive. And if anything, she's just more of a threat because she obviously knows she'd always try to fight and get in the way of things,
Yeah,
So
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know.
Omni-Man.
Like I feel like there's more to the contrary, but you could definitely argue she just didn't do it for whatever reason, and she can. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's the our debate I see a lot. Omni-Man and
yeah,
Homelander are evil Superman parodies. Oh yeah, basically what they are. Homelander
uh,
crushed a guy's head and started eating his blood while having sex with Stormfront. He's 100% psychopathic.
What
I would
the
say
fuck?
I would say
you want
maybe
to know
like
what's crazy? You want to know what's
That's some
crazy?
raw
There's
shit.
actually people
yeah.
out there that defend Homelander and say he has done nothing wrong.
No, he's a piece of shit. That's for sure. He's definitely a piece of shit.
Like there's people that actually defend the guy. I responded to one of these buffoons. I'm like, bro, he artworked a girl, okay, and forced her to be pregnant with his
Yeah,
child.
butchers
Oh
He
chick.
gosh.
forced the
Yeah.
chick to kill herself. He did what literally you guys just said. All this other shit. Like, what are you on about?
Yeah, he's a piece of shit,
Like,
man. It's very obvious he's a piece of shit. The showrunners for The Boys said Maeve could have beat Homelander at the end of the season 3. Really? So she's Soldier Boy level, but would still lose to him because of the radioactive attack. Homelander was holding back though. He wasn't trying to like scrap. That's the thing with Maeve. So I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, no. He was clearly holding back. He didn't want to kill her. He still had like emotional attachment to her, and he was like, "Maeve, stop, stop." He said stop over and over and
Yeah,
over,
like
and she
10
just kept
times. He's
on
like,
going.
"Bitch, stop! Calm the fuck down." Like, he's just
If
trying to.
anything,
Uh,
the only thing that really did
That's
was
tragic.
be more of an anti-feat for Homelander because he gets stabbed by a
in
fucking
the ear.
pencil at
Yeah.
that level. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
meaning his durability is not that great, if
Not
I'm
that
being
high,
honest with
nah.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
it's not that high.
I
It's
think if
decent, but
Maeve.
not high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he could die to someone's hand. He's just above others. Like, let's say theoretically he let Maeve keep hitting him. She probably could kill him, but he's just stronger and faster and shit. So if he's like bloodlusted, she's not beating him, I'd say. And Gen V, the protagonist that can control her blood, has the potential to be the strongest, along with Sam and maybe Kate. I haven't seen Gen V, but I've heard of the person you're talking about. Apparently, she has like similar powers to the bitch that pops heads, Victoria
That's
Newman.
the prequel, right? If I'm not
I think it
mistaken.
was like it was a prequel to season 4 and like a post, I guess after the events of season 3. Apparently, is what I heard. So it's like gonna
Okay.
be a prequel to the new season. Apparently there's cameos that Homelander he makes like a cameo. Soldier Boy makes a cameo. They're not part of the story really, but it's more about these college kids apparently.
All
Or
I'm
what I
waiting
think.
for, bro, because they've been doing a pattern lately, and there's been consistency of them adding a bunch of actors from the Supernatural show.
That's
Because the
dope.
one that created The Boys is the same person that created Supernatural, which was a very, very big show.
Yeah,
Huh.
Robert Kirkman's he's a genius, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I'm waiting for I forgot the actor's name, but he was Sam. He was one of the main characters in Supernatural. If they added Dean already, Jensen Ackles into the show, which was Soldier Boy, it's only a matter of time before I think they're gonna add that guy, and that'll be really funny.
That'd be dope as fuck. Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah.
Robert Kirkman has made a bunch of W shit. He made Walking Dead. He made
Oh
Invincible.
wow.
Oh, he
He
did
made The
Walking Dead
Boys.
Legend.
too?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
he wrote The Walking Dead. He's a fucking G, man.
That's crazy. Yeah.
He made The Boys and the fucking Invincible. Fire, dude.
What a goat,
This
dude.
guy's a
Yeah.
fucking goat. I
Holy
mean,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like fucking Toriyama of fucking comic books, dude.
One of the best
Okay.
shows we've seen. Like
I didn't know
last.
he did all that. I just knew he did Supernatural.
Yeah, like
And The Boys.
the guy that voices Invincible, he's the guy that played Glenn in The Walking Dead. He's like, yeah, dude.
Oh.
Robert hit me up. He's like, hey, dude, we work together. Come be Invincible. He's like, fuck it, I'm down, bro. Like, whatever.
Glenn was a great character, man, for sure.
Yeah,
The way
it's
they
fucking dope.
killed him though was brutal, though, bro.
Yeah.
I was
Oh
like,
my
damn.
god, I still remember that episode,
Yeah.
man. That shit
Hey,
was fucking
oh my
crazy.
God, Jay, I have someone that asked on my end, what do you think of Heavy Sasuke being Casey?
Heavy Sasuke?
I guess Datara is the KCM too. I didn't know that.
They
Guess
all
Onuki-
are, bro. Takasu,
Uh,
you name it.
I guess Onuki is too because he was flying next to Datara. I guess they're all KCM. I didn't know that. Kate is basically Itachi, but she has to touch you instead of eye contact. Oh, really? Oh shit. I heard that one of the Invincible showrunners claimed that Omni-Man would beat Superman. He is cap, bro. He's not beating Superman. So you
What
take that
the
statement
hell?
seriously or nah? Yeah, definitely not, dude.
Probably
Fuck
not,
knows that.
yeah.
He's getting fucking slammed by Superman. Maybe
Dang,
mainstream, like
if
weak ass.
Goku can't.
Yeah, even weak ass like mainstream Superman would be Omni-Man. Honestly, dude, he's that strong. To be frank, those were all adaptations, and while the boys show clears its comic book hard, The Walking Dead show is way worse than the comic. It's probably not as good as the comic because of the new seasons that just it's just basically just fucking gore porn.
Very
It's just,
lackluster.
yeah.
Yeah.
The first 3 or 4 were goated, but I see what you're saying. Like overall, yeah. If Soldier Boy had the time to prepare for a year to fight Homelander and hates Homelander for as long as Maeve did, Homelander would die quick. Oh, if Soldier Boy prepared and like ambushed the guy, he'd have a decent shot of killing him. Yeah, decent.
Oh yeah. Prep
Yeah.
time, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
bro, his fucking beam shit is like kryptonite to him.
It like
too,
it literally
so.
burns the compound V out of your blood, like you lose your powers. Like, yeah, so
Oh Lord.
Permanently, not temporarily.
Yeah,
It's like
permanently.
gold kryptonite.
Like the fucking Kimiko lost her powers permanently. She had to like take more compound V to get him back. So, Soldier Boy would mid-diff Maeve. She has no win con against him. Oh hell yeah, facts, dude. 1-on-1, he's folding her shit.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
he would slam her, bro.
Yeah, just like Homelander would if he was serious.
Like
He would do some
May,
shit.
she's strong, but like she was only competitive to people like Starlight and that one Hitler bitch.
Yeah, the
So.
Stormfoot bitch, and they had to jump her ass too. It wasn't just her. It was like
Yeah.
her, Starlight,
now,
and
mind you, Stormfront was stronger, but she
she's
was at
strong
least
as fuck,
relative
dude.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
To where like they were able to deal with her in some sense. So, like either way, you have the chain scaling. I mean, Homelander's up top.
He's at the
Soldier
top.
Boy's near him as well. Then you have the Hitler bitch along with the other people. Like there you go. You know.
Yeah,
So.
Black Noir seems powerful, but like, and again, apparently in the comic book he is a clone of Homelander, but he's not.
He's the one that can contend with Soldier Boy
Yeah.
and Homelander.
Like,
Yeah.
here, apparently he's not as strong because fucking Homelander one-shotted him. The fucking head. Literally one-shotted his shit and like put his hand through his fucking chest. So
He got blitzed too. He couldn't even do anything. That's the funny part.
he's like, you didn't tell
Poor
me.
lad.
He literally looked at him. He's like, you fucking bitch, and he fucking
He's like,
one-shot
you
him.
didn't tell me he was my dad. How dare you?
I mean, why would he tell him? The fuck? He hates Soldier Boy.
Literally, that's the reason why he didn't tell you, bro.
It's like he actually was scared of Soldier Boy. He ran away, but then he came back. Black Noir. He took his chip out, like the tracker chip, and ran away. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm out of here, man.
I don't blame him, dude. For sure.
Soldier Boy he's my favorite character personality wise. He's obviously not like the best guy, but I fuck with him though, low key. One of the funniest things I've heard is Starlight is light speed because of her powers. Yeah, she's definitely not light speed, dude.
Oh my gosh.
That's definitely not the case. No one in that verse is light speed. One of the funniest things I heard is this. I just read that. For real, I don't think Soldier Boy need the radiation to kill her. He'd beat her to death, bro. Yeah, he'd beat her to death.
You know, he just beat her up. He just killed her with the shield.
Naruto power scalers need to stop trying to scale early Shippuden characters to KCM1 and speed. The amount of contradictions that create is insane. It's capped, dude.
Absolutely, man.
They're being disingenuous.
It's just pathetic at this point, and the reason why is because like what doesn't make sense is like there's literally narrative emphasis when characters are clearly KCM level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's the statements for it. I mean, like when we first are introduced to it. Like when Naruto, right when he gets the power, oh wow, the yellow flash, like already stated by multiple people, Killer Bee, Yamato, whatever, right? Then you name it. It goes on from there. Then it's mentioned over and over and over, even by Tsunade, then the Raikage. Then the Raikage was the only other person to definitively be claimed to have that level of speed and all that, whatever. Then we even go further. We see KCM2 Naruto, and then once again, Naruto's having like a Minato reference moment. So it's like it's blatantly obvious when like a character actually obtains that level of power and speed. Like they just like they'll mention it. I mean, any character that sees someone that's really fast or really strong, they're gonna be like, "Wow, that's like Minato, right?" You know what I mean? So
yeah,
like
literally.
If they saw Obito, they'd say the same thing if he was.
He was like
quick.
that was like the pinnacle of the verse for most of Shippuden until the war.
Like literally, like so Kakashi, all these motherfuckers know, yet Kakashi not one time ever mentions about Kakasu. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
oh wow, just like the yellow flag. Not even Yamato to Sasuke. When he sees Sasuke, he's not like, oh wow, Sasuke says it's like the yellow flash so fast. You know what I mean? Like there's none of that shit. And Yamato
it's very
he acknowledges it, you know?
Yeah, it's just super disingenuous bullshit, to be honest.
Like,
it's pretty obvious.
Very obvious, yeah. It's not even like contentious.
I won't ever understand. So it's like, for one, the narrative emphasis is just not there. So no, I highly, highly doubt that's the case. And then two, even if you analyze all the feats and whatever you name it, there's just nothing to suggest that. Like Heavy Sasuke is not even fucking max V1. Like he can, like the highest you can be able to do for him is like saying that he could fight against like an arbitrary level of like V1 Raikage when he first starts off. And like that level only. But the moment Raikage gets more serious and bloodlusted and he ramps his lightning more, he's still in V1. He's like and tells Jugo, you need to know your fucking place. he immediately bitches him.
Yeah, no,
Like, and Sugetsu is like, "Oh my god, he's too fast. That we can't do anything now."
even
Like
Data
so
could
it's just
react. I
crazy,
mean, the
bro.
guy's no, it's
Yeah,
bullshit.
dude, come on. Vader is not KCM1 level. There's
Not
no
even
fucking way.
close.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of
yeah.
Kirkman and The Walking Dead, he originally pitched it as a sci-fi. He lied so that he could just write it. And when his editors asked him where are aliens, he lied because they said no to his original zombie pitch. The guy's a genius, man. Definitely now. Let me tell you that.
The Walking Dead was a great show when it first came out.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah. When it first came out, that shit
Yeah.
was fire, man.
So good. Yeah.
You see the Omni-Man pep talk to Invincible in the last episode that made Mark go all out. Yeah, it's because the life was on the line, the planet was on the line, and Mark finally showed his like Vulture potential. So yeah, that was pretty dope. A-Train would low-key beat Stormfront if Becca could stab Stormfront in the eye. A-Train could do the same with his finger running at full speed. That's a fair
Damn.
point. But the thing is, if he could take out both her eyes, I mean, I guess, but then he'd have to beat her to death. I don't think that's very easy. If she even gets a hold of him, she'll rip him apart. So that's a thing. But yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I see what you're saying. What's going on, Luke? Another thing I want to discuss. Feel free to keep asking questions, folks. So anything you guys want to ask. Someone asked me about the recent hacks at Rockstar and Insomniac. So they wanted to know my thoughts on it.
This.
So yeah. Rockstar, here's a rundown for you folks who don't know. It's very unfortunate for both companies. Rockstar apparently was hacked. 90 clips of the highly anticipated GTA 6 game was leaked and exposed by actually an autistic UK teenager. He's literally autistic, like not even an insult. Arion Kutaj, apparently. And he did this only because they took his computer away for another offense that he did. I think he hacked another company. He used only his phone, an Amazon Fire Stick, and a hotel TV to accomplish this, which just shows that just because someone's autistic doesn't mean they don't have intellectual capacity. He might not be socially acute, but as far as intellectual capacity, as far as like numerical analysis, the guy's a genius. I mean, he fucking went into Rockstar servers and took their shit.
I mean, isn't Elon Musk autistic? So I mean,
I think exactly. That's why autism sometimes isn't the best insult, to be honest. So he virtually hijacked the source code as well, which is basically, for people that don't know what source code is, it's basically the actual vital component of the logic behind the program, which is typically written in a human readable programming language, like for you guys that know languages like Java, C++, etc. So he was able to extract that with this cyber attack and expose it to the internet along with 90 clips of it, and it cost Rockstar $5 million in damages, which is insane. He's been sentenced to, he's not going to prison because he's autistic. They actually sent him to a hospital, so he's basically like indefinitely staying at a hospital because they see him as a danger to the public as far as like virtual attacks. So
that's wild.
Yeah, the kid is smart, man, but that's fucked up. You know, they did a lot of damage to Rockstar. Now Insomniac was worse. I think there was actually malicious intent here. So a group called what was this group called? The Rysida, I think that's how you pronounce it. They attempted to blackmail Insomniac for I think like 5 million or 20 million or something like that. They said no. So they exposed 1.7 terabytes, which is approximately 1,700 gigabytes, which is an insane amount of data on Insomniac, the corporation's data. So, for example, future projects, they exposed Wolverine, Spider-Man 3, Venom, X-Men Project in 2030. And the worst part is they exposed sensitive information of actual employees, like their actual information, the personal information, which is the most fucked up part, I think.
That's not good at all. Life in a hospital is crazy, though.
Yeah, that's fucked up. So these guys haven't been caught. Whoever this company is, they haven't been caught, and that's fucked up, man. It's really, really fucked up shit. So I hope they get caught. That's fucked up. The Insomniac is like, there's a lot of employees are actually like scared because their shit is exposed on the internet. Like, dude, that's some fucked up shit, man. So it's unfortunate, man. These major corporations that make some of the best games of all time are being attacked like that. It's very unfortunate. They've done
I don't understand
work.
why he would target Insomniac though. Specifically,
I don't understand.
They do pretty good with like releasing information and things of that nature. Rockstar, like, you know, they have huge hiatuses and like the fan base goes crazy over like leaks and stuff like that. So it's like I can kind of see why it's not justifiable, obviously, but to go after Insomniac as well and then release all that personal information, like you're saying, as well, is just so extra.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. Like, it's pathetic. I hope they get caught, man. I still remember the video from a couple streams back where the guy said Suigetsu and Jugo blitzed A and Darui. Oh, the Loco video. Yeah,
Oh gosh,
that
yeah,
shit was very
crazy
entertaining.
feeling.
Very entertaining.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I still remember. I just read that. Batman. The reason I like Aizen more than Madara is because he didn't need a backstory to be an awesome character, and he wasn't backstabbed or tricked. He did everything he did on his own. I mean, Aizen kind of had a
Um,
backstory, but I mean,
he kind of did trick a lot of people around him to do his bidding. I feel like to an extent, like the Iran cars, right? He kind of well, he didn't really trick him. He just like made him bow down. Um, he kind of tricked the Soul Society though, to like gain acceptance and gain information, knowledge about the Soul King and things of that nature. So he's just very calculated. But I agree, Madara did a lot more. Like he used a lot more people than Aizen for sure to accomplish his goals, which is kind of weird considering how like he put so much trust in people like Obito and things like that for that to unveil in the first place. So yeah,
yeah, exactly.
interesting resolution.
Yeah. Private Love Hashirama versus a live Sage mode duel Renegon Madara. A live Sage mode duel Renegon Madara. I'd probably say Hashirama at his best with Sage mode would beat him. I think at this point, around that point in time, was Hashirama was saying like you're reaching your past power. Like he wasn't even at his. I believe that was might have been before that. I'd probably
I
still
think
go
he was blind with Sage
when
mode
he
when
said
he
it.
said that.
Yeah, you might be right
Yeah.
actually.
hmm
A live Sage mode duel Renegon Madara. Hmm. That's a good one, actually. That's a good one. You have to deduce if he's stronger than his prime version.
I mean, the Limbo clones would be pretty
Problematic.
broken.
Yeah.
Just saying,
The
like,
Renegon might give him
yeah,
the edge, actually, in comparison to EMS Madara. The Renegon's going to give him tools they didn't have against Hashirama. So maybe Madara would actually take that one. Yeah.
yeah, especially with the two Rinnegan, like you're saying, and yeah, just the hacks abilities. I think it might give Monitor the edge, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah. The Renegon's just, it's a hell of an amp, especially with the Limbo for him. I mean, yeah. Prime Alive Itachi versus Prime Alive Nagato. Based off the Edo altercation, it is extremely contentious, but I would lean towards Itachi. That's a very close battle, though. It's
Get
very
that
hard to
video
pick.
out, folks.
Yeah, we did a
W.
video on that, Itachi versus Pain. You guys want to check that out? We get really in depth on that. But honestly, I don't blame you for picking either way. I pick Itachi, who's empirically has a little bit more, but I mean, so yeah,
Yeah, I think with Nagato, it's just like more problematic. Is like if Tsukiyomi hits Nagato, that's it. GG's.
yeah.
Like that's pretty much it. There are ways to go around it, but it's contentious nonetheless,
That's a
for
very
sure.
contentious, one of the most contentious topics in the space, Naruto, I'd say.
Shit. And Jay and Shinobi, they did a video on that, guys. So go check that out. But
Yeah,
it's pretty
For
long.
sure.
we
And I
debated
did
it.
my
We did
reactions
videos
to it
on it.
just
Yeah,
recently, so like you guys can eventually see me reacting to it. But it's basically the general same shit of what they're saying for the most part, and it's very very contentious. So
yeah, literally.
what's it called? I'm a pain tard, so I'm always gonna try to advocate for him the most. But what's it called? But overall, like it's just if I'm being transparent and blatantly honest of who actually takes it, there's just no way to know, unfortunately. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back, folks. I'm gonna take a piss, but I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
W topic though. I think Pain versus Itachi would be more interesting of a battle though, for sure.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, Pain and Itachi, Be very, very good. What's it called? Nagato, that's just gonna be more harder, in my opinion, for what's it called for Itachi. Even though some people say otherwise, that it should be easier. But I don't think necessarily would. He has like all the fucking abilities at once, and he can spam summonings and like he's more in control. He doesn't have to worry about like each path of pain being taken out and all. That's it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, the only thing is like, Nagato is just, one vessel, and then let's presuppose Tsukiyomi does hit Nagato, which is very likely. I mean, you can't really say won't or will, like blatantly outright. There's no absolutes with that question.
yeah.
But if he does hit Nagato with Tsukiyomi and it's just one vessel, I mean, you're kind of done.
Oh yeah,
At
that's
that
facts.
point.
Yeah, what's it
Yeah.
called? Like the best argumentation for that is just like, oh, it's not Rinnegan, so no, he just resists and that's it.
hmm
Things like that. You substantiate that direction, or it's as simple as he just doesn't look. You know what I mean? And he can look at his body the whole time and do what he has to do.
Yeah,
But
because he has
still,
knowledge on Itachi already. Like he knows about his abilities
yeah,
to
and
some
that
extent.
too. Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't make because that's the problem. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Like, if anyone's at a disadvantage, it's technically Itachi. He doesn't know shit about Pain's abilities, while Pain already knows about him. So like that's
Literally,
like right off the whip in character, they like Nagato knows he doesn't. So he's gonna have to be learning on the fly, which don't get me wrong, Itachi could do probably instantaneous. He's very intelligent, so I'm not saying he can't do that, but what's it called? The fact that he's already at a disadvantage, that means Pain could just pull the strings and definitely control the fight. Basically, what he did with Jiraiya, he could easily do that with Itachi. Because if Itachi doesn't know anything, then that's really bad. He could literally
yeah,
just control the fight in a way to where Itachi gets exhausted, but he ends up beating them all somehow. And then he leaves the last Pain that can revive them all back. Like he didn't have him involved. So when Itachi's
exactly.
walking away, they get all brought back, and bam, now they're beating up fatigue Itachi. So it's like at the end of the day, like Itachi, I personally believe he's at a disadvantage. Like if it came down to who would really take it in character, I don't think either or is speed blitzing each other. I think it's going to be
Hmm.
a very competitive fight. The only way you could say Pain speed blitzes is if you connect him to Nagato feats and stuff, where you just say, oh, well, Nagato shits on Killer Bee and Naruto, while Itachi couldn't, along that direction and substantiate things like that. So it's like, that's the main thing you really got at the end of the day. But regardless, whether if it's a blitz tier above or if it's just, they're competitive, I feel like if it was narratively written, like if it actually was and it didn't go the direction it went,
With them being
Itachi probably
handicapped.
would have died if he had a fight against Pain and Naruto because like it just makes sense. Like Pain has the Rinnegan, right? The lore, you name it, etc.
Hmm.
Like he was just kind of praised as that guy. And even Zetsu and Obito praised him more for some weird reason. Like more like as like, oh, he can never be defeated. And you can technically argue that would count for Itachi. You know what I mean? But the counter arguments to that is all the narrative lore with Obito feeling more of a threat to Itachi than Nagato and things like that. So it's really, really interesting. You know what I mean? But overall, like it'd be pretty cool. If it was written, I could see Pain probably winning. You know what I mean? I
I do
could
too,
probably
man.
it'd be a very crazy battle, but Itachi would die in the end. And the only reason that would even happen would be like if Obito sent Pain to go kill him. Like if he realized somehow, some way Itachi was either still a threat or betraying or some bullshit, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
No, I agree. I think having the element of surprise, like you're saying, would be advantageous. Like let's say like he sends in, I don't know, like the animal path first, like he usually does, against like Jiraiya or even with Naruto and Gamabucha and things like that. Like, what if he just sends the chameleon off rip and that catches Itachi off guard,
That's
and
what I'm
then
saying. And that
and he
chameleon can blitz
yeah,
KCM Naruto out
KCM
of
on
all characters
Naruto,
and
who has
restraining Naruto.
yeah, and Naruto has sensory capabilities as well, which makes it even more like shocking. You know what I mean? So it's like not, and then to add on top of that, he has other passive pains, like you said, that can revive each other. One can fucking levitate. I mean, there's just a plethora of abilities.
Another problem too. This is anime only, but like Itachi, like when he fights against V2 Three Tails, like it was a very big threat to him. To where like him and the sword guy, like technically in a way, were getting blitzed in a sense. It was kind of crazy, but either way, like Itachi
Oh,
immediately, yeah, he
yeah,
immediately has to
Yagura.
resort to using his MS Amaterasu to blitz him,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he was able to deal with him. So it's like if you have a fucking chameleon that can sneak up on V2 threats or even Casey of Naruto and immediately subdue them, it just doesn't look that great. You know what I mean? Like in that
yeah,
regard. Like
exactly.
it's like
Yeah.
what does he do? You know what I mean? Like obviously what he probably would do is Amaterasu the bitch. You know what I mean? But it's like that creates enough time interval and you name it to create an opening for Nagato, whether if it's a soul grab, Chewbacca
Shubaku
Tensei,
Tensei, exactly.
or even
Yeah.
Shinra Tensei to get a hit in or whatever, because enough hits is definitely going to do the job.
Or
So
Soul Seal. I mean, there's so much he can do if he's
that's what I'm
captivated
saying.
for
Like
a second. So,
it's really bad. And then Nagato, he's very smart. He's very smart and calculated. You know what I mean? So it's
mhm.
like if he's going against someone like that's within the tier of like someone built like fucking Itachi out of all people, if anything, I feel like he'd more than likely rather go for a soul grab than a fucking Shinra Tensei or anything else. You know what I mean? Like why even risk it?
Yeah, just
So
take care of him, right?
like
Absolutely, bro.
literally, like
Yeah.
so it's like, no matter what, all I'm saying, it'd be a very, very good battle. I just think like if it was written, Pain more than likely probably would get the victory. Like if it didn't go the direction it went for him with Sasuke and everything. I mean, like if it didn't go that way, and for some reason it worked out with Sasuke, and he decided to like I don't know, fucking betray them. Obito, like I did that.
Yo,
Like, dead
yo.
ass. This is the way I would see it. Like he would send.
Yo.
Hey, what's up? He would send Pain to go after Itachi, and that's probably how the fight would initiate to begin with.
All
Like
right.
that's the only
Sorry,
way I would
folks.
really see it. So.
He's back.
I'm back.
You-
Folks. I take a fucking piss and then I fucking drank some water.
Hell yeah, man.
Microsoft, Xbox have really good cybersecurity. They're more secure than PlayStation's historically. Honestly, the PS5 has probably set the standard for better cybersecurity, in my opinion. But yeah, you are right. Xbox does have better security functionality.
PlayStation's always a victim.
Oh yeah, Sony. Yeah, you never really hear Microsoft get hacked too often. It's more they have more.
Oh, Microsoft's very strict, bro.
Yeah, they have
Very.
less vulnerabilities, like
Like
virtually.
Sony's goaded in like exclusive game production and things like that. I'll give them that all day, every day. But yeah, when it comes to like security and shit and other things, nah, yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely agree. Shinobi, how powerful would Obito be if he actually did awaken his own Rinnegan?
Obito?
I think it would be problematic, especially if you awoke two of them. I think it would just be, as empirically shown, it would just be really taxing on his body. But if we like
Yeah.
took that out of the equation, it would be cool to see what his unique ability would be with the Rinnegan.
Yeah, that would be really cool. 'Cause it's like he already has a cracked ability like Kami. Imagine what the Rinnegan would even be, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like if we're being technical, like Shinobi said, it'd be too taxing on him. He'd be like a one-hit wonder, like one shot, one attack, he's like fatigued. But if
Mhm.
we remove
Like
that,
a costume, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
if we
gotta be
remove
like
that,
him
if we remove that vulnerability, then yeah, obviously he'd be pretty powerful.
Yeah, like the
Correct.
only way you could argue that he doesn't have that vulnerability is like, okay, maybe that was only like that because it was Madara's eye, and Madara's just that guy. You know what I mean? Him and
Yeah.
Hashirama's like their chakra levels, you name it, all that, like they're just built different. So maybe if it's like an evolution through like Obito's body, right? A natural occurrence instead of using someone else, like what
Yeah.
Kakashi does for Obito, to where it actually wouldn't be taxing and like it would be like him using a normal MS consumption, right? So meaning like it's basically normal in a sense, but
Yeah.
that's if it's under that logic, and we just won't ever know.
And
so.
he had Hashirama cells too, and it was still that taxing on him, bro.
Exactly.
With
Like
one
imagine
Rinnegan.
having Hashirama cells, bro.
Oh God. Yeah,
And you can't
exactly.
even handle one, bro. Like what
Yeah.
the fuck?
It just
That's
shows like how
saying
taxing
something.
it is. Renegades are extremely
Yeah.
taxing. Oh, Kedrick, what's going on, brother? You back in here? Appreciate you.
If anything,
Yeah,
that goes
man.
to show, which a lot of people also miss this, and Jay's acknowledged it, but all these other idiots don't acknowledge it. But that just goes to show how much of a goat Nagato was.
Yeah,
At 10 years
Uzumaki's
old.
man.
Who's
Yeah.
a
10
monkey,
years
man?
old, bro. That
Facts.
motherfucker was doing that shit.
Their chakra reserves are like besides Jinchuriku's and like Hisame and like top of the verse, they're like
That's
number
true.
one. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
bro,
exactly.
like that
Literally.
man was 10 years old and he mastered all 6 chakra natures, all the jutsus Jiraiya could do, and could just spam running on abilities. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Imagine
Yeah,
if he had
literally.
Sage mode too.
Oh
Bro.
God. That's fucking correct as shit. $2 from Kendrick. I appreciate you, brother. $2 from Kendrick. So good to see you in here again, brother. He said best DBZ and Naruto game of all time. DBZ, Budokai, Budokai Tenkai. Which one? 2?
Number
maybe?
2.
Yeah, 2.
I'd
I would say
for
2
me.
was
Wasn't
like
it
the
like
best.
2 that was the best? Like the
Yeah,
graded,
on
like,
PS on PlayStation 2, I remember.
Swag streamed it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Naruto probably Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, probably.
Yeah. And let's
Oh,
be
dude, I
real,
play that
like
game so much.
Budokai
Yeah,
Tenkaichi.
literally.
Yeah, it was either 3 or 2. I can't remember, but either way, what's it called? That game was just fucking, oh my god, peak. Like it was so good.
Dude,
bro.
I used to play Budokai so much when I was a kid. Yeah, I used to play that shit all the time.
Bro,
was
I
peak,
love
bro.
playing
Oh,
like
man,
Super
dude,
Saiyan
facts.
4 Goku. Like what I love to do is like be Kid Goku and then transform to like Super Saiyan, then the 3, and then the 4. It's so
Yeah, literally.
satisfying to do
Transforming
that.
was satisfying. I used to do that a lot,
And
honestly.
then all their ultimates, bro, like using their fucking ultimates and shit.
Yeah, it was so
especially
dope.
Naruto with Awakenings, bro. That's
Oh,
just
dude.
shit,
Yeah, even
Didn't
since
they
the
have, like,
beginning.
blast- Didn't they have like key blast fights too, where you gotta like spam a button or
Yeah,
something?
I do remember that. Yeah, that shit was fire in Dragon Ball.
Just constantly, yeah.
Yeah, literally. Kage would stomp Jibidara, so yes, it's disingenuous to say otherwise. Yeah, it would be disingenuous. Will Shibai be the Kage of Boruto? I don't think so. I think Shiba would be more like a Hagoromo, like a conceptual,
Yeah.
like an entity. He's too powerful, man. Fucking 4D. I mean, no one's touching that.
I mean, if
Um,
Ida's that powerful, imagine how powerful he's gonna be, man.
Yeah, dude, that's
like,
fucking. I mean, he's like beyond the 3 dimensions. Like he's not even perceivable. So yeah, I doubt he'll be like an actual villain. I'd be surprised if they do that.
No.
Then we're talking Dragon Ball scaling. If you see fucking people at beyond 3D and shit like that, then yeah.
That'd be the only way for them to get into that.
Yeah, like Boruto would have to be like universal plus and all kinds of broken ass shit, and then reach 40 like some crazy like not like some Goku shit.
I'm gonna be honest. I say Dragon Ball Super would still be in the lead with the amount of fucking amps and that
Infinite
Goku has
Void.
and how stronger and stronger. Like he's already pulling universal shit when he had like the red hair as a god transformation. I mean, so it's like you apply all that shit and like so it'll still be way above Boruto, but at least they have a chance within a certain levels and tiers of super characters. You know?
Yeah, literally. What are your top?
And you can now sit on Dragon Ball Z at that point.
Yeah, what are your guys' top 5 anime fights? That's a great question. I would say, let's see, top 5 of all anime. I'd have to put Goku versus Frieza on Namek. Probably be up there for me personally. Naruto, what's the best fight of all time? Naruto's best fight. So many good ones.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, for me, it's more along with the we're not saying arcs though. Like if I had to say fights, then I would agree it would be Frieza as well. But I really love the Buu fight, Kid Buu, because it seen Goku fight in Super Saiyan 3. I thought that was so
dope.
cool.
That was dope, yeah. You know? Honestly, Rock Lee versus Gaara is up there for me. It's a really good fight.
Rock Lee versus Gaara is my favorite. Yeah, no, that was just so
JJK,
good,
I mean, the only one I could possibly put up there would be Gojo versus Sukuna. Besides that, it doesn't have any like top 5 all time though.
Naruto versus Sasuke, the first fight they ever had.
Naruto versus Sasuke. Really good. Yeah, that was a great one.
The final valley at the end, not that one, not the rooftop, but like that was like Rock Lee versus Gaara, Sasuke versus Naruto in the final valley. That was the most peak I think we could have ever gotten in Naruto to begin with, ever at anything. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So other anime, what other animes are? Bleach has some great fights. Vastu Lord Ichigo versus Ulquiorra.
That's one. Vastu Lord Ichigo. That one.
Aizen versus Ichigo. Well, I really wasn't a fight. It was an ass whooping, but it's still cool.
Dude, Mugetsu, legendary, bro.
Mugetsu is so dope, dude.
That fight was so sick, dude. Yeah,
so dope.
Ichigo versus that one dude, I forgot his name, Grimjo. That was really.
That was a cool fight.
Grimjo.
That was a cool fight.
That was a very cool fight. Like I was saying, like top 10. I'd say that, but not top 5. But
Yamamoto versus Ewok. I don't know if it's top 5, but it's up there. Oh, it wasn't really Ewok. It was a fucking doppelganger, but shit was fire though. Yeah, there's some
versus Amado too.
That's a good one.
He's in my top 5 though. Gojo versus Toji.
That shit was fire. Yeah, that shit was fire.
Oh yeah, Gohan versus Cell too, man. I mean,
great fight,
bro.
Great fight. Oh yeah, facts. Especially with the Super Saiyan 2 Rage version, that shit was fire.
Yeah, that was peak, bro, for sure.
How strong do you think Nagato would be if he was never crippled by Hanzo and mastered Toad Sage mode like Naruto? Naruto would have lost even worse in the pain arc, pretty much. Ichigo versus Ulquiorra deserves to be in top 5 in my opinion. Great fight, man. Great fight. Yeah. A teenager getting a life sentence stuck in hospital is insanely cruel, even if he was hacking companies for no reason. They're doing that because he's autistic, I think. They didn't put him in prison because they consider him like... Because apparently even when he was on trial, he has such acute autism that they couldn't even like really read him. Like psychologists determined his autism is like disabling as far as like social acuity. So I think that's why.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So even though he's a fucking brilliant like computer programmer, he has like social issues because of his autism. No riz, yeah, basically. So that just shows you, man. Some guys might be autistic, but they might be smarter than you, like in other aspects.
Facts.
Maybe they're not socially calibrated, but they're way smarter than you in like numerical analysis and like deduction.
Yeah, most
and stuff
autistic
like
people, Jay, like the reason why they're so intelligent is because they can hyper focus on certain things. They have such passion level, whatever.
It's like their brain chemistry.
That's why a lot of them are doctors or fucking the whole 9, you name it, or a computer programmer. Like they're very smart in that aspect.
Yeah, in a way, it's like
they're heightened in a way.
Yeah, to be termed autistic, it's a threshold, right? Because if you meet certain characteristics by the I think it's called like the psychology. I forgot what they call the literature, but there's like a chart. I think it's like a psychology DM something chart. If you reach a certain threshold of like certain traits, you're termed as autistic or whatever. But even regular people, some get fixated. Just like this is not an insult. Just like someone that's autistic, someone that's very driven. That is kind of like an autistic trait, and that's not an insult, by the way. You're fixated on that, whether it's like your grind, you're fixated on a sport, And you just happen not to be autistic in the eyes of like a psychologist, but you're driven and you're like hyper fixated on something. That's when you get hyper productive individuals, like someone like Elon
Yep.
Musk, who actually I think is actually autistic, like on the spectrum. I
Yeah,
think.
he is.
Yeah, guys like Bill Gates, Michael Jordan.
Unproven.
Yeah, so basically like these hyper winners, what I call them, they have like a not an insult. They have like a hint of autism as far as hyperfixation. Like they're fucking driven to the point where it's like someone that's like not in that mode would be like, you're fucking crazy. Like you never take a fucking
Yeah.
break, you know? So
Like
it's like
the main point being given is like not all disorders are just like, oh, he's stupid or he's
yeah,
incapable or
exactly.
incompetent. Like no, there's actually certain disorders to where it can make you incompetent in certain aspects. Once again, like social, whatever, blah blah. But when it comes to like pure a level of intelligence in certain categories, it's like we can't even compete at that point. You know,
Yeah,
so.
literally. Oh, Ken Rock, what's going on, brother? Appreciate I think you resubscribed as a member. Appreciate it, bro.
Hey.
The Akatsuki versus the Jinchuriki. KCM1 Naruto only. Okay, so all the Akatsuki versus all the Jinchuriki. Obito, Pain, and Itachi would be too much. If it's just
Yeah.
KCM1 Naruto, that wouldn't be enough to beat the
Yeah, no, they
Akatsuki.
beat his ass. They
Yeah.
beat his fucking ass.
Yeah, KCM1 Naruto's not
Like, bro,
scrappy.
like we saw what happened with Nagato. Just Nagato alone was
literally.
bitching Casey and Naruto.
Yeah, he getting fucked up. So especially if we're talking Prime Akatsuki, they're getting full. The Jinchuriki are getting
Bro,
full.
they're gonna be doing the Naruto ultimate game combos, like the Akatsuki fucking combo ultimate jutsu.
Literally, you would
Yeah,
need
even
like
gray-haired Nagato could take
Oh,
on
dude.
V2 Killer B, which is pretty close to KCM and Naruto, I'd say.
yeah, and
So it's
honestly,
like, even
honestly, like
Like, I'll be
without
honest.
KCM2, they don't have a chance. Yep.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'll be honest, like bare minimum, like Datara and Katsuhira probably get taken down in the process because Naruto is pretty cracked. And that's if Nagato, Itachi, and Obito allow it. Like, let's say they're just being dickheads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then they're gone for the count. But it's like overall, when it comes to Sasori, you know what I mean, and then Obito and Itachi and Nagato, like, bro, there's nothing he can do. Like,
even
think of it this way:
Kisame.
like the universal pool that works on whoever it is. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. It's hacks. So,
Yeah.
like, if Naruto's getting pulled. What the fuck does Naruto do against a Totsuka blade come at him or Kamui while he's being pulled?
It's
Like,
awful.
he's done.
Yeah. They have no chance, man. Then allow KCM2. That still might not be enough, honestly. Even with KCM2 against those three at their best, the top
The
three.
reason why is because, like, once again, universal pool. Because, like, what can basically happen, like, Itachi could do, like, his fucking Susanoo with the Yatamir and shit. Nagato could do the universal pool, and then fucking Obito, all he has to do is just Kamui him. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
KCM2. Well, if we exclude War, if we're not including like the best of the Akatsuki of each version, like War, like White Mask Obito, then KCM2 might have a chance at that point because then everyone, even the top three, probably wouldn't be as
slower.
fast as KCM2. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they won't be
course.
as fast. Like like Obito, he'll be fine because he has Kamui. Like he still won't be able to get hit. But fucking the problem with Itachi and Nagato, they're gonna be at a disadvantage. Like
Yep.
the only thing
Yeah.
you can really argue with them is like their jutsu activation. Like
Yeah,
you
and the
can
thing
argue
is,
theoretically they
all
could
three
do
of
it.
them would be a problem. To be honest, the rest of the Jinchuriki wouldn't really be a problem to the
An
Akatsuki.
asset.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Kisame would like fucking siphon all of them up, and then the Sasori Datara would wipe the lower tails, and like it wouldn't really be much help. And then it would be like Naruto against like most of the Akatsuki. Even with KCM2, he still might lose.
I think he
Beyond
might.
that, he beats them. If it's like 6 past Naruto and shit, then yeah, it's different.
Oh yeah.
He
Like
wipes
no,
them,
but I'll say this: like maybe Naruto wins, but it'll be like a mid or high diff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's if he does it, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. Like I think because the way I think of it is like if Obito's Kamui is cracked and it's able to be utilized, like the fact that Rinnegan Obito could still use Kamui against KCM2 Naruto, like and if you could and you can argue that Orange Mask would technically be more superior in a way because Rinnegan Obito was very nerfed and fatigued. And he was also like the Rinnegan was fucking him up too, very taxing.
Yeah, you can
and
make the
shit.
argument. Yeah.
Yeah, while Orange Mask Obito is like at prime, right? Full power, whatever, and nothing's draining him. You name he's not having to control a bunch of Biju, use the
Yeah.
Rinnegan, whatever. So if anything, like if that Obito could be able to still react accordingly to KCM2 Naruto, you can definitely argue Orange Mask. And then if you substantiate that route, then that means Itachi's jutsu activation along with Nagato should be in some relative ballpark, right? You know what I mean? Or equal.
Yeah, at their best. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, at their best. So it's like it's very interesting. It's once
Yeah, it's
again,
interesting
it's
discussion.
either Obito in the end, and Obito's still not able to win, and then Naruto just either outlasts him or takes him, or maybe Obito can maybe somehow outlast because there is like that one rule that everyone talks about, like if you're not hitting Obito constantly, then his shit doesn't reset. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, then Naruto might be fucked in a way because Naruto's fast, but I don't think he's going to be able to hit Obito over and over and over like what Conan could do with a billion fucking paper bombs, you know?
Yeah, that's a very
So
outlier exception. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like, so if
Yeah,
Obito
so
has that ability, meaning he has calm wave for a very long time, and Naruto only has that for 5 minutes, it's stated verbatim. What does Naruto do? You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I never stopped being a member. It just does that when I use membership. Oh, really? Okay, gotcha. Do we scale the Cherokee to their amp Edo versions that were pressing Casey and Naruto? That would be more fair. I mean, that would increase their chances if they have the
would help
amps
them
that.
out.
Yeah, it would help them out. They'd
Yeah.
probably still lose, but yeah. So. But yeah, folks, any questions you may have, feel free to ask. It can be anything at all. If someone wants to switch in a sports question, politics question, whatever. Trump getting banned from the Colorado ballot, which is stupid. It's another
saw
political
that,
aspect.
yeah.
If you want to talk about that, so feel free. But another thing, what you guys asked, a question that was asked was why mainstream? Why power scaling is not mainstream? That's actually a good question. So I actually have an answer to that while you guys ask more questions. Basically, here's my perspective on why it's not mainstream. So there's several factors, but two main ones. Chilling with Luis. What's going on, Luis? What's going on? How you guys?
What's going on,
And
man? It's been a
what's going on,
while.
brother? Anything new? Yeah, we're just on the grind, man. On the grind. But why power scaling is not mainstream? So from our observations, here are some major factors, because there's many, but the major ones as to why power scaling is not mainstream and even shunned at times, I would say, by even the anime community itself at times. It's pretty common. You can see it on social media. Firstly, those who engage in this practice, that being obviously power scaling, seem to radiate a sort of elitism, I'd say, from the eyes of the more casual viewer, as at times they feel as if the power scalers are expressing their knowledge to more so flaunt rather than inform, and to appear as a superior subcategory of anime fan, which is a fair deduction and observation because a lot of guys do that just to flaunt. But continuing on, a solution to this would obviously be exposing casual fans and non-power scalers in general to power scaling in a less condescending and more appealing way to make those individuals not want to engage in it, and kind of instead of just shoving high-level vocabulary jargon rhetoric filled with arbitrary mathematical calculations and philosophical razors and all these unnecessary aspects to the casual viewer, doing it in a more appealing manner. So a lot of guys flaunt rather than inform, and that's a problem. The casual viewer's gonna be like, "You're weird. I don't like your ego. I'm just gonna stick to watching it. I'm not gonna get involved." So elitism is a big thing, a big factor as to why a lot of casual viewers are turned off. Another major factor I would say that contributes to this would be the hostile environment that is typically implemented by the power scaling community. With this community being filled with obviously egoism and bravado, those outside looking in are de-incentivized rather to get involved at all, not wanting to have to deal with the unnecessary long and hostile arguments that will come to fruition if you engage with a certain power scaler. Now, to be fair, though, fans of anything from animated sports have hostility amongst them, to be fair, having differing interests, like, for example, an opposing sports team fan fighting another one in the stands or something like that. Obviously, that's everywhere, to be fair, but the difference with power scaling is that skill and practice is required to become proficient at it. And it isn't as simple as rooting for Goku to beat Jiren. It's not like, oh, I like this guy, you like this guy. There's also ego, pride, and like a sense of superiority involved, because you're not only rooting for someone you like against someone else that's rooting for someone else they like. You guys are clashing like intellectual capabilities as well, which is another aspect that isn't in sports or isn't most of the time in other things like that. So that's another major aspect that turns people off. They don't want to be involved in that sort of hostile environment. It's very common. So almost similar to those fields of academia, you must actually apply yourself and refine your rhetoric, knowledge, and logic if you are to be an actual respected power scaler amongst others. So competitiveness rather, and conflict is much more likely in this community as opposed to many others, is not only are you trying to prove a premise over others, but also trying to prove your superiority as an intellectual as well. With this being the stem of ambition for many sophists in this community, the very reason they confirm themselves to be this way is because they want to defend their ego and defend their honor rather than actually arguing in good faith. So that's very common even amongst influential entities in the space, like that actually have a following. There's sophists out there that do so just to keep up their pure or very respected image rather than argue in good faith. So they fixate on these disingenuous premises. There's very good examples: Caucus versus Pain. There's other bullshit that we've seen in the community. They fixate on these things to maintain their image, right? They don't give a shit about the actual premise being told and whether it's actually true or not. They more so care about the outcome of sort of defending these disingenuous claims. So obviously the solution to that, while is obvious, I would say it's harder in practice because, again, people fixate and cling to their ego and hence to these disingenuous claims, which creates a byproduct of de-incentivization from the casual viewer not wanting to involve themselves in the community. They rather just stay away from it and not have to deal with 3 hour long debates or getting insulted because you like fucking pain more than caucus or whatever the case may be. So those are major factors. Elitism and hostility, I'd say, are the major factors. So for the person that asked that, that's my take on it. I would say there's other factors as well, but those are the main ones I observe. So
Yeah. So I think fundamentally, I think power scaling, the community rather for power scaling, it's a very niche community.
absolutely, yeah,
And anime is for as well, but like power scaling especially is extremely niche. And I think
yeah,
most enjoyers of anime, they watch a story, they get immersed into the story, the aesthetics, the fights, the ideologies, etc. And that's more than enough to keep the entertainer or consumer content. You know what I mean? So
exactly,
it's like
yeah,
there's not many people that ask the question like who would win between like I don't know Goku or Gojo
yeah,
or even inverse questions like Jiraiya and Shisui, right? Like that question doesn't really come to most anime people's heads. But it's like if you're a devout enjoyer, you kind of like want to learn more, then people will propose that question and get into power scaling. But then, like Jay has said, that's when like the whole elitism, the sofism, that kind of stuff also deters folks as well. And that also attributes it to not being mainstream. So, but I think first and foremost, I just think it's a very niche thing because anime is not really meant to like, propose a question of who wins against who. It's really about like just the story and what do you like about it and characters you like in their development, things like that first and
exactly,
foremost. But
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like you said, it's niche, and it's niche for several reasons, such as like we said, elitism and sophistry and the clinging to ego that even influential figures have in this space. They rather cling to their ego than argue in good faith and actually try to inform in a more truthful manner. It's very niche because of that, because of the very fact that to practice this practice, it takes actual effort. Like you actually have to study, almost like you're in the field of academia, like you're a scientist or something. So you actually have to research, have to refine yourself, your skill, your knowledge. So simply put, a lot of these factors de-incentivize people. So that's why it's not mainstream, basically. Happy holidays. Same to you, brother, Luis. Anything new?
Holidays, man.
Just read that. What's good with the Naruto anime? Any crazy shit happening? How's that time skip being used for 2024? Yeah, JJK might end in 2024, according to Gege, the author. Some people are speculating because of the death threats, like he's actually fearful for his life, which is pathetic from the fandom to actually do that. Just because Gojo's dead, that's pathetic behavior, and if you do that, you're a loser. But yeah, that's pathetic. Hopefully, that's not the reason why he's ending it. I hope he's not rushing it, because JJK is really good. Why did you put being a sophist is not a flex on the bottom right of the screen? Any particular reason, or was it just random? It's probably because I had this topic in mind, is why I put that. And certain people that are enemies of me, if they see this, they know what I mean. They read that shit. So,
Hey, you gotta
um,
keep their ego in check, man. Honestly, someone
sophistry
needs
is
to
not a
talk.
flex. Like, yes, the definition is to be fallacious in a clever manner, but the very fact that you're fallacious is disingenuous. You're not being genuine in your argumentation. It's not impressive at all. It's kind of
Yeah, there's no
disappointing,
nobility or
actually.
honor in that.
Yeah, there's
You're
no
just
honor
playing
in
a
that.
character.
It's the
Yeah.
principle, really. Like, yeah, you're clever. It's not a flex to me, though. Like, you're not debating your actual truth against your actual claim, what you truly believe in, against me. You're rather just being an egoist, and you rather debate in bad faith. So it's pathetic to me, honestly. Jay, who is more wanked, Minato or Hashirama? Because personally, I've always liked Hashirama and Minato equally. Who's more wanked in the
I don't
community?
think Hashirama is wanked at
Nah, I
all,
think
to
he's
be
pretty
honest.
accurately scaled. He's just that powerful. Minato can be
Yeah.
wanked sometimes. I'll admit, sometimes I see
Especially
that.
after the short novel, I
Oh
think he kind
God,
of does
yeah,
get
yeah.
wanked
Especially
now.
after that,
Yeah.
man, crazy shit. Um, What are your thoughts on professional wrestling WWE? Could you imagine slamming your body 365 days a year? I'll say this, man. It's scripted, it's fake, but you cannot. That does not negate the physical effort that's required for that job. You are getting slammed. You are getting hit with fucking chairs. Obviously not full force, there are other methods, but and you are on the road basically all year. They basically barely get any days off. It's like weekly, year by year by year. It's around the clock. So
Mhm.
you got to respect the athletes. You do got to be an athlete. It is scripted. It's not real. You would get your ass beat unless your Brock Lesnar was an outlier in WWE, in UFC or MMA, but still impressive, man. I mean, it's not easy to do that shit. You got to be in shape. The guys are probably on roids. Do I mind that? I really don't care because it's fake anyway. But either way, it takes preparation. It takes effort. It's an art. It's fake art, but it's an
Yeah.
art.
A lot of
So
people demand to see that shit too. There's like a
yeah,
following, there's like games, and there's so much like uh merchandise that's sold off this franchise. So it's just like, hey, if there's a demand for it, well, why not supply it? And I'm not
yeah,
hating on it for people getting their bag, but it's like people
absolutely.
have their own subjective opinion on it, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
But
like me personally, I have nothing against it. I loved it as a kid. I loved it, but now it's like
yeah,
it's fake. I
exactly.
can't really. It's like fake to me. I get even if there's some grown men that like it. It's not a bad thing, but to me, it's like, dude, this shit's fake. Like it's scripted. There is no reason to be like at the edge of my seat. Like if they already know what the fucking people in there know what's gonna happen, you know. So to each their own. I
Especially if
don't,
you
you
watch
know.
UFC afterwards, you're
Yeah,
like, yeah,
like
this shit kind of
real
hit home.
fighting, like real combat is different, man. You're always on the edge of your seat because it's real combat. They're engaging in real combat. It's not fake shit, you know. So, oh, $2 from Kedrick. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the donation. Put that on the screen right quick. You said the greatest one-hit wonder of all time. You mean in terms of music, or do you mean in terms of? If you want to elaborate, you can.
One hit wonder,
In terms of
like one.
music, if that's what you mean, that's a good question. One hit wonder. Who's the guy that blew up and disappeared or had a one hit?
Maybe
Um,
like Gangsta's Paradise.
that's a good one right there. That's a good one right there.
So iconic, you know.
Wait, what are
Yeah.
you guys talking about?
The
Biggest
biggest
one
like
hit wonder.
of all time, like music wise, like the best, like
Hmm.
he had what someone had one good song and they just disappeared. Um,
Oh,
that's a good question.
they are out there. I'll say that. I just can't really
Yeah.
recall them. That's how fodder they
Maybe
are.
that yeah, that one song it's fucking ass, but it blew up. What does the fox say? That guy's not even
Like,
around no more.
yeah, that one. Yep, that's
That
a
shit
good
was
For
ass
one.
somebody
though.
I used to
That shit was
know,
You
I.
could
people
also
Oh, that's
love
a good
that
one right
actually say
shit.
there.
Kanye West. Like he had some good songs, but then now he's like not relevant. He's just stupid.
He
Yeah, you
had
said I
so many
meant.
hits though,
Yeah,
bro.
he
You know
did.
what I'm saying? Like,
The
yeah,
bitch that sang that one song, "Call Me Maybe," that was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah,
I don't like the songs
somebody
at
I
all,
used to
but
know.
objectively
Yeah,
number-wise, they were huge. But like you
yeah.
said,
I
Number
think
somebody,
like
wise, they were huge. They
somebody that I
fucking
used to
popped
know,
off.
that
I
was
didn't
a good
like them. I
song.
didn't listen to them, but yeah.
Yeah,
I think
somebody that I used
Gangsta's
to know.
Paradise
Yeah,
probably
Gangster
Cupid,
number one
Paradise.
for me.
Shuffle that shit. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that shit. Yeah, I remember that old
Oh,
ass song.
you know what it is,
Yeah.
guys? It's Open Gangnam Style. It has
Holy
to be,
shit!
bro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah. That has
That
like a
has
billion
to
views
be number one.
on fucking YouTube. Yeah, that probably is number one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that probably takes it right there.
Yeah, Gangnam
Yeah,
Style. I hate that song so fucking much,
I
dude.
hate that shit, bro.
Shit
Yeah,
is so ass.
Same. Like, bro,
Uh,
like anyone that was like us, bro, like we didn't fuck with that shit,
fuck
but it was
no.
big. You won't
Yeah,
admit
it
it.
was
Objectively
everywhere, bro.
speaking, it's
that
big.
Fucking
shit blew
everywhere.
up, bro.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
dude. It's like one of the top, still one of the top viewed YouTube videos ever. It's fucking insane, dude. That shit is so ass though.
yeah,
But yeah,
no,
it's
I
a
don't
one hit
get
wonder though.
it.
Yeah. What's your favorite film? What are your favorite film genres? Favorite film, like movies? Let's see. My favorite movie ever. That's a great question. I'm a fucking comic book nerd, man. It's probably gonna be Avengers Endgame, to be honest. I'm a fucking comic book nerd. Genre, action, I guess. I guess it's very broad, but probably
Yeah, for me,
action.
it's action or drama. Like,
Yeah.
I'll say this:
Maybe a good
it's action.
good thriller,
Yeah,
maybe.
action's number one, but then but it's between drama and horror that I
Yeah.
would say second place. But I can't really pick between horror because sometimes there's certain drama shit that's just like built different and way
Yeah,
better than
literally.
horror, and same for horror. So I
Favorite
just the
movies? It's
action, I always
tough.
prefer action all day, every day.
Yeah.
Like
Some great movies. Like I'm a sports guy and I'm a comic books guy, so Rocky would be up there for me. Fucking
yeah,
Avengers Endgame would be up there for me.
any sport movies, action movies, and
Yeah.
the reason why action movies are really good, because it's not even just because of the action. Like, sure, yeah, that's a plus, but 9 out of 10 times, most action movies are actually have pretty good story as well. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Not
Yeah.
all. Not all, but the main good ones, and all that, like, or like even the mid ones, like they're pretty solid,
Like the war movies are pretty dope. Like Black Hawk Down, that shit
Yeah.
was fire.
Like,
Like
remember
Jarhead.
Taken?
Oh, that shit was
That
fire.
movie?
That shit was
That
fire.
was a legendary one. That shit
Yeah.
was crazy.
That shit was fucking
Yeah.
fire. That's another one,
I really enjoy movies that have like kind of like some historical context to them, or like some kind of
Yeah.
like reenactment of stories that have
Hacksaw
already
Ridge with
existed.
Andrew Garfield, the one that played Spider-Man. That
Oh
was a
yeah,
good
yeah, that was a good
military
movie. Yeah.
Or like the Blood Diamond, or like Django, or
Oh,
like
that shit's fire.
movies like that.
That shit was fire.
Godzilla
Emancipation.
movies, some of them, not all,
Godzilla,
but
that shit was fire, especially when I was a kid. That shit was fire,
the
man.
new one that came out, the numbers
Apparently
are
it's fucking
insane.
goated.
Like that
Apparently it's
shit
goated.
fucking that apparently that shit's goated. It's being repped. I didn't even know about it at first until how much I've been hearing it being talked about.
Apparently he like
And then
scrapped
when I looked
his.
at the numbers, it's all like maxed the fuck out. I'm
Yeah,
like,
even like
what?
Rotten Tomatoes has it like fucking 90% or some
90,
high ass
yeah,
shit.
98 or 97. Yeah, the
I need to
only
watch that
con
shit
for
then,
it
dude.
is
What the
it's
fuck?
subtitles only though. That's the only con. So
Like,
it's
what
like
the
if you're
fuck?
used to watching anime and sub, then you're good. But in the movie theater, it's gonna be a little weird. But
Yeah, literally. Power scaling isn't mainstream because all power scaling boils down to is that he blitzes or he one shots GG when in anime. That's not what any fight does. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Most fights don't do that shit.
I'm watching that Godzilla movie though Tuesday because
I need to watch that shit, man. Yeah, I need to watch that shit.
Like it's been out for a bit, so I need to go out and watch it before it's gone.
Yeah, how do you feel about physical media dying? I heard Best Buy is going to stop offering that in 2024. I recently got Xbox One Series X, and so happy to see it support. This is what I would say. The reason is because of convenience, right? Because let's look, for example, video game consoles, you can buy it digitally. Movies, you can stream it digitally. Most media, you can get it digitally. So there's no real reason for discs and blockbuster type stores, and
they're failing in business, bro. Yeah. They're fucked.
A lot of them are going bankrupt.
Waste of resources, though.
Yeah,
it's like why not?
Yeah, exactly. It's a waste of physical resources. Like, and do I have a problem with it? I think it should still exist to the. I would say the decreasing amount of people that want it.
Be available for like on-demand purposes, right? James?
Yeah.
Like if someone buys it, then send it, right? Give them the disc or whatever. Don't just take it away completely because that's just retarded.
Yeah, don't take it away completely. Like limit production, which they're already doing, but don't like eliminate production. I think it's still there.
No. Yeah, that could.
Yeah. Like Blockbuster died.
They can recall all their shit, whatever. Like, sure, it may suck that you can't go to a store and now pick it up, but bro, if you could just order it, it's technically that's more convenient because you don't got to get up, drive, or whatever, or do whatever. It just comes to you, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So I completely going away. I mean, I don't care, but I know there's some people that like physical, like forms of media more. So I would say keep it for them, but obviously limit production because obviously the demand is nowhere near in comparison to the virtual demand. Yeah.
It is understandable why it is decreasing the amount of like demand for it, but I feel like for people like in us that have grown with CDs and Blockbuster and shit like that, it's just kind of bizarre to come to this day and age and be like, wow, that shit's kind of like antiquated. It's a thing of the past now. And it happens fast.
It's insane. It goes to show like facts, Genobi. It goes to show like the technological like advances we've made. Like back then, we needed CDs. We didn't have a fucking choice. It was so
VCRs.
Bad, bro.
Oh god,
it was so bad. Yeah, like remember when you had to like use your shirt to like fucking clean that bitch?
Yeah, I remember that shit. PS2 fucking disc. That shit would get dirty. I have to clean that shit.
Yeah, it gets dirty or like one little scratch, or better yet, you drop it right on accident, and you're like screaming in your head. You're like, no, one fucking drop, and now it's done.
You know the PS2 fucking loading screen? Like you would pray that it would go through and it would stay stuck on that shit. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. So like, bro, like at the end of the day, like it's goated in that regard, right? It's very nostalgic and like fucking. It's like and you're like, damn, but like at the same time, we've advanced so far. Where, bro, all it takes is one button on your console, download it, and you can play it now. Or
literally.
Order it from Amazon or some shit. Bam, it's there. Like.
$2 for Dimitri. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the $2, brother. Goated super chats today, man. A lot of fucking goats out here in the streets. Appreciate y'all.
They got you with the Christmas presents, Jay.
Yeah, literally Christmas bonuses left and right, man. Appreciate y'all for sure. Alexis or goats, Dimitri, Kedrick, BT, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, you guys are all goats, man. Goddamn.
Fair, I'm sending Jay a Christmas present too, but it's at least mutual.
Yeah. Let me give me a second, folks. Appreciate Dimitri. You got you with your question. Oh, it's not a question, it's a comment. I found it sad that couch poop games have died out. Yeah, again, it comes down to supply and demand, right? So essentially, people play online now. You don't really need a second controller on the same console that would waste more physical resources when you can conversely just play via online, and the resources of your console are freed up, and performance is better, things like that. So I get what you're saying though. There's a sense of nostalgia when you could play like alongside someone else with a
Yeah,
remote. But yeah, they still exist, like the fighting based games. They're still very coop like Mortal Kombat and Dragon Ball Fighter Z and shit like that. They still exist, but yeah, I see what you're saying. They're definitely not as common as they used to be. So I definitely agree. It's just different time, and it just really illuminates the very fact that on average, technology in general, every 12 to 18 months has significant advancement. That's in all from media to technology to software. It's constantly evolving. It's been evolving since probably the initiation of the internet, like the introduction of the internet. It's been constant evolution.
seriously.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like back then, IBM, for example, would have like hundreds of fucking giant ass like machines that would barely have any processing power. Now our iPhones or fucking phones alone are more powerful than all those like fucking ancient technology was put together. That's how refined processing has become, like chips and from the physical to the software, everything's just been so advanced, in such a quick pace. So it's just resulting in major change, not major changes, but like slow changes to society technologically. So it's pretty crazy to see. It really is. Um, yeah. People get excited watching wrestling fights for this exact same reason they get excited watching anime fights for the storylines. Good point. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. To me, it just seems fucking fake. It's just my opinion. I don't give it like if you like it, you like it. But anime is just like yeah, it's fictional, but it's not like IRL attempting to be real. It's like this is a story, and there's I don't know. It's to each their own though.
yeah,
Top
exactly, man.
yeah, top five strongest humans of all time. You mean in the real world? I know Brian Shaw would be up there. The guy's a fucking monster. I don't really know strongmen like that. Let me look it up real quick. Strongest men of all time.
CM Punk.
CM Punk. That guy's a fucking. That guy's something else. Top 11 of all time.
Francis
Brian
Ngannou.
Shaw. He probably is pretty physically strong. I bet he could fucking deadlift some weight for sure. Brian Shaw, strongman, 6'8", 435 pounds. Four-time World's Strongest Man winner. Damn. It's fucking crazy. Leonid Taranenko, 5'11", 260. Damn. He can
Oh
cling and
yeah, Eddie
jerk.
Hall.
Eddie Hall's
I know
fucking
him.
strong, and his prime, that guy was a fucking monster. He broke I
Yeah,
think he still has the record for deadlifting, I think. I don't think it's been broken.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like 1,100 pounds or some shit like that.
Oh shit! Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
That's like
What a
literally half a
beast!
ton. Yeah. Louis Unai, 6'3". Well, it doesn't have his feet on here though. Vasil Virastuk from Ukraine. What did he do? One world's strongest man in 07 and 04. Okay. Paul Anderson, 5'9", 350. Jesus Christ, he was fucking huge for that fucking height. People debate whether he really squatted 1,200 pounds. Holy shit, man. That's a lot of fucking weight. Billy Kazmayar, 6'3", 330, 1953. Let's see. He's 661 bench press. God damn, that's a lot of weight.
Damn, bro. What the hell?
Mark Henry. I'm not surprised. He's a famous. I mean, he's in the WWE, but he's famous for his strength. Zudrunas Zavika. So I've heard of this guy. This guy's fucking strong too. 629-pound bench, 900-pound deadlift, raw squat of 880. God damn, dude. Oh, this is the guy that plays. This guy's like an actor too from Game of Thrones, The Mountain. He has a
Oh,
record
okay.
now for deadlift. He broke Eddie Hall's 1,005 pounds. So he broke it by 1 kilogram. Hey, he broke it though. God damn. Shout out to fucking him too. He's a fucking monster. $2 from Kedri. Appreciate you, brother. That's a good question. How good would y'all do in the Hunger Games? Oh, God. Well, the thing is, these guys are trained for it. Like, let's say if we're not from that verse, would be completely outgunned and outmatched. Like these kids are trained for it. If we're just like plopped into that universe with like our current iterations, we'll probably get fucked up. But if we're born there, I would say, I'd say I'm decently athletic. I think I'd do okay. Would I win it all? I mean, sometimes they have like prodigies in other districts. I don't know. It depends on the competition. I think I'd survive. I wouldn't be the first one to die. If I had to say, if I'm giving myself some credit. But could I win it all? Maybe, unless there's like prodigy athletes in the fucking shit, then we're all dead. But depends on the basically like the pool of talent that year. So it really depends.
Did they just make a new movie too for the Hunger Games? Like they've made a
Oh yeah, they
lot
did.
of.
Yeah, they made I
sequels
forgot
for that.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like I forgot what it's called, but yeah, they made a new one recently. That's a good question though. I think I'd do all right. I think I'd do all right. I don't know if I'd win it all though, but I would use my intellect more than anything. I'd try not to fucking just scrap with because what happens is in the Hunger Games they have like a centralized location where all the weapons are. Everyone goes for the weapons and kill each other off. The smart ones go like hide, like Katniss did. I'd try to like intellectually just outsmart everyone. That's what I'd try to do at least. Like set up traps and shit. So that'd be crazy though, man. Imagine the
That'd be an
pressure.
insane environment to be in, though,
Yeah,
for sure.
imagine the pressure
Yeah.
put on you. Like you could die any moment. It's fucking crazy, bro. Let's see. I high key don't miss having to clean up discs. I don't miss that either, bro. I used to hate cleaning up fucking discs, bro. I hated
Yeah,
that shit.
dude. You just
Uh,
prayer that your game would start
dude.
that day.
Especially like
Like, yeah.
PS2, I would like clean. I'm like, please, man, please don't fuck me up. Don't
Please,
fuck me
bro.
over today.
PS1 was worse too.
Oh
Like, yeah.
God, yeah. GameCube, fuck, man. Shit was
Yeah.
it was a
Oh,
struggle,
GameCube was
man.
horrible. Holy shit.
That shit's terrible. I mean, Amazon and
Yeah.
others offer rental of movies too, so it's kind of like Redbox but in the digital. Yeah, it's just more convenient and it saves money for the company not having to use physical resources as well. So it's a win-win. Convenience and the profits that are the potential profits because you're not using
Kind
physical
of.
resource.
You remember that one company called GameFly? I think they would like send you like
Oh, I remember
physical
that shit. I think I used that a
drives.
couple times.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure they're out of business now, though,
Yeah,
considering
probably.
how
I know
things
like
just.
Blockbuster did
Yeah.
it every like weekend. I remember I used to go with my fucking dad at Blockbuster. Remember that
Oh
shit,
yeah,
dude.
for sure, bro.
I was
Definitely.
a comic I've been a comic book kid since then. I would get like fucking Batman versus the Phantom Menace. That shit's like 1999, like old ass shit I used to get.
Mhm.
Back in the day, that's just nostalgia right there. But yeah, that shit just went out of
That's
business,
why it's
man.
appealing, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like to the new generation, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this horse shit?"
Eh,
Like I can just put this
Yeah,
on
they don't care.
Netflix. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
So
literally.
basically, that's all it is, to be honest. Um, Any other interest in nerd topics like Magic, The Gathering, or Lord of the Rings or Star Wars? Also, sorry for being contrary. I don't have Wi-Fi. I prefer seamless splits. No, there's no problem with that, man. We each have our own preference.
Hmm.
Any other interests? Comic books for sure, for me personally. Star Wars, I feel like I could get into it if I wanted to. I just really haven't.
I
So
haven't
comic books
either,
is
to be honest.
besides anime, definitely comic books. Sports, I guess you can consider that a nerd thing. Like I'm a nerd when it comes to sports, especially combat sports. Besides that, I mean, I'm a computer science guy. I'm a nerd on that, but that's like my real life, like occupation. So I mean, I guess that's a nerd topic. But
I'm really into like astronomy, just like physics and things like that. Um, Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon for
oh
sure.
yeah, when I was a kid, dude,
Always
Yu-Gi-Oh
have
for
been.
sure. Yeah, I used to be huge on Yu-Gi-Oh. Even Pokemon
Um,
for a little bit. Uh,
yeah, I think they're both goated for sure. I mean,
oh yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh kind of fell off hard for me, to be honest, because like,
yeah. In
yeah,
comparison,
but
like Pokemon, yeah, I didn't have like that. I don't know, it didn't last the way Pokemon has
e-
even now.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Still has its like audience, but yeah, it's like not Pokemon level. It didn't have like that legacy that Pokemon had for whatever
It
reason.
started off really strong though,
Yeah, really strong.
So,
Pokemon Go was
but,
great for marketability. I remember when that shit came
oh,
out, it was fucking everywhere, all over
that
the
was a
damn
great
place.
revival for it, for
Yeah.
sure.
I was in high
Yeah.
school, I think. I was like a sophomore. Everyone was fucking playing it. After school, everyone was like fucking on their phones on Pokemon Go, like capturing fucking Pokemon. That shit was goated, I'm
Running
not
for
gonna lie.
Charizards, dude.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Guys like in the middle of the forest fucking trying to find Charizard and shit. This shit was pretty cool though, I'm not gonna lie.
That shit was hella funny because people like would break in the properties and shit, man, just to
Oh,
catch
yeah.
Pokemon. It's like, dog, you can't do
I saw
that.
all over
Like,
the news. Like people would like a couple people would like go into the fucking ocean, like all kinds of crazy shit that they were doing.
it's hilarious.
It's hilarious to be honest. Yeah. How far does Aang and the Avatar start getting the Naruto verse? Not very far.
Um, I remember like what was her name? Kiyoshi. She could
Kyoshi.
like split like a whole island off at like
Yeah, that was
one.
impressive. It's like an island level feat, give or take.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an island level, I'd say, probably
yeah,
at
that's
least.
not bad in Naruto, I guess. Part one, I mean, most of Konoha 12 wouldn't be able to stand against that. Like the kids, maybe
No,
like
I don't think so.
Gaara, like rampaging or Naruto with the Nine Tails, maybe. But I think he would struggle with Jonins, maybe like Guy or Kakashi. Their speeds would be a problem. Um,
No, yeah, certainly. I don't know
yeah,
how fast he would be. That's
yeah,
that's
that's
the
the
thing.
thing. It's hard to scale that, especially with
And
fucking
its
Avatar.
duration isn't that long as well. It's very
Yeah.
limited.
They have lightning abilities, like the firebenders have like Azula and Iroh and
Yeah, absolutely.
Ozai.
So
Yeah, I mean lightning time is not that impressive in not in Naruto.
not really. Not
Yeah,
yeah. Unfortunately, not.
I
I
would
think
say the
you
upper
probably get into like the
echelon.
beginning of Shippuden,
Yeah,
probably.
like upper echelon part one or like beginning of Shippuden, pretty much.
Yeah,
Being
that'd be
generous,
fair.
like honestly, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
seriously.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I know Facebook made smart glasses with AI in it, and I think it's really cool. I'm hearing Apple might have released their own kind. The most crazy shit I've seen is Elon Musk's Neuralink. Obviously, it's still in like I don't think it's even human trial yet. I think it's like still in like very early stages of development. But he says theoretically what they're going to be able to do is basically implant this chip in your brain, and it can like heal even some pretty significant disabilities like blindness, and like you can connect to the internet literally with your consciousness alone. That's what they're theoretically proposing will be like the extent of what it'll be capable of in the future. If that's fucking true,
That's
man, that's gonna
insane.
be yeah. Imagine like
That's some new shit.
texting your girl via your fucking head, like I'm on my way, like your fucking head or some shit. That's gonna be crazy,
Yo,
bro. So
that's hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the craziest thing I've seen technologically or I've heard. AI is getting up there as well. It's getting more and more advanced as well, like the ability to absorb information, adapt, and the training data, the ability to absorb training data at a high level. The machine learning is increasing. It's just becoming more and more refined. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the practicality for like robots as well, for like being like functional assets towards a business is
literally
increasingly becoming more advantageous,
yeah,
so
very
it's pretty
advantageous.
awesome.
Yeah, it's insane, honestly. Gote really made his song so popular, got 2.1 billion views on YouTube. Are you talking about Gangnam Style, I think? Yeah, man,
I
that
think
shit
that's
was.
just somebody I used to know. Shit, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good song actually. That was not bad. Yeah,
Yeah, better
it's all
than
right.
Gangnam Style, that's for
Yeah,
damn
Gangnam
sure,
Style is
man.
fucking ass. Yeah, someone
That's
I used
just
to know
like,
is like it's all right. It's not ass like
yeah.
Gangnam Style, but yeah.
I feel
Also,
like somebody I used to know is like that song you put on in the torture chamber just like over and over
oh
again.
yeah, literally.
Yeah, so-
It's like that creepy song you put on when you're like about to die or some shit. Literally.
yeah.
It also fascinates me when artists make a song that's a massive success only to near immediately quit the music industry. Yeah, those kind of people just want a bag. Like they want to like one hit wonder. They don't have that ambition like someone like that's been in the game for a long time has, like Eminem or Drake or Cole or Kendrick. Like those guys want to make art. These other people that like have a one hit wonder, they're just like, I got my bag, I'm out. So it depends what
Pretty
you want to
much.
do. Or if you're a
Yeah, straight
thought, like
up.
an OnlyFans thought, you have one good song like fucking Bad Baby or some shit. I don't know if she even has music, but Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose never had a career anyway. She's a fucking thought. She's the OnlyFan hoe now. Um,
Yep.
so yeah, a lot of women that aren't really talented and have one good song. Like Iggy Azalea had one hit. I forget what the song was called. She was ass, but now she does OnlyFans. Like yeah, so that's another example. But don't get it twisted. There's some very talented female artists. Ariana Grande legitimately can sing. Adele can legitimately sing. Rihanna,
Yeah,
legitimately talented.
absolutely.
There's this new
Rihanna,
chick.
dude.
Oh, Rihanna's super talented. Yeah. There's this new chick that made this one song. I forgot what it's called. I don't even know her fucking name, but she's really talented. She kind of reminds me of like she's like a mixture of Ariana Grande and like Rihanna combined. It's kind of crazy. She's really talented. I forgot her name though, but she legitimately can sing. So, but then you have these other hoes that aren't talented, and then they make OnlyFans. Like Iggy Azalea, fucking Ruby Rose, fucking R.I.P. King Von, but his ex or his like widowed girlfriend, she's a hoe. I was on OnlyFans. So yeah,
Damn.
depends. Yeah. That was just in the anime manga. Gohan still trains and is always buff as fuck. Gohan? I mean, in the superhero movie, he wasn't very willing. Piccolo had to push him, but I know what you mean. Does Goku have the strong? Does Pokemon have the strongest anime verse? I don't really know too much about Pokemon scaling, to be honest.
You could argue like some are. Oh, there's actually a god that's like the creator of the whole verse. So I mean, you could
Oh
argue
yeah.
some are actually universal.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
definitely.
pretty damn strong. Yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
that's it.
Also, we can respect how racist Frieza is, calling Saiyans monkeys and exterminating any race he doesn't like. Respect it? I mean, I guess you respect his power. I don't respect those actions though. He's a fucking he's a tyrant.
Yeah, I
Um,
didn't really catch on to that when I first watched that, to be honest. Like
yeah,
the whole
when
like,
you're a kid, you don't really catch on to that shit. When you're a kid, like, when you get older, you're like,
yeah,
oh shit, he's racist. Like Tobarama, I didn't catch on to that shit
yeah,
till I was older. So I mean,
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, you don't really see
Precisely.
that. You're still at that age, like when you're a kid, you're still kind of naive to that shit. Once you get older, you realize like, oh, this guy's a fucking racist, basically. Um, but it does suck seeing him done like that in the anime. Are you talking about Gohan? Yeah. Jay, who's more disappointed in Gohan's lack of training, Piccolo, Goku, or Vegeta? In the superhero mode, it's definitely Piccolo. I think
Yeah, it has
Piccolo
to
is
be
like
Piccolo.
he's the most involved in general in Gohan's life. Even though he's not his biological father, he's like the most involved. Even since a young age, even in fucking Dragon Ball Z, when Goku died, he trained fucking
Exactly,
Gohan
man.
for the Saiyans and shit. Yeah, he's always been there. So, yeah. Does anyone know if these guys do Slayer scaling? I haven't seen that yet. Eventually, I'll do that though.
I haven't done scaling for it, but I've
Yeah,
seen the series
I'll
so
get
far.
there though.
Yeah.
It's on my bucket list for sure. I think Guts is up there for me right now. The character Guts in his anime. Demon Slayer's up there for me. My Hero
Demon Slayer's
Academia.
animation is fucking amazing. My Hero is really
Yeah,
good
My
too.
Hero here is goated. Hunter x Hunter, I mean, I might just see that for enjoyment. People don't even scale that shit, to be honest. So yeah. I was talking about the guy who made somebody I used to know. He made one album and no one cared about, then vanished from the face of the earth. Oh, really?
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy was definitely one hit wonder. That song was everywhere. I remember that shit. Would Guy have killed Madara if he kicked him in the head instead of the stomach? Possibly. Possible. If he destroyed his brain, you mean? If you mean like it would have destroyed his brain, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
that's the problem with fucking Lee and Guy, bro. Like, they never go for the head, bro.
Yeah.
They always go for the body.
It's like Toji. Toji died because he didn't go for Gojo's head.
Literally,
Basically.
bro, like, what is up with these fucking
Did he
badass
go for his
Taijutsu
neck
people,
though?
bro? Like, go for the
Yeah, he got
fucking
him in the
head.
fucking
Like,
neck though. That was impressive.
Like,
Toji.
it's true. Like, and I'll be honest. Like, anybody that gets stabbed in their fucking neck by a big
Neck,
ass
bro.
sword, like, I don't understand how the fuck you don't
I guess
die.
enough
But
of his
either
brain.
way,
Yes.
Yeah, like enough of Gojo's brain was still intact to like it literally evolved in real time to use reverse curse energy, and that's when he folded Toji. He used a hollow purple and fucking folded him. But he would have went for the eyeball. He went through his eyeball and through his brain. That probably would have killed him. Actually.
yeah. Oh, you know, if he
Yeah.
hit the head, he's dead. But like
He went
Rock
like
Lee, like I'll
blame.
say, I'll say this to
Yeah.
this day: if Rock Lee just loaded Scar on his fucking head or neck instead of his body, he wouldn't have been able to cushion the blow with his sand with the
Yeah.
gore in his back.
Maybe at
He
least he would
probably
have
would have fucking
concussion at
killed
least.
Gar or knocked him out.
Yeah, at least in the concussion. Yeah.
Literally,
Well, I don't know. I think they do that on purpose for plot. Like fucking Code. If Toji would have went for the
of
head, I mean,
course.
Gojo would have died a long time ago, basically.
No, Toji and Rock Lee, I don't give a fuck. They were done dirty by plot.
Yeah,
So-
low key. It's kind of fucked up. Toji was that guy. He was cold, man. He should have had that shit. But it is what it is. I was talking about. Okay, just read that. But yeah, folks, any questions you may have, feel free to ask at all. Any questions at all. The last topic someone asked me about, what you guys asked, was the DCEU. So the DC Comics Extended Universe or Cinematic Universe, whatever you want to call it, being reset. Zack Snyder is stepping down as kind of like the main guy to put into fruition. Now it's going to be James Gunn, which means the cast that we know of, Aquaman, fucking Wonder Woman, Henry Cavill, Superman, all that shit's gone. Not surprised. DC is a failure. It's been a failure for a long time. I just hope James Gunn could do his fucking job.
He can do. He can do his fucking job. He's been involved in the gaming, Marvel, you name it. Like he even did DC projects for gaming for Arkham, Batman and shit. So
he has a track record. That's a guy that could get the job done. People are already kind of like trying to guess who they're gonna cast at like the major heroes, like Batman. Honestly, I think Jensen Ackles might be a good Batman. It wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, you could see that.
Yeah,
I think Wonder Woman's actress was pretty fitting, to be honest.
Yeah, she was. Gal Gadot was a good Wonder Woman, in my opinion. I don't know why people shit
give
on
it
her,
back to
but...
Christian Bale, bro, but make sure Batman's done right, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, it was weird that Gal Gadot got so much hate.
Jensen Ackles.
I think Gal Gadot.
I think she's good. She's good, but I don't know why on social media like she's ass. I'm like, why? I thought she was good.
But bro, Jensen Ackles, he voiced Batman in the fucking
Batman Halloween
movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he did that. I thought he did a good job.
He did a good job. So, he actually voiced Jason Todd in Under the Red Hood too. He's good. I think he'd do well as Batman.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he could do well. I think he has the emotional, acting attachment to the characters that he could definitely invest in deep enough. Physically built. Looks like a Bruce Wayne too in a way. So.
He does. Yeah, he looks like an older Bruce Wayne. Superman. Honestly, dude, Henry Cavill was pretty good Superman. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. They should just keep him. They should get Henry Cavill.
Dope.
Like they did him dirty.
Henry Cavill was good.
Yeah, I don't know who. I can't even think of an actor that could play Superman. I think there's a guy.
They need to make Superman like they need what they need to do is because Henry Cavill, they were painting him towards the direction of Injustice Superman.
Oh, that'd be fucking
And that's
crazy.
fine,
Yeah.
but that needs to be for a separate thing, not for the main Justice
Yeah,
League.
not the
That's
main
problem,
continuity.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
So if they're gonna make Henry Cavill Superman or whoever the fuck it is, they need to make it Superman though, where he's very lighthearted. He's like Captain America, right? But it's Superman. That's how he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
Like,
new
they need to
guy.
make him to that regard.
So basically, the new guy I heard, what's his name again? I don't know his name. They're making a movie called Superman Legacy, and it's gonna be played by what's this guy's name? The fuck is this guy? Let me go back and see what his name is.
Tobey Maguire?
That'd be crazy.
Imagine.
David Corenswet, whatever. Corenswet. I never heard of this guy. I mean, kind of looks like he doesn't look as much as Superman like Cavill, but yeah, I guess not a bad. He kind of looks like Clark Kent, I guess. But yeah, I
Cavill
mean,
was a good fit for sure.
yeah, that was a great fit. Yeah, Cavill was done well. So was Gal Gadot, in my opinion. I don't know why people hate on her. but-
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot acting is not very good, which is unfortunate since she appeared twice. I mean, I never thought her acting was bad, but I mean, I guess to each their own. I like Gal Gadot. How would you rank the GTA games? That's a good question. Number 1 and 2, you can interchange them as GTA 5 and San Andreas, in my opinion. You can interchange them, in my opinion. San Andreas and GTA 5 are like revolutionary. After that though, probably like what's really good is GTA game. Vice City's up there.
GTA 4, Liberty
4 was
City
good.
was really good.
Yeah, GTA 4.
Even
was
the
really
one
good.
with it was like Gay Tony or whatever it was called.
Was
Like
that
actually,
I think that was like Chinatown. I think that's what it's called or some shit like that.
I enjoyed all those games.
Oh, I
man,
almost
for
forgot,
sure.
Jay. I don't know how you feel about this, but for who they had as Green Arrow and Barry in the TV shows, I think they should just add them to the movies.
Especially
And
Green
then, like,
Arrow. He was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Barry's his actor is kind of. I heard he does some sus stuff actually. The Flash guy who just acted for him.
Oh,
I
for
forgot his name.
fucking Ezra Miller. Yeah, no, they're not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
cast they're not gonna cast his stupid ass.
No.
He's a weirdo. Yeah, I wonder who would get as Flash. That'd be interesting casting.
Yeah, that's a hard fit for sure.
Yeah, maybe fucking. I mean, Chris Evans was in the Marvel universe, but if he gets the same physique he had for Human Torch, maybe he could play Flash. Like not as built as fucking Captain America, but like kind of the way he looked in Fantastic Four, more lean. He has he can play that like witty, like quick mouthed character. He did it with Human Torch. I mean, I thought that was a good casting. He obviously is a really good Captain America, no shit, but
of course, yeah.
yeah, I think he could pull that off if he wanted to. I don't know if he wants to be in the comic book world again, but I feel like that's a decent one. There's a lot of, I wonder who they're gonna pick though. There's a lot of possible people, so.
Dude, a freaking Green Lantern movie would be sick, bro.
They really botched it. It wasn't even Ryan Reynolds' fault, but they botched the fuck at that movie. That shit was so ass. The one
Yeah,
with
they
Ryan
need to
Reynolds,
revamp that.
so dog shit. And it's not even his fault. He's just not meant for that
that
kind of
was
role.
ass. Yeah,
that movie was fucking ass. They need
Oh
like
my
a
gosh.
serious, strong, like a actor that can like carry strong conviction, like Kyle Rayner type character. Like I don't know, someone that can do that kind of acting. That's what they need. Ryan Reynolds wasn't meant for that role. That's not. He's in Deadpool.
No.
He kills it in Deadpool because he has the perfect personality for Deadpool, not for fucking Green Lantern. That's fucking yeah. That shit was ass. Top 5 memes of all time. The Jordan crying meme.
Yeah, the
Definitely.
Jordan one, bro.
Yeah, that one's
sure.
like the synonymous with memes at this point. It's another meme. Maybe the fucking Vince McMahon one that recently dropped with his ass crying over shit. I don't know what he was crying about, but that shit everyone.
Yeah,
knows.
that shit's hilarious. The Pikachu one too, bro.
Pikachu one,
Definitely
that's a big one. That's the one that was
Yeah.
huge. Trying to think of another one that was big.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Memes. Yeah, I'm not really into memes like that, but those those were everywhere. So I mean,
The Vince McMahon one's hilarious, bro.
that was fucking hilarious, man. They use that shit for everything.
Oh, you know that one where like that guy's always looking back at that chick and he's with his girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one right there. That one's dope. Yeah. That's definitely a good one. There's so many fucking memes with that shit. What's another one? Oh, Walter White when he's crying in his fucking basement, like in the underground thing. That's kind of like a
Oh
meme.
my gosh. Yeah.
When fucking Skylar said she used all the money to fucking help Ted, he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He started like fucking crying. Yeah, I remember that shit. That shit was goated. That's a pretty good meme, I'd say.
Also like
Uh,
the Shaq one when he's on the Hot Ones. He has like that
oh,
face. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, that
That's
shit was funny as
everywhere,
fuck.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one too. Um, Most attractive men you've ever seen in your personal opinion? Well, I'm a very confident straight male, so I'll answer that. But I'll say no homo anyway. Most attractive men? No homo. I guess
Tupac, bruh.
Tupac was actually a good looking dude, yeah. Um, Maybe prime Brad Pitt, again, no homo. Brad Pitt, good looking dude. Um, who else?
Mm,
I feel like Henry Cavill's a good looking dude. You could say him. Uh, let's
that's a hard
see.
one to be honest.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of a let's see, another actor out there.
Leonardo, maybe? I
Oh,
mean, he's a
dude,
good looking
Leonardo,
guy.
he would get all the pussy. And when he was in Titanic, dude, that guy was getting pussy like fucking
Yeah,
left and
facts.
right. Yeah, that guy was fucking yeah. That guy had probably some of the most riz in the
So
'90s.
much
Dead ass.
full.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
Even now, he still pulls like a motherfucker. Yeah. So, man, Leonardo's a great choice. He's a good looking dude, so that's obvious. Talented, wealthy, and good looking. I mean, what else could you ask for? So, DiCaprio. That's another good one. Tom Cruise in his prime, maybe. He's a good looking dude, I guess.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
basic. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of basic, yeah. Uh, yeah, that's not good. It's like the actors I can
Yeah.
think of. Uh, as far as not, I don't really know anyone else celebrity that's not musicians. I mean, any rappers that are like known for their looks? Not really.
Not really,
Tupac is
man.
decent. He's a good looking dude,
I
dude.
think
Tupac.
yeah, Tupac's a good looking guy for sure.
Yeah. But everyone else, not really. Maybe like Prime Drake. I mean, he used to get a lot. I mean, he still gets pussy, but when he first started, he'd get a lot of pussy. Maybe like Drake back in the day.
I mean,
Uh,
women love Drake, bro, for
yeah, they love
sure,
the fuck out
bro.
of Chris. Oh, Chris Brown. You got that. You got that Riz.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Chris Brown
yeah,
definitely,
that's a good
dog.
one.
Yeah,
Bruno
absolutely. Yeah.
Mars. Oh, I mean, to girls, he's attractive at least. I see a lot of bitches like him. So yeah, Chris Brown's a good one. A lot of girls like Chris Brown.
Oh, absolutely. That
Yeah,
guy's yeah, he gets a
yeah.
lot, I'm sure, dude.
Even
Not even
Trey
have to
Songz
try.
used to get pussy. He's not really around no more.
His
Trey
lunch for
Songz.
show.
Yeah, he used to get a
Yeah,
ton of
no,
pussy with bottoms up and fucking that shit was fire low key. So yeah, that was Trey Songz used to get a lot of pussy. I don't know where he is
he fell
now.
off tough, bro.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
fell
got that
off. He used
bag for
to.
later.
He had a couple songs with Drake, with Drizzy and everything. I don't know what happened to him, but he probably got that bag
Yeah.
and dipped. Who knows? So yeah, those guys would probably come to mind. Uh, Imagine if America was able to create Compound V. Oh Jesus, dude, that'd be the end of the. That would end war. I mean, imagine having Homelanders in your army in the fucking military. Fuck no.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no, yeah. Whatever country doesn't have access to that, they're fucked.
They're
Now
getting folded.
I'll say this though, like I'm gonna be real. Like any country will, it's only a matter of time. It's just like drugs, guns, or whatever. Eventually, they will have access to what we have as well. It's just that's just how it works, unfortunately.
China. Yeah.
But we're gonna have the most built different people, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we'll have someone that's like,
Homelander.
oh my, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like so, at the end of the day, that's where it gets interesting. But I'll say this: I think the world goes to shit if that
Oh
happens.
fuck
I
yeah!
really
Imagine
do.
you give that
Because
shit to someone like Homelander's personality. This world is
yeah,
done.
exactly. Like we're all fucked. You know what I mean? Or
uh,
if it comes to a point where like it's like all the crazy men that we have nowadays, where they're either mass shooters or all these horrible crimes, yada yada. But bro, imagine that, but with powers, yeah, we're done. We're
oh
fucked.
god! Imagine giving like that power to fucking like someone historic like fucking Stalin or Hitler.
Yeah,
The world's fucked.
yeah, we're
So
done. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying,
that would
bro.
be
Yeah,
like
we're done.
Stormfront in real life. Hitler would be fucking
But
Stormfront.
personally, I think it would evolve to an
Dick
extinction
Cheney?
level event,
Dick Cheney. Yeah,
or
literally.
like yeah, or
Fucking
like there would be like very, very low amount of people left. Like it'd be like an apocalypse in a way,
it'd be a shit. It'd be
So
like Injustice in real life. Yeah.
because I highly doubt, like I highly, highly doubt, like fucking we're gonna be able to control certain people through politics or social status. Some people just don't give a fuck about it, and that's the problem in our world.
Yeah.
There's humans in our world that don't care about that materialistic
They're very
bullshit,
like
and
sociopathic. Yeah. Some guys
yeah,
don't
and
care.
if they're just purely bad, you have a problem. If they just don't give a fuck about that anymore, which is what Homelander is basically almost getting to, you have a problem. So no matter what, it's just unfortunately, we're fucked. We don't got no
That'd
Batmans
be
either or Iron Man, so we're done.
yeah, that
So
shit's yeah, that would be actually probably horrible. I'd be like basically having a living nuclear weapon at that point, basically.
Now,
Um,
if it's normal though, like the show, and there's at least some regulations and balance, then it won't be
might
that
work.
bad. But
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be honest, you're still fucked
Yeah, if you have a
because
Homelander, I
you
mean,
can
we're
be killed at
fucked.
any point. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can be killed at any point. They're not gonna give a fuck, right? Or like, what are you even at that point? Like, if you're just a normal human being, you're a fucking ant to
You're fodder. I
gods.
mean, yeah, literally. Yeah, they have
Like
to be really picky who
Actual
they give
it
it
fodder.
just
to.
makes your value in life and like you like just even more redundant. And like and men already have it that much harder as it
Oh,
is.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they have to really be picky who they give that power to. It's kind of like when that one scientist decided to give the super serum to
Yeah,
Rogers, to Captain America. He chose him for a reason. It's because he had like honor and integrity. He's like, all right, if I give you this
yeah,
power, you promise me not to change who you are, right? And he became Captain America. So basically, they have to be very picky in that way to not pick the wrong person
yeah.
for that kind of experiment. Because if you do pick the wrong person, you're gonna have fucking
Yeah.
Homelander in real life. So
Yeah, like
yeah.
you're gonna like they're gonna have to like morally like study this guy to the fucking T and make sure he is like very righteous, very good morals, like some Captain America or Superman vibes, right? You know what I mean? And then there you go. Even someone on Batman's like level of morality,
Oh,
like
that would be
even
would
though
be
he can be
fucked.
dark,
Yeah.
yeah, even though he can be dark, whatever too, but he will never cross the line of like
Yeah,
killing
you
or
need someone of that
genocide or yada
character.
yada.
Like
Yeah, so it's like as long as it's even if there is some level of darkness, it's still not the end of the world. It's
yeah,
just if they
someone
have
that
some
has like a
sense of a
code.
good heart,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
like a
need
some moral code, then there you go, bam, we're
Steph
yeah.
good.
Curry?
Yeah,
That's
you
a
have
good
to pick
guy
like the
though.
best of society. Yeah, exactly. Young Viggo Mortensen could do a good serious role. These days, he's a good mentor character. Maybe if they remake Lord of the Rings, he'll be an old general or something. That's a good pick. Yeah. How far would Tsunade go with Minato speed in the Naruto verse? Oh God, with their
Oh,
She
AP,
she's
should be
cracked,
broken,
bro.
bro.
One
Holy
shotting
should
shit.
be above
motherfuckers.
fucking Minato probably.
Yep,
It should be one
she
shot
one
people,
shotting
bro.
because she has
Yeah,
the AP and the speed now.
should be like one like
And the
fucking eight
speed
gig
will
guy.
increase her AP as well.
Yeah,
Like to an
that would be
insane
cracked as shit.
degree.
She probably would
Like
be
Yeah.
fucking
one
Madara
thing
at that
that's always
point.
been interesting to me, I don't think I've asked you to yet, and I haven't done enough homework to fully like give an answer myself. But like when it comes to the 100 healings, do you think that's just increasing her AP more further, or it also is a stat boost? Because I don't know, it's just weird. Like whenever we see that, you don't really notice a speed difference. Like at least
Yeah,
from what we do have. But I don't know.
I
I
think
would
it's just
deduce.
mitotic regeneration. I don't think it necessarily
Right?
like
Like I think it's still the same. Like I think like she has now regeneration, but then now and then like the AP maybe you could argue is more because actually, yeah, I would argue it's more like because she has more access to chakra, right? Like she's
It,
tapping into,
yeah, I would
but
deduce that it gives her like a larger time interval to use her max power because of mitotic regeneration. Like she's
yeah,
not fatiguing as easily. She could like take damage and not necessarily
she's not getting
lower.
faster,
Her
right? Like you don't think
performance
that's
isn't
the
like
case?
drastically decreasing because she's healing so quickly. She's like at a
Yeah,
higher. She can move at a higher rate of like efficiency. I don't know if it amps her more than her base, but it definitely allows her to be at her best more than her base because she's
more,
oh yeah,
yeah,
facts,
yeah,
facts.
longevity reasons.
It's like
yeah,
having gates infinitely,
yeah,
basically.
literally, yeah.
Like
And with the
even in the
AP, I mean,
novels, I don't know if you include the novels, but in the novels it says whenever she was like using her 100 healings or like or using her attacks, like her bones were breaking and her body was taking damage, but because of the 100 healings, it would heal it. So it's
yeah.
like it did
Exactly.
nothing.
So with the speed, I mean, holy shit, man, she probably would be Madara. Well, you shot her Susanoo with that speed of the AP, so I mean, that'd be fucking
Exactly,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, that she'd be fucking
Yeah.
cracked, man. That'd be
She's
insane.
nowhere near like light speed right now and
Oh,
still
not even
has that
close.
amount of AP.
Yeah.
So
So I
you
mean,
guys at least agree that it's not like I don't think it's a speed up. That's all I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
no, I
as of
there's
think
nothing to deduce that.
I think speed and AP is just a derivative of chakra control, which she's
yeah,
aficionado at, if you will. But
Yeah.
just because she can regenerate doesn't necessarily mean her chakra control is amplified as a result, if you
Yeah,
know
it's
what
just
I
like a
mean.
storage of
You know?
chakra she has being utilized. It's
it's
not
like
like, yeah.
objectively from what we have, it's just that she could still hit really hard, but now she has infinite healing, right? And she
Yeah.
can just keep
Facts,
Basically,
pressing
yeah.
it. Like there's
it's like
nothing really to suggest she gets faster because Madara would have acknowledged it. Like he would have saw her from base, right? And then
yeah.
when she goes in the 100 healings, he would have definitely been like, "Oh wow, she's even faster now." But no, he never says that. He just says, "Oh, she's stronger than the Raikage." That's it.
Yeah, so there's nothing empirical to really suggest that. So yeah, probably I think it's just like the same Tsunade but with like broken durability, basically.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, so R.
Yeah.
Kelly got the illegal Riz. R. Kelly is a fucking weirdo, bro.
And P. Diddy too. What happened
Yeah.
with him, bro?
I don't know what the fuck.
Like that.
So many allegations being thrown around for a bunch of people. Oh, the one guy, Jonathan Majors, the guy who was gonna play Kang. I'm gonna say this. It's probably controversial, but this is just what it is. From what we see, it's absolute bullshit that Marvel fired him for the bullshit that we saw on video. It was him. This is the worst thing he did. He was trying to put the
was it actually bullshit though?
yeah, because what he did is his chick was trying to take his phone. He was trying to put telling her stay in the car. I'm gonna leave. I don't want to be around you because you're trying to take my phone. She gets out of the car. He carries her and tries to put her back in the car, not even in a violent fashion. So he puts her back. Then he starts running away because she gets out again. And that was enough evidence to convict him of unintentional assault or reckless assault, some bullshit ass charge. He's running away from her, literally, physically running away from the bitch trying to take his phone, but he gets in trouble and Marvel fires him. That's fucking bullshit, man. That's fucking bullshit.
So let me get this straight.
That's confusing.
So she was instigating the entire time.
And he was running away.
Yeah, so he's trying to take his phone. So then he picks her up, puts her in the car, and then tries to run away.
She gets out, starts chasing him. Yeah, she starts chasing him. He's running away on the highway. They ran for several blocks. He's trying to get away from her, and then they fucking charge him with reckless. God. What does reckless assault even mean? What did you do to assault her? I don't understand that. He didn't punch her. He didn't.
You want to know what's so pathetic with this world nowadays? It's like the law is starting just to promote like abuse, basically.
It's fucking bullshit, man.
Apparently, we just gotta tolerate abuse, bro. If we're telling someone to leave us alone or fucking they stop touching me or your shit or whatever, blah blah, and they keep on, and you either defend yourself or just put them away, okay? When you can clearly beat the shit out of them or even hurt them. And yet you're still gonna get charged with something, and then even that's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, what's funny is the evidence, because she's fair skinned, is she bumped her head when he put her in the car. He wasn't trying to bump her head against it, and they use that as evidence. Oh my god, she's bruising. I'm like, well, the bitch bumped her head on the car. He didn't fucking punch her in the fucking face, dude. You're gonna use that as fucking evidence? Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
At the end of the day, it's very fucking wild because
he's running away. What the fuck else is he supposed to do?
What's really hilarious though is if let's be real, if this was reversed, right? If this was a guy trying to take a girl's phone, you know what I mean, or keep her or wherever isolating him, he's done.
He's done.
You know what I mean? Done. He's put in handcuffs. So he'll probably put I think there's even a term for that. I think it's I forgot what the charges are, but if you don't let someone move or go where they want, I think it's called kidnapping or some shit.
Yeah.
Or yada yada yada. There's some type of charge for it, but either way, or especially if you're trying to take their shit, or whatever, you're done. But yeah, if it's a girl, bro, and then the guy literally tries to de-escalate and get out of the situation, you're done. You're a fucking criminal.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. So that's bullshit. Also, free Tory Lanez, because that's bullshit. Megan Thee Stallion changed her story 20 times, but they still incarcerated Tory Lanez. So free Tory Lanez. She's full of shit, in my opinion. And I think her friend shot her. Honestly, I don't think he shot her, and I think he didn't rap because there's a code in rap. You can't rap because then you're kind of shunned. So he'd rather not testify than what happened to him. Which I'm I get it, Tory, but dude, maybe you could have avoided. Yeah, it's honorable. I get it. You don't want to be a rat 6'9" or some shit, but dude, you got 9 years, buddy. Fuck.
That's your life. Yeah, that's your career. That's your life.
9 years of money right there. Time. Yeah, dude. 9 years of money.
There was a recording on Tory Lanez calling her and apologizing for what he did and yada yada, and that did make him look bad.
It did,
but it didn't definitively out him as guilty though. It made him look wait a minute, why is he apologizing? What is he sorry?
She changed her story 10 times, which is bullshit. Yeah. And then apparently a doctor, they concluded that the wound in her foot was from glass. Apparently, not even a gunshot. I don't know. This is bullshit, man. She's full of shit, I think, and he should be freed, in my opinion. That's bullshit. What the fuck happened to innocent until proven guilty, bro? Honestly. Let's see.
I don't know. It's just getting really bad nowadays. It's basically the law starting to promote tolerance of abuse or someone just doing whatever they want to do to you. If they start attacking you, you're not allowed to defend yourself anymore, because if you defend yourself, then now you're getting arrested.
If it's a woman, you can't do shit.
Literally, it's getting to the point where people are just not being allowed to either defend themselves or be in control to de-escalate the situation.
Literally.
And that's the fucking issue. It's basically boiling down to where if you don't wear a fucking badge or if you don't have boobs, basically, you're fucked. You know
basically,
what I mean?
The moral of the story is if a girl assaults you, put your hands up. and run. That's all you could do. Just run for your life.
Literally, like, yeah, you can't do it. Like, but see, that's where it gets really bad, though. It's like, let's say you're living somewhere with someone or whatever, and they start fucking attacking you, going crazy, and you're trying to get away, and they're just jumping on you, name it. There's only so much you can do. Like, there's
Yeah,
gonna be a
literally.
point where you have to do
You have to
something.
defend
You know what I mean? So
yourself.
it's like, so it's literally under the logic where you either just got to take the beating or potentially getting killed in a situation, or
Yeah.
you got to fucking like be willing to do something, but then you're more than likely getting suffering consequences by law. You know, like, it's
Yeah,
just
literally.
crazy, dude.
The moral of the story is pick the right girl, man. If you don't, you end up in these situations. Tory Lanez, free
Yeah.
Tory Lanez, and free Jonathan Majors, which is bullshit. So,
Free Top G.
yeah, Top G. Oh yeah. Speaking of Top G, apparently him and his brother tried to get a file for permission to go visit their dying mom, and they rejected them, so they couldn't go to London to see their mom because she has cancer or something like that. That's fucking
Fucking
bullshit,
true.
man.
sad, man.
That's fucking bullshit. There's literally no evidence against them. They're fucking stuck in that bullshit fucking country, and they can't go see their own mom. That's
Yeah, I'm
bullshit to me.
sorry, but Tate needs to get the fuck out of that country,
Yeah, if
bro.
they let him free, don't ever go back to Romania. Get the
Like,
fuck
don't
out of there.
ever go. Yeah, if he's free,
Yeah.
like, don't ever go, because that's just like, I'm
That's
sorry, the
bullshit.
U.S. can't even do shit like that, bro.
That's horseshit, man. Like they can't even see their fucking mom. Like what the? Why are they? First of all, why are they still there? There's no fucking
Like,
proof.
yeah,
I'm
like their
saying, bro.
mom
I
has
thought we were
cancer,
released,
bro. It's like,
man.
let
Like,
them
what the fuck
fucking
was
go
that?
visit their mom.
What
Like,
the fuck, dude?
if you're that skeptical or worried or whatever, then send some people
Yeah,
with them.
send
Send
some
some
like
fucking agents.
Romanian cops with them or some shit.
Literally,
What the fuck, bro? That's
like, it's
bullshit,
like,
dude.
come on now.
That's
Come
horrible.
on, man.
Like
Yeah.
it's one thing if they had like a bunch of evidence, so they're about to go to trial, they got some shit, yada yada, but there still has been nothing. Like
Nothing.
nothing has been
Oh
shown,
shit.
discussed, or like there's not a case built yet. Like the fuck.
Yeah, that everyone on Twitter is like, what the fuck, dude? Like they can't even go see their fucking mom. That's bullshit, dude. Like, honestly, it's
But there was
bullshit.
something before too, though, that was pretty fucked up that happened as well. I don't remember what it was. But there
Yeah.
was a similar situation where it was something really important going on, but they weren't allowed to leave or some shit.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb, dude.
Um,
It's a joke. Look at the criminal system there is a fucking joke, to be honest. Ranked the Konoha 12 during the tuning exams in strength. The Konoha 12. Let's see if I remember
that's
all of
really
them.
hard because Naruto's like a loose. Like if we go like, all right, I'll say if we're going prime, like going fully, obviously Naruto. Let's just be real. Come on, like
Yeah,
Naruto
Naruto, Rampage,
with the
Ninetales,
mental
yeah.
apes and summoning
Yeah.
frog. Like who the fuck? Nobody's fucking with that.
Yeah. Then Gara probably. Prime.
Yeah.
Rampage.
Yeah, then you have
One
Gara.
Tail.
Yeah, because Gara. Yeah, absolutely would agree. Gara would be second.
Yeah.
The majority of people would say Sasuke, which like
Majority
even
of
though people get third from it, and then so if you don't include Sasuke as third, then it would be Lee, then
Yeah,
Sasuke,
Fifth
then
Gates.
Neji, or then it goes Lee, Neji, Sasuke.
Yeah, a lot of people debate those three specifically. Especially
Yeah.
Lee and fucking Sasuke.
Lee and Sasuke, for
Yeah,
sure.
because they're like, oh, Fifth Gate Lee, and some people are like, nah, Sasuke. Like that's a debate that they have. I would say Sasuke because he stayed as the strongest opponent ever, which would include over Fifth Gate Guy in the data books against Gaara. So I would say, but then again, some people argue Lee, and they argue semantics too. So I'd say Sasuke, then Lee, then Neji. Honestly, everyone else I don't really give a shit about. Probably
Yeah, no, everyone else is not relevant.
maybe like fucking Shino,
I would
fucking
say Shikamaru or
Kankuro.
yeah, like
Yeah,
who do you think wins in this? Shikamaru, Kankuro, and Shino out of those three?
that's a
That's
tough one.
interesting.
This is a
That's
tough
really
one.
tough. That's very
I feel
fucking
like
tough.
probably Shino basically be
Shino has a good
Kankuro.
chance.
Yeah.
It
I
was a
think
draw in the end, but Shino technically did beat him first.
you know what he could do, which I
So,
think is very possible he would do. He'd use the bugs to manipulate the
Shikamaru.
shadows. He would
Yep.
manipulate the shadows with the bugs above Shikamaru's head and like nullify or at least negate the strategies he'd use with the shadows. I think Shino would
You think
probably
Shino would
be.
beat Shikamaru then, right?
Yeah, I think he probably would
Okay.
beat Shikamaru. Yeah, I would
Because
say
like
so.
Shikamaru only beat Tamari because he was able to hide behind the trees. If he
Yeah,
didn't
they had
have
the
those
perfect like
trees,
scenario, and then they had that wall
yeah, like
behind her.
it was
Yeah,
positioning was like
Exactly,
goaded
man.
for him. If he didn't
yeah.
have that, he would have lost to
Open
Tamari. So it's
space.
like
Yeah, open space.
yeah.
He would lose probably to her. Yeah, it's like a
Like
sunny
That's a
with
day.
great fight,
Shino
though,
though, you
actually.
can't
It was a great
hide from
fight.
him
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Yeah,
very
like with
calculated.
Shino, you can't hide though. That's
you
the
can't hide.
problem. So it's
Yeah,
like
no.
if
Yeah,
he has a bug on Shikamaru, which he would do that. He does that
Of
with
course.
anybody. What's it
yeah,
called? Then the bugs find Shikamaru, bam, he gets hit by bugs, he's done. Like
yeah. So it'd be like Shino, Conquer versus Shikamaru. That's interesting too. Uh,
Conqueror on Shikamaru, it's the same principle. If he can hide, then he's set and he wins, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Probably
I think
But the
Kankuro in
only
most
problem
cases.
with the only
Yeah.
problem with Shikamaru though, it's like the reason why Kankuro could still win is it would be the same thing as Tamari, where even if in the end he does get Kankuro in the shadow, like does he now have enough chakra to finally deliver, or does he not? And then that's would obviously dictate the battle. Because
Yeah.
the only reason why Shikamaru said he even said it himself, like he would have died technically if it was a real fight,
Terrain.
even though
Yeah.
he did win in
Yeah.
like the tuning aspect.
Terrain would
So,
dictate Shikamaru's chances. If it's an open field and it's sunny,
yeah.
he's getting fucked up. He's not doing shit.
But even the flute bitch,
Absolutely,
like
bro.
Yeah.
he did good
There is
against
no
the flute bitch.
shadows.
Yeah, like he did good against the flute bitch because he had like the terrain.
The
He had a bunch of
trees.
trees,
Of
Yeah.
course,
bushes.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like terrain is very, very important. If it's just
Yeah.
wide open, that changes a lot of shit.
He's getting fucked up. So yeah, I think in most cases Kankuro, then Shikamaru, I guess. Tamari and Shikamaru is close
Tamari would
anyway,
be
but
above them, right? Yeah, she would be above all of them.
yeah, and then after them, who's left? Choji, Tenten. I don't really give a
Do you
shit about
think
those
Tamari
people.
beats Shino too? Do you
Yeah.
think her win could deal with
Tamari
the
against
bugs?
Shino. I mean, the win would be a good negation of the bugs coming at her, but
That's what I'm saying.
and she has like slicing wins too, like the fucking shit she uses. But
I think he has so many bugs though. It'd
he's
be
so many
hard to
fucking
just blow away all of them.
he might have a
Yeah.
bug
Yeah.
on her already. There's a bunch of shit. Yeah, Shino's a tough she's a tough
He's
opponent.
so
I'll be
smart
honest,
too.
like
Yeah,
I'll be honest, like Shino is that fucking guy, bro. Like you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that'll be really interesting. Tamari and Shino is very, very interesting.
that's a
If
good
I
fight.
had to pick though, I'd say probably Shino. I think he's more smarter than her and
Yeah,
more calculated, and he could probably get like a W like he pulled on Conqueror. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
probably
Exactly.
Shino's like only underneath like
it's
the
gonna
big
be
guys.
harder for Shino though, especially if it's open. Like if it's open, that's gonna be
Fucking
very like I don't
wins.
know,
Oh yeah,
bro.
she's gonna create
Yeah,
like
like if it's
fucking
open, if he has like bushes he can use, things like that, then he could probably pull a W. I can
put
see it.
like bugs in the
So
fucking bushes. Yeah, open
yeah.
terrain it'd be hard for him, but
I think Tamari takes it open terrain. If it's not, then Shino does. So that's
Shino,
kind of like that.
yeah. And after
It's a
them
But
good
is all
battle
the
though.
also,
yeah. After
yeah,
that, it's like
also if you
Tenten.
take away Naruto, like let's say we get rid of his plot, like amp upgrade shit, okay, then Naruto's way towards the bottom. I'm just putting that out there, like with base Naruto at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'd
With
go way lower. Yeah,
yeah, because I'm sorry, he could not fight Neji. He was getting no diff
he
the
got fucked up.
entire time.
Yeah, he'd be
Like
below
yeah, like
Lee,
Neji
be
let him
below
get up
Neji.
multiple times.
Yeah,
Like
he's basically like preliminary
so.
round level. He's really not that different. So fucking
Yeah, like no, he wasn't. Like the only thing he got was he can summon the Nine Tails chakra to summon a frog.
Mhm.
And obviously we see him use it to be relative, or not be relative, to be equal to a fatigue Neji. But that's it. You know what I mean? Like so it's like if it's Kyuubi
yeah,
Naruto, obviously that changes. But then again, the problem with Kyuubi Naruto, he has to summon that. And if someone's way faster than him, aka Neji, Sasuke, and Lee, he's getting fucked up, right? You know,
yeah, he
so
would lose to the only people he probably still would be like base preliminary round Naruto would be like fucking Choji's fat ass, and then maybe
yeah,
Kiba.
Yeah,
like we're
Doji's pretty
talking
weak, dude.
Yeah,
yeah, we're talking bloodlusted, by the way, guys. Because obviously, if we include in character, then then obviously it'll go the way it went with Neji or Sasuke. He'll probably pull a Neji and let Naruto keep trying to fight just to prove a point.
yeah, he would do that.
Because
Yeah,
they're egotistical. So it's like there's that factor too, being in character. But we're speaking upon bloodlusted just to make it simple.
yeah. Bloodlust is more. They all have like a killer intent. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good topic in general though. Like I did a
it is.
Chewing exam ranking a while ago. If you guys want to see that,
Matter of
where
fact, Jay did the
Yeah,
video,
I did
guys.
see
Go check
that.
it out.
For sure.
Yep.
my
That's a
my
video.
argument for the Lee and Sasuke part is probably my best argument. If you want to see that, I used like a physics
Yeah.
argument basically. Um, the worst thing about R. Kelly getting arrested is that the trapped in the closet videos were all taken down. Those were actually peak fiction. Yeah, R. Kelly is a piece of shit though, but yeah. Yeah, to be frank, to
Yeah.
Marvel, public opinion when the controversy first started was overwhelmingly in favor of Majors being guilty. Shouldn't have been that hasty. Obviously, he's a guy. He's in good shape, and it's some like small 120-pound bitch that's fucking, smearing his name. So obviously they're gonna be on her side. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not surprised. He got convicted when he pushed her back into the car. Her finger and the back of her ear got bruised. Then he ran away. It's really dumb. He got fired. Basically, did everything right. Yeah, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, what the fuck? It's not his fault that the fucking car hit her finger and she bruised. Like, are you fucking serious? It's bullshit.
Yeah,
Bro.
something like that ruins his career with Marvel as well. That's
That's
just
That's
sad.
bullshit, bro.
Once again, it boils back to the mentality because once again, the problem is the law system is promoting victimization.
Yeah, look
I mean,
what
they're
Amber Heard.
allowing people.
That bitch was
Yeah,
still in her movie. She didn't get fired. She did
yeah.
horrible
Like,
shit.
like
Shit
they're
on.
promoting victimization. They're allowing these, whether if it's a guy or girl, I don't give a fuck who you are. But unfortunately, girls have more of getting away with this bullshit, and
Yeah,
guys
Amber
don't.
Heard.
This is normally how it goes too.
Yeah.
So, but regardless if you're a guy or a girl, The problem is they're enabling whoever's the attacker, right? The initiator, the one that's actually invoking the conflict to begin with.
Yeah.
They're allowing these motherfuckers to push the person's buttons or to keep going after them over and
It's
over.
like,
And then when the person decides to do something to remove the issue or de-escalate, then they're the fucking problem.
yeah, it's
And
like
once
it's
again,
like
it's
Amber
just,
Heard, dude.
Always.
She was defamation, lying on Depp's name, abused him too. There's like evidence of her abusing him, and vice versa, to be fair. But she didn't get fired for fucking DC, and the shit she did was way worse. Like way worse. Like years of
Like,
fucking defamation, and she's
At
still in
least
the
she didn't
fucking
really-
movie. And then
yeah,
guess
yeah,
what?
like, you know, if
Aquaman.
that was a guy, Jay, if that was a
Oh,
guy,
his
done,
life's over.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yep,
his life's
done.
over. They would have fired him. He would have never got another role ever again. That's
But
facts,
Amber
dude.
Heard, she still gets to be put in a fucking movie, yeah.
Yeah, and guess what?
fucking
Aquaman
still, like-
Aquaman tanked, by the way, because no one fucking likes her. And that's the way it should be.
Literally.
So fuck her.
Yeah.
Like,
She's
and that's why, like, even business-wise, it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Regardless of sex, too, like, that just doesn't even make logical sense.
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
if there's-
Like, I'm not gonna lie. She's bad as hell. But yeah, she's a bitch, man. Fuck her. So
like
it is what it is.
it is what it is. But like
Yeah,
once again,
it's
the problem, the law expected that dude to just sit there, let the girl do whatever the fuck she want, take his shit, you need blah blah, and that's it.
Like, what is he
Apparently
supposed to do?
that's
Give
what
her,
the law
give
wants.
like, just willfully give his phone to her? Like, what the fuck, dude? I don't understand that. He doesn't have
Like
to
you're
give
not
her
allowed
phone
to
to her.
protect your property anymore. You're not allowed to
Uh,
protect yourself. You
He's,
can't
at,
do
he's
shit.
yeah, like he doesn't have to give anything to anyone. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't understand that, dude. So
Like, it's
Johnson,
just crazy. So, the word of advice, if you're big, especially if you're a big boy, okay, or a big girl,
be careful,
what's
man.
it called? If you're in a shit situation, either try to run or just take the abuse or beating or let them do whatever the fuck they want, because then the law fucking punishes you for it.
Yeah, really. Honestly, if I'm ever in that situation, I'm just gonna run. I'm not gonna touch her. I'm gonna sprint away. Good luck catching me.
The same.
That's all I'm gonna
Literally,
do.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
don't
running
fucking
home,
run.
dude. I guarantee you're not gonna catch me. I'm running home. Fuck that.
You know, you know what sucks about that, Jay? Like what sucks is because it is humiliating in a way too.
Yeah, I'm gonna look like a pussy, but hey, I'm not going to prison, so fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's better than prison, bro.
I'd rather be called a
shit.
pussy than get fucking
Being in fucking
incarcerated.
prison.
But it's
Yeah.
crazy because like it's like going back to high school all over again, bro. Where some fucking dickhead is being an asshole, right? They're trying to instigate, start a problem. They're touching you over and over, and you're told, "Oh, you just got to run," you know what I mean, or just block, and that's it. You can't fight
Yeah.
back, and yada yada. It's like fuck that, bro.
Fuck that, dude.
Like,
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. So fucking free
But
Jonathan
mostly,
Majors,
like,
man.
so
Free
if
him.
you,
That's
I don't know if your ego's more important, then sure, do whatever you want in that situation. But just do keep in mind you're more than likely going to get arrested and you're fucked.
yep.
You know, if you don't want to be arrested and be fucked, then do what Jay said, run the fuck away.
You know what's
Like, don't
ironic
touch,
too?
don't-
Ironic is that
Even if they're
apparently
hitting you, grabbing
Yeah.
you, just try to run and get away.
What's
Because if you
ironic
can at
is
least
that-
do that.
yeah.
You know.
What's ironic is that he called the police and they arrested him. That's fucking hilarious.
Wait, he
Oh,
called the police?
no.
He's like, hey, this girl's out of control. Can you come help? And like, you're under arrest. He's like, what the fuck? I called you. What the fuck is wrong? What the fuck's happening right now? Like,
Yeah.
Oh
that's
my
fucking
God.
bullshit. That's
Well,
hilarious,
no, you
man.
want to know why? You want to know why? Because he called the police to obviously de-escalate the situation. To basically, he was expecting them to remove her, but the moment they saw like any damage on her,
Probably
or
saw the
whatever, they're like,
bruise.
"Oh hell no,
Yeah.
get him!"
He's
That's
like,
so
dude.
fucked, man.
He's like, I just ran 2 miles. You're gonna arrest me? Like, what the fuck's happening right now?
doesn't have the
Yeah.
decency to stop that shit either. It's like, come on, man.
Like,
You
that's
gotta ruin
fucking
this man's
bullshit.
legacy like that. Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's a good actor. He was on the rise. Like, he was in Creed 3. Like, he's a good actor, dude. And they fucking ruined, like, doing that bullshit to him. So then again, you
Yeah.
gotta pick the right woman. You pick a crazy bitch like that, she'll ruin you.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Amen,
I'll say
bro.
this: I'm being nitpicky. Okay, for one, he fucked up choosing that person.
Absolutely.
Two, what's it called? Like, you know, at the end of the day, this is kind of ignorant of me, but at the same time, it's like, once again, if I'm being nitpicky, okay? So, like, maybe he did use too much excessive force. You know what I mean? Because it's like, at the end of the day, maybe if he's way stronger than her, which I'm pretty sure he would be, right?
Oh, yeah.
What's it called? He should have just been able to just push her away, you know, or put her in the car, whatever, in a certain way, whatever you name it. But then again, that's ignorant of me because I don't know the situation. I don't know if she's over here digging at him, you know, grabbing him, whatever, resisting, fight, probably is doing that too, you know. So
Yeah.
it just kind of gets to a point when you're in
Honestly,
that situation, you're
yeah.
trying to get out of it as quick as possible to where you might unfortunately go overboard and use too much force. You know?
Honestly,
And, you
yeah.
know,
If
but
I'm being
it is what it is.
technical, what fucked him was him putting her in the car. He should have just ran from the beginning. Should just ran off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what he should have done. There would be no bruises, less evidence, which I don't even consider fucking evidence, but apparently it is. So he should have just ran off. I would have just started sprinting. Just get the fuck out of there, go home.
Yeah,
Like,
for real,
What's
dude.
really stupid about that too, the problem with that, like, what's it called? Like, this is a story that I knew, but it was someone that I knew to where their dad, like, so basically his parents were arguing, right? And then
yeah,
out of nowhere, the police were called. And so what the woman did in order to not get in trouble, whatever, blah blah, she got a door and she slammed it on her arm.
that's
So when
fucked
the
up.
police got there, she said she
Dude,
was like
come
beating the
on.
floor, whatever, blah blah, and they immediately arrested him. Like
That's
that's
fucked up,
it.
man.
Like
Yeah,
it's
that's some
wrapped, you know,
bullshit.
like.
Bad, man.
So it's like
Yeah,
bruises are kind of like retarded because at the end of the day, whether if you're a guy or a girl, you can hurt yourself. You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah,
Like it's not hard to self-harm yourself to make it be a certain
it's
picture,
like
right?
bang your head
Like
against the
you can even
wall.
shoot
Yeah.
yourself, you can stab yourself, bro. So it's like when it comes down to it, you know, it's like if you don't really have actual evidence to concur what is actually occurring and who's causing what, you know what I mean? Or having a professional involved, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we're
Yeah,
really just gonna be tunnel visioned, you
there's
know?
always gonna
I
be
guess
bias
so,
for the
man.
woman. So if they do that bullshit, they're probably gonna believe them. If there's no evidence to the contrary, it is what it is. Do you think Sarada can get slug stage jutsu or something in the future to catch up? It's possible with the slug, yeah. I mean, that is
That'd be
synonymous with
cool.
Tsunade, so yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that'd be dope. Jay, is
Oh,
OPM on
that's another
your?
thing too, Jay. I don't know if you that's another
I haven't really seen
thing
it
too.
either.
I don't know about
Yeah,
guys, but I do know girls, not all girls, but it depends on their body, but some women actually can bruise very
yeah.
easily
Fair
to where
skinned
even if you're
people,
not
yeah,
yeah, I think this applies to guys too, but I have to look into it. But I know for
yeah,
girls, I've known a lot of girls that can just bruise for anything. Like they touch something barely and they have a fucking big ass wart and bruise, like if they just got kicked, you know,
yeah.
to who
Literally,
knows
that is a
oblivion.
thing. If you're fair skinned,
Yeah,
you
You know,
some
like,
that
people
is
are
a
very
thing too. So
susceptible.
you can barely
yeah.
touch someone, and they can also be fucking very bruised. You know,
Yeah, if you're fair
but
skinned and you like bump into something, that might
that's
be
not how
enough.
I am though. My body's more resistant. If anything, I just get red marks, whatever, blah blah.
Yeah.
But you know, I've known several girls where they get bruised for fucking anything. Like my brother, the girl that he was with before, like bro, that bitch could touch anything and a crazy ass bruise. So
Yeah, some people just bruise very easily,
That
especially
sucks, man.
females. It's more fragile. Yeah.
there's a condition for it. I just don't remember what it's called.
Yeah. Jay, is OPM on your watch list? Yeah, definitely. I would love some power scaling. Yeah, eventually that's one up there on my watch list. It's not very long from my understanding, so I might do that one soon. Like I want to get the shorter ones out of the way. Like JJK to me wasn't that long because the chapters are short. There is several hundred. There's like 200, but they're short, so that helped me get through it quick.
Yeah, it's
One
easily
Punch Man.
bingeable too.
Yeah, One Punch Man seems like that. Seems short, so yeah, it's definitely on there. Why do you duck everyone? Oh, I think it's this kid again.
Another one.
Selfish dude.
Which kid?
The guy that's on Discord, like always
Yeah.
glazing.
I will say to you, Dingaling, if you actually knew the full truth, you would understand that nobody ducked anybody and etc. And it was actually the correct business move to not associate with Mr. Noodles.
Yeah,
So,
I've
and Clyde.
never. I'll say this: I've never ducked anyone that I have accepted terms with. That haven't like tried to bullshit me. Never.
And
So,
not only that, Jay even accepted a debate and was going to do it.
I
But
was.
once
Yeah.
again, Noodles and Clyde did some fuck shit. Okay. And basically, at that point, it was not smart to go moving forward as business perspective.
Yeah.
So,
So that's his fault. He knows that, and I'm
and
not
they
gonna
know
go
it.
into it.
Well,
So,
well,
if
if you
y'all
said
are
like
going to
say
be
ducking
ignorant
that,
and
man.
oblivious, you do you at the end of the day.
Noodles
So.
knows that he fucked up. He tried to convince me in his way, and it failed. So he ran his mouth about it. I really don't give a fuck. So like, it doesn't matter to me regardless. But he ran his mouth, and he burned his bridges. It is what it is.
Like he does with anybody else. So.
Yeah, 'cause
Pretty
he
much,
tries to
right?
make
Sounds
things.
Like,
like it.
that's what you guys don't understand. Like Noodles is the one with the fucking track record, not Mr. J. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's
I'm
like,
known for
who
that
are
shit,
you
man.
actually really inclined to believe that actually ducked or
I
not?
don't have
You know what I mean?
conflict. I don't have conflict with people that are normal, that are like have professional rhetoric. But he
Exactly.
wasn't
Like
professional.
Jay debated 6 with no problems at all. They were like, hey, let's debate. Bet they did it immediately.
Yeah.
Why the
Debated.
fuck would he duck Noodles if he was willing to debate 6? Does that make any
Yeah,
sense?
bro. Like
I like
I
Noodles is a hard
lost to
opponent
6. I
to
didn't make any
debate.
bullshit. He beat me that day. I would have debated Noodles too, but he tried to pull some,
So
some things. And
you guys know what you're doing. You're on crack. You're just being D-riders. You're trying to instigate, stir the pot. Like, grow the fuck
yeah,
up. So.
he doesn't really matter to me that much. And I saw his stream, though he was running his mouth about me. I don't really give a fuck about him. He can say whatever he wants to say. if he wants to say it to my face, he knows
Makes
where to find
him
me.
take a bigger hole for
Oh
himself.
no, they would never
point,
say
yeah.
it, bro. Not any
Like,
single one of those losers.
you come say it to
Surfbone,
my face.
Noodles,
Yeah.
stupid ass Loco.
I imagine.
None of those motherfuckers would ever run their mouth to anybody in person. They would
No,
never do that
absolutely
shit.
not. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
fuck no.
They
And
hide behind a computer screen and act all fucking macho, you know?
yeah, let's say this. He was gonna react to the stream. I know it's long, so him saying he didn't do it because it's long, it's somewhat valid. But I'll say this: I think another reason he didn't is because he knows he wouldn't be able to debunk it. I think my reputations to his stuff were good. He didn't want to even
Oh yeah,
put himself
facts.
through
Like
that.
he
If you want to
knows.
tell him that, go ahead. I know you're probably in that loser server, so if you want to tell him, go ahead. But
Go
I know
ahead
he's
then.
scared. Like he can't debunk my shit that easily. I don't give a fuck
Oh,
about
so,
him. Like
and
it doesn't
that's
matter
not
to
even an
me.
excuse,
But
Jay, because that motherfucker will literally like be obsessed with Sixer swag for eons and will react to shit that's very fucking long.
yeah,
And it'll take him like 2 or 3 hours to try to attempt to debunk it and fail miserably. So,
yeah,
like, get the fuck out of here when it comes to time. Like, motherfucker, you'll go through 2 or 3 hours or even 4 just to debunk swag short ass videos or fucking 6, you know? Like, shut
yeah.
up.
So simply put, like everyone else that was involved, no problem with him. This is me between me and Noodles. I'll just say I do things when I want to do it, if I feel like doing it. That's the only prerequisite that's necessary for me to do something. If you try to force me to do something when you want me to do it, I'm not gonna do what you tell me to do. Like I'm
Shut up.
a grown ass man.
No
So I
one's
mean,
gonna be a bitch. It's very simple. You know what I
if you
mean?
try to
Jay will
like,
do it. He'll be professional. He'll be cordial. He'll be respectful. You know what I mean? He'll set it up, whatever, do it right. But if you start doing some fuck shit, okay, and do some no shit, red flag bullshit, okay, and try to also make him a bitch, no, obviously he's not gonna want to fucking debate
yeah, he
you.
started pouting about it. He pouted because I said no. I mean, okay, I don't give a fuck, but you're not gonna get what you want. So I mean, it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Woe is him, right? Yeah.
And that's
Like
all.
I
That's
don't
all
give
the
a fuck
information
to be
you guys are
honest.
gonna get.
So
So,
yeah, he asked
like the
me.
only reason why we're not going fully all out is because once again, professionally,
It just
business
doesn't matter
wise,
to me.
it's just not. It
You
doesn't matter. And then two, also more out of like consideration for Mr. Clyde. But what's it called? But that's the main reason. So it is
Yeah,
what it
tell
is.
Noodles if anyone's in the server, tell him if he really wants to prove that ducked him, show all the DMs, all of them.
Yeah, show
If
it
he really
all.
wants to prove that, and let the people decide if I ducked or not. Please, by all means, I give him permission to.
Show also Clyde. Show all his shit
Yeah,
with
show
Jay.
everything, show all that shit. I give him
Everything that was
permission.
involved.
Tell
Yep.
him that I give him permission and that he can go ahead. I don't give a fuck at all, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to show it, but he can show it. And if he does bullshit, because I have everything recorded, not screenshots, but actual fucking recordings, I could show everything. So go ahead and tell him. I don't give a fuck regardless. But if he wants to prove that I ducked him, by all means, go ahead
Oh
and try.
gosh.
Yeah, 'cause that's the
Yeah, for
problem.
real.
Because like he does in fucking anime and manga, because he's a retard. He cherry picks shit, and that's what he's doing with this situation. He cherry picks shit, certain DM information, and then we utilize that and paint a false narrative. Why don't, once again, like Jay said, show all that shit. Everything with
Yeah.
Clyde and Jay, and also with him and Jay. And I guarantee you all be like, yeah, Noodles, you're a fucking rat bitch. Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and
So
tell him. I don't really give a fuck about him, just being honest. He ran his mouth, so that's why I'm not showing class now, because he blatantly talked shit about me. He called me like a
and it
fucking
also makes
pussy.
Clyde look bad. I'm just
Like,
like,
come
forewarning.
on.
I'm not trying to be
Yeah.
a dick, but it also makes Clyde look very sus.
He called me a pussy, and I could flame him much worse right now, but I really don't give a fuck about him. So, I mean, I'll just say, if you want to prove him a duck, buddy, go ahead and show everything and let people decide.
Yep.
And if he bullshit, I'll show everything. So, either way, I don't give a fuck, but if you really want to prove
Let's
it,
be transparent.
go ahead.
For sure.
You know, so that's why I'm not showing class, because he ran his mouth. So I don't really have to show class anymore either, if I'm being honest. So it is what it is.
Yep.
But yeah, he's not relevant to me.
And
So.
that's for anything, bro. Like at the end of the day, like that's for anything. Because like I even had a similar situation where I was working with someone directly business wise, and like fucking, and then they start acting like a fucking clown ass buffoon. You know what I mean? And doing a whole bunch of crazy shit, running their mouth, etc. The whole nine, false narratives. And at the end of the day, at that point, like that's like I'm sorry, but that's not gonna allow you or help in any way to have any form of a business relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't give a shit
Nobody's here for
about
the drama.
like I don't give a shit about disagreeing with someone. There's guys I like and I disagree with a ton on, but we're not gonna stand here and like talk shit to each other. Noodles, when he doesn't get his way or something or feels like attacked, he runs his mouth. Like I'm not gonna show the
he'll run
DMs.
his
If he wants to
mouth.
show them, he can. I don't really give a fuck. But he got hostile, so I was like, hey, now you're not getting what you want. Sorry, like it's not the way it works with me.
Facts.
So just what it is. Like I'm a grown man. I don't really give a fuck regardless. So Doesn't really matter
Deal
to me.
breakers exist for a reason. You know what I mean? You
That's not how you
start
do
doing some
business, kid.
extreme crossing the line shit. What the fuck do you expect? So,
That's not how you do business or good business. I know you have a way of doing business. That's not a good way to do business. That burns bridges. Like, yeah, you have shock value because you play a character, but that is not good business. That's just the truth. So I mean, he can do what the fuck he wants, but my advice to the kid is maybe try to be yourself for once, because we both know that's not you. That's all I gotta
he
say.
can't do that. Yeah, he
Uh,
can't do that to save his life. He's a two-faced his entire fucking YouTube career.
to me,
He
I'd
believes in
rather
something
be,
he more than likely doesn't believe in, and
yeah,
he always acts like a clown for about it.
I'd rather be myself and respected than be like not myself and just this is
Like, isn't that
disingenuous, man.
exhausting too? Like, how
Yeah,
exhausting that shit has to be, bro.
it's
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah,
man.
imagine not being able to be yourself, bro.
it's just
That is exhausting
disingenuous.
work for sure.
Yeah, very disingenuous person
You'd
to
be
me, and
conflicted mentally as well the whole fucking time. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just not productive at all.
yeah. So
The
he has
lack of
permission to.
integrity,
He has
honestly.
my permission to show everything. I don't give a fuck. It's up to him. So
Well,
it is what it is.
that's the worst part about it. Like, he doesn't even need your permission. Like, even though that is more professional and respectful in business, right?
Yeah,
Like, to get your permission first. But let's be real. The moment he went releasing all that shit, he immediately disrespected your privacy, etc. Those are DMs, the whole nine. You know what I mean? Like, and at that point, it was
Clearly.
like it's raps, right? So the fact that he didn't even bother to show all the evidence, to me, just goes to furthermore show that he clearly has something to hide, and he's
he's
being
a
a rat
child,
bitch
man.
once again. You know, he's a
That's
child.
true
Yeah.
how it
It
is.
really is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Like,
a
I'm
grown
sorry,
man,
but
man.
if you have nothing to hide and you were completely in the right, why don't you show all the information then? You know,
Yeah, like
that
show it
doesn't
all,
make any
man.
sense. If you're willing to show some of it, right? There's no reason not to show all of it. So
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck. So I mean, it is what it is. Jiraiya versus Orochimaru, pick a winner. It's close, but pick one. Orochimaru.
Orochimaru.
He most likely
yeah,
wins
yeah,
that one.
Orochimaru. We literally see it technically, like, in character at least. Like, I know Bloodlust it changes things, but not really.
Yeah,
What's it called? Like, and then
Orochimaru can go in
we see
stage
them all
mode.
fight again when they're nerfed, and Orochimaru was still superior. He still beat Jiraiya in the end.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
folks.
the
Any
only way
questions?
you could argue for Jiraiya is if he has Ma and Pa. Like, I feel like that's where, like, right? You know what I mean? Like, you compare that to then Orochimaru's this big ass, like, snake transformation. Like, so that Jiraiya has hacks, intellect, Orochimaru is just brute force, right? It's like, who really takes it now? And at that point, it's really interesting. But to be fair for Orochimaru, he could still come out as a snake like he was doing with Itachi. He started
Yeah,
talking and
and
shit.
he, unlike Jiraiya, he's constantly evolving. Like even
Yeah,
like
he's
scientifically,
evolving. He can
he's
heal.
modifying his body and all kinds of
He
shit.
could still
So
use jutsus in that state. Like, when he was in that big ass snake, like, he does his sword jutsu. He takes it out of his mouth and he's like, "You really think you could beat me or whatever?"
yeah,
Yeah,
So
and he can get into the Hydra form way faster than Jiraiya can get into
really
Sage
quick.
fast,
mode as well.
Yeah, I got
instantaneous.
into it
Yeah,
quick.
instantaneous. Yep.
Not
Way
5 minutes.
faster.
So it's
Yeah,
like, Jiraiya, unfortunately, like, he just doesn't. It is what it is. I like Jiraiya more, but Orochimaru just beats him objectively speaking. Now, if they're both in their strongest forms, it's interesting, but I still think Orochimaru takes it, especially if he starts using Edo
Oh, then
Tenseis
he's
and
fucked. Yeah,
fucking,
yeah,
like, if you
Yeah.
name it, like, it's like, what does Jiraiya do? Like, yeah,
yeah.
he
If
has
Edos are
frog
involved,
song, he gets them at
yeah,
the time,
he gets slammed if there's a Edos involved for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, folks, we'll go about 5, 10 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, any questions at all, feel free, folks.
Now, if it's
Yes,
no
sir.
Edos, though, I might lean towards Jiraiya, though. If it's no Edos, and he's
Yeah,
already
no
in Sage Mode.
Edos. Yeah,
And already in Sage mode.
Because frog song then should just be a W instantly, because
he
it'd
gets
be
him
like
in
a
that. Yeah,
Tachi all over.
yeah. Basically, if he gets him in that, he probably would
So
fall
that's
to
the
him.
only win con. Once again, that's being extremely generous to Jiraiya. Once again, granting him the form right off the whip, and then
Yeah,
also taking away Orochimaru's Edo Tensei.
yeah,
Like,
literally, which is not in
Exactly.
character. He's literally never in Sage mode until it's pain. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, folks, any questions at all? Feel free to ask. Any questions at all? Yeah, as far as drama, folks, I just try to stay clear. I think the less enemies, the better. If someone forces my hand like noodles, then I mean, it is what it is. We are at odds, but yeah, I think the less enemies, the better. I mean, what's the point?
Yeah,
I don't
they
get.
Absolutely, bro.
won't do it. He's
Less
not
stress
gonna
in
do that
life.
shit. He knows, like, he's at least smart enough to know that if he was to show that and you have it all video recorded as well, that he's fucked. It's gonna make him and Clyde look really, really bad. And I know damn well Clyde also probably already had a conversation, how to put him in fucking timeout and tell his bitch ass, like, do not show any of this shit. Otherwise we're gonna have fucking problems. I know damn well he ain't doing that.
Put him
Yeah,
in
no.
timeout.
Yeah, I mean,
But Clyde
you,
is also smart business wise. Like that, once again, it just does not look good for them. So.
if Noodles never went like posted out of context photos on his server about that and then talk shit about me on the stream, I wouldn't say shit. I'll just let it go.
Yeah,
But
no,
he,
I mean,
he
no,
runs his fucking mouth, so I mean,
he
we're
decided to act
enemies.
like a child. So guess what?
Uh,
We'll reciprocate with the truth and be objective.
like,
So,
hey, we're enemies because you wanted it that way. I don't give a fuck about you. Like it's that simple. But you run your fucking mouth. Like I'm not gonna be nice about like
Just
talking
say
about you.
nothing.
and then he starts
Yeah.
talking shit after, bro. Like he's
Like
fine one moment, right? And then the next stream, he's over here calling Jay a pussy and yada yada and all this shit.
it's like go
So,
prove I'm a
Yeah.
pussy. Show the fucking receipts, buddy.
like, how the fuck do you call someone a pussy when you're literally the definition of a fucking pussy and like literally the embodiment of what it means to be a failure as a fucking man, bro? Like, shut
Uh,
up.
well,
Yeah.
if you want to fucking prove I'm a
Like,
pussy, go
bro,
ahead
the
and
guy's
prove
a
it.
cunt bitch. Come on, like I can go
Oh,
on
he
and
is.
on.
He's
You, bro,
certified.
like
Yeah.
we all know this shit. Like, you have no business to call anybody a pussy when you literally act like a fucking pussy your whole life.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, we're enemies. He caused that, not me. I said no. I said leave it. Let's leave it at that. And he started running his fucking mouth. So I mean, we're an enemy, buddy. I mean,
Like I'm sorry, but I would imagine having friends, a friend that's our word, okay, getting cucked with your girl. She gets fucked in a Walmart, you name it. Not nobody likes you. Nobody fucks with you. Even Swag, Six, all these motherfuckers, all of them, don't even fuck with him and want nothing to do with him, et cetera, et cetera. Like it's like, bro, like come on, like he's the
yeah,
only bitch in the community. So
yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll even say this because I'm a bigger man. If you want, let's say someone shows you this. If you want to talk, man, we could talk. We don't have to fucking record, and you can say that shit to my face if you want,
Yeah.
or we can
Literally.
stream it.
Right. Yeah.
Then there's more
he
pressure on
would
you because
never do it, bro.
you're gonna have to not miscalculate on stream. We could talk. Fuck
Like,
debating.
bro,
Let's just talk it out. Talk
yeah,
this shit out. I'm a grown ass man, so I mean we could do that if you want to do that. So let me know. You asked me though. You have to come to me because you owe me an apology. It is what it is. I didn't come at you. You came at me.
but
So if you want to make amends and maybe debate one day, you have to come to me and we'll talk it out. Fuck streaming and going back and forth. We could talk privately or on the stream. You let me know. Let me know.
he
Simple as
might
that.
be willing to do that. I'm gonna be
Uh,
honest with you. If he was to do that, it'd be
He's
like,
gonna
oh,
record it,
yeah,
bro. More than
yeah, he's gonna
likely.
record it, and then I'll be honest with you. Like, what's it called? Then he'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, Jay, whatever, blah blah. Then you debate, and the moment the debate is going or after it's done, he's gonna go off on you, bro. I'm
yeah.
calling it
Hmm.
right now.
I'm
He's gonna
I'm
immediately flip the script.
yeah. I mean, it probably would be smarter if I streamed it because no one's hiding anything at that point. But
Exactly, bro.
you let me
Yeah.
know, man. I don't give a fuck regardless. But if you do want to debate, first of all, you gotta apologize. Firstly, and guess what? I'll be man enough to
No, I
apologize to
absolutely
you.
agree.
I'll apologize to you because I ran my mouth too. But you started it.
Also, need to
So
make a post on your community as well and inform
yeah,
them correctly of what actually occurred, so not everybody is constantly calling Jay a duck and this and that and etc. You know,
yeah.
so
So let me know, man. Regardless, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really give a fuck. But if you care that much, 'cause clearly you do, because you fucking watching my shit and running your mouth. Let me know. So I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck
that's kind of
regardless,
weird.
but it is what it is. Is FMA good? I don't know why people, but I can't get into it. Full Metal
I
Alchemist?
love
I heard it was
Fullmetal.
alright.
Yeah.
I've never seen it either, but yeah, I've heard it's good.
yeah, I heard it's really good, but yeah,
I
eventually
think
I'm
it's
gonna
really
watch it.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's about it, folks. The chat's died down. We went about 3.5
Yeah,
hours. Goated ass fucking nations. Holy shit. Christmas bonuses everywhere.
Christmas
yeah,
time.
man, you got all
Yeah.
that moolah to spend
Definitely
now.
Christmas time, man. Holy shit. I appreciate all you, Sir Goats, fucking BT, Alexis, Kedrick, all year long. All you guys have been goats. Everyone, fucking everyone, if I didn't forget your name. Everyone in the chat, the channel, all subs. You guys are all fucking goats, man. We would, again, like I said, if you guys weren't here, we'd just be some random guys in VC talking. That's how it would be. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
we appreciate you folks. And Merry Christmas, by the way, folks. We're not going to see you till after Christmas. So, Merry Christmas. Have a good
Yes,
Christmas.
sir. Merry
Enjoy
Christmas.
it. You know, it comes once a year. Savor it. You know, just run with it. Just have a good time, man. But we'll see you December. I think it's 31st or 30th, the last stream of the year next week.
Of the
We're gonna
year,
do
yeah.
2023 review. Who knows what happens? We'll try to make it a good one. So appreciate you folks. And by the way, last time I'll remind you, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, especially if you got through this whole stream. I appreciate you. And we'll see you next time, folks.